Yeah. What's up, everybody? This is today is what is it? The 18th, 19th? What is it? The 20th. 20th of September. 20th now. It's really the 19th for everybody that's paying attention. It says September 20th, but it's really Friday night. It's Friday night at midnight. This is a live fight companion podcast. Bryan Callen's supposed to be here, but of course he's fucking late. Brendan Schaub's here. Holla, Big Brown's in the house. And of course my brother Eddie Bra is here.
Oh shit.
Eddie Bravo in the house. And we're just looking at the blank screen right now while Mark Hunt is gonna face Roy Big Motherfucking Country Nelson tonight. Oh shit. Yeah, we can get some of that in there too. We might not be able to smoke weed with Brendan Schaub in the room though.
I'll just hold my breath. December 6th.
What's today?
We got some time, about 13 weeks. I'll just hold my breath.
Can you do that? Are you good at holding your breath? I know you have awesome cardio.
I'm like a fish. We're good. I'll just suck on this coffee all night.
Yeah,
Real quick, usually go to bed at 11,
too.
sip tea. Usually in bed by 11, sipping tea, guys.
Are you really?
Yeah.
11 p.m.
11 every night.
Wow. Are you training tomorrow?
No. I trained twice today because I knew tonight's gonna be a doozy.
When you schedule like when you ramp up for a fight, so you're fighting in December 6th. When you're ramping up your training. Oh shit, where's that?
A beast, Vegas, Mandalay Bay. Ooh. 2 title fights, then my fight, Travis Brown.
Ooh. That's Vitor and Weidman too, huh?
And Showtime and Melendez.
Oh shit.
And then us, big one.
Good lord.
Any chicks fighting?
Not yet. Not that I know of.
I don't watch UFCs unless there's a chick fighting.
I hear you. Speaking of chicks, the one tonight is, I'm telling you guys, she's a little monster.
Yeah, you got an issue with her.
I do.
This little filter thing.
I got a little crush on her.
Yeah, she's kind of hot. She was a little plump, and she got in some serious shape.
Yeah, right. And it has
thinned out.
It has she's like curvy. She's like Kim Kardashian, but Japanese.
Yeah.
She's got to come out in how cool would it be if she came out in the schoolgirl uniforms?
Yeah.
Isn't that
weird?
Dude that used to do that for Pride? He used to come out with pigtails.
Yeah, weird
for
stuff.
K1.
K1, yeah.
Dude, it's the national pastime is to be into schoolgirls. How weird is that?
Her biggest thing that she's ever done, she dressed up like a bunny.
Ooh.
Why do I know this? I don't know.
Dirty bunny.
Maybe I did some research.
And you know what's second? You know what's second?
And by research, I mean maybe I jacked off.
We'll let you know as soon as the fights start. I don't know why the fights are a little bit late. It says 12:05 on my phone.
Amateur hour.
It smells like weed in here. It says 12:05 on my phone. I don't know if that means somebody fucked up or they're having a problem. We were watching it earlier though, which doesn't make any sense. It was weird. Live from Japan. Goldberg and Brian Stan calling the action.
Maybe it's just a delay for the main card.
By the way, I fucking love Fight Pass, dude.
It's awesome.
I fucking love it.
I tweeted that Fight Pass is great. Everybody's like, "You fucking chill."
I know.
It's great. Ridiculous.
Fuck off. It's great.
Dude, any fight you could think of in the UFC, you could just watch it.
Pride fight.
You could just
instantly.
watch it,
and it works.
It was crazy because when I cornered Ben Saunders at the Tulsa event, I get there Friday night. I've never worked with Ben before. He asked me to corner him like a week before, and he goes, "Dude, you want to come down?" And he had been playing rubber guard off and on over the years, and he was playing a different version. He was playing a version I never played, and then he kind of moved away from it because I figured that he would hit a dead end with that style, but I didn't want to say anything because it was kind of working for him. And then he got cut from the UFC, went to Bellator. He'd win some, he'd lose some, and I kind of lost track of what he was really doing. And then he saw the Hickson video. The video that we did here, and he Twittered me direct message. Goes, "Hey man, when are you going to do a seminar in Florida?" Like he realized he was playing stuff wrong and he wanted to fix it. So I said, "Well, I don't have anything planned in Florida, but I do have a little rubber guard genius out there, a guy named Tyler Woolsey." I go, "Let me hook you up with him." They hooked up. As soon as he got done with Tyler, he said, "Dude, I want you to corner me next week. Can you do it? I know it's last minute," and did it. And so Friday night, I get there Friday night, I go right to his hotel. He has Fight Pass hooked up, right? So, because he was studying his opponent. his opponent, I think, it wasn't on. He wasn't. I don't think he fought in the UFC before, but he had Fight Pass. So I said, "Oh shit!" So we put on. I wanted to keep it really simple for him with rubber guard. It's so sophisticated and so vast. There's pieces of the rubber guard that I don't even know how to play yet. There's new pieces. I'm like, shit, what are you guys doing over here? Right? There's new shit that's incredible. Half guillotine, a guillotine from the rubber guard, a guillotine with your leg involved.
It's on? Hold on a second. It's on? The fights are on?
Yeah, guys walking out right now.
So what is this?
I don't know what you got here.
Oh, is it a different thing? Am I on the wrong thing? That doesn't make any sense. Live events. Let's see.
Yeah, you got to press live event.
Live now.
That'll be it.
So it didn't switch over from the pre. Oh,
There
how
we go.
weird.
We rolling.
It didn't switch over from the prelims. That's goofy. That's goofy.
Tell you
It's
what's
like a
not
different
goofy.
stream.
This coffee.
Bulletproof coffee.
Not goofy.
Brandon Schaub's got a little bit of a fucking coffee problem.
Addiction. And when I stop fighting, it's going to become drugs.
Well, my point was with the UFC Fight Passes, I get there Friday night, and we kept it really simple. Simple rubber guard, mission control with elbows. We put on Jason Day versus Alan Belcher. That was an amazing display of elbows from the guard. And Matt Horwich versus Dan Miller. You know, just right there, it would have been hard to find those fights. You know, I guess you could go to MMA Core.
It's always tricky, though, right? You're
It's
like
tough to
scouring
find
the
them,
internet for
yeah.
'em, yeah.
But with UFC Fight Pass, man, boom, any UFC fight. Is it every single fight that the UFC's
It's
ever
every
had?
single fight the UFC's had, and every single. There's
Pride.
another one of those too. There's everything.
You have
That's a
Stevia?
full one too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Every single fight in Pride too.
Even the early ones like UFC 2?
Everything.
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 Wow.
All the Strikeforce fights.
Because everything
too.
that I could think of came up, but I'm like thinking
Everything.
maybe the old ones, maybe UFC 1 even.
There's
I'm
also
pretty
this-
sure. If I'm wrong, I apologize, but I'm
Dude,
pretty sure everything's
between,
in there.
In between these fights, let's
Well,
throw it on like
There's also a...
Well, we can't. Otherwise, we'll go off the screen because it's running through my laptop.
Oh.
But we'll figure it out. I don't think there's anything that's not in there. I mean,
There's also a crazy show called UFC Now with a couple of cutie pies on there.
kapow.
Brendan Schaub and Kenny Florian.
Damn.
Show. What?
Brendan's horny and shit, man. Wants to
talking
bang
about
that
himself.
Chinese girl.
He's talking about himself being a cutie pie.
It's true.
Oh,
You're not even paying attention.
Jen Brown's actually
he
the cutie
said
pie.
Brendan Schaub. Couple of cutie pies like Brendan Schaub.
Yeah, I talked in the third person. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Eddie.
You-
Hey, Bravo's
I was just-
barely paying attention to you. It's just
It's
tuning you
nothing
out.
new. I'm used to that with Callen. Don't worry.
No,
I
Callen's
the
just,
worst.
I just keep on keeping on.
Callen's the worst with that. Like he'll get into modes where he wants to say something, and it doesn't matter what the fuck you're saying. What he has to say, like it has no relation whatsoever to what you're saying. He'll go, "Wow, that's great. I met a guy. He wrote a book, and he'll go on to this fucking. Why are you talking about economics now? Like, how do we get into economics? Like, he has this thought in his head. It's like a runaway train. He's just trying to get out of the way.
Insane, man.
But that's why he's so funny too. It's like one of the things you recognize about comedians. It's like that same thing that makes them like really funny. It's this mad dog bum rush over
Madness.
to get attention.
Straight madness, man.
Nobody's better at like commanding attention than Cal.
You know what Brian called me? He was dead serious. He goes, bro, instead of selling T-shirts, I got a great idea. He's never came to me with an idea for shit. He goes,
Good.
koozies. We should sell koozies.
Oh, God.
I went, are you fucking
Like
kidding
beer
me?
koozies?
Yes.
Who buys beer koozies still? I mean, how much of
you
a
know what-
drunk
you know
are
what
you?
Callen-
You're like, I need my beer just a little insulated.
I thought you meant jacuzzis. I was
No,
like, that's the dumbest idea ever.
Straight koozie.
You know, where are you gonna? Can you imagine the warehouse you would need to keep an inventory?
Fighter in the kid jacuzzi.
That's what I thought you meant. I thought,
That's
damn.
hilarious.
That makes more sense than a koozie.
But
They're both hilarious.
But for a second, I'm like thinking, damn, they're jumping on Brian, poor Brian. But then you said his idea. I'm like, oh no shit, that's a terrible idea. No wonder they always talk shit on him. Trying to sell jacuzzis. It's like 1982.
Well, not only that, I mean, who the fuck's got room for a jacuzzi? Kyoji Horiguchi, I'm not familiar with him. And who's his opponent? Do we know? We got to pay attention here.
I got a badass jacuzzi. I've used it once. Seriously, in 3 years, once.
Let's see who these guys are that are fighting here. Powerful Ariane in Japan.
Hola.
I hadn't seen her in a while. I thought maybe she was taking a break.
She's busy. She's got a TV show now.
Really?
Yeah, she's on Overhauling.
Oh shit.
Yeah, she's the host over.
Yeah.
Yeah, on Spike, right?
That's Bud's show, Brian. Hiraguchi and De Los Reyes. That's Bud's show, where they take a car and they completely redo it for like a week.
He has
and then
nothing
get
to
it
do with
back
that
to
show
you.
anymore, though,
Yes,
right?
he does now.
Oh, he
he's
still
back
does.
on it.
He's
yeah,
back.
he's back.
Huh.
Yeah, Bud owns it again, or is a producer of it again. One of those things.
That was his show. It was his idea.
I don't know what happened. I'm just happy he's doing it again.
hell of a
Body kick.
It's over. It's over.
You never know.
No, it's over.
Never
he's
know.
doing the smart
It's
thing,
over.
recovering.
Yeah, he's on the bottom.
You don't recover from that.
You can like this though. Like this though, you can.
You can if the guy stays on him. See, if the guy was smart and he's a striker, if he's that good of a striker, he'd probably try to get away, right?
Yes, 100%.
Because that guy would be much more helpless in a non-clinching
Well, the
situation.
ref will force him to stand up too.
Yeah.
Lyoto Machito
Smart.
told me that you get hit to the body, you drop to your butt, and to buy time until the ref stands you up.
Well, Tito did that with him. Remember, he caught Tito with that body shot, that knee to the body.
That's right.
That's pulling guard, though.
That
That's
was
stupid.
a slick move by
But you recover.
Tito.
That's pulling guard.
He's being silly.
But you're going to get finished.
Eddie Bravo's being sarcastic, and he's a master guard player, and 90% of people
maybe
won't
you're saying
catch
in
that.
MMA. I thought you were saying in
90% of
MMA.
people won't catch it. I'm just telling you right now. I know the Eddie Bravo humor.
You got to stand up.
He's
gotta stand up.
To him, it's like chess moves that are like really stupid. You see someone doing a dumb chess move, and you and I are like, "What is he talking about?"
Yeah.
Well, other people, who know Eddie, know exactly what he's doing. He's always said that. I mean, we're seeing it. We saw it with your boy.
Sometimes you got to pull guard.
We saw it.
Sometimes you got to. It shouldn't be your first option, but it should be
be
in the
an
third.
option.
It
Look how
should
good-
be. Yes,
Look how
of course.
good
drives me
Ben
nuts.
Saunders.
Yeah.
Look how good Ben Saunders' control was. It was amazing.
Bro, if I'm Verdum and Kane's beat me up against the cage, I'm pulling half guard.
course.
If I'm
Sometimes-
Verdum,
sometimes
I'm pulling
you
half
have to.
guard.
Meanwhile, this is a good fucking fight.
Yeah, it is. Really good fight.
He recovered.
Yeah, he got out of it, man. But that Haraguchi dude, that guy's got a nasty left kick to the body. Oh, he's trying to pay him back for it.
Ooh.
Oh, he did too. He did too.
Are these guys 45ers?
They
I
look
don't
like
know.
55ers.
See, I was going to say 35. 25?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, they're flyweights? Oh my God, they're giant.
No way.
Well, these.
Oh, shit.
No one is really a fucking flyweight anymore. They're all like 150 pounds, and then they're
true, they
flyweight
cut.
for an hour. I mean, that's what's going on now with all these weight classes, dude. I had
Except for
Mike
heavyweight.
Dolce on. Jesus, Dolce was telling me that Nick Lentz walks around at like $170, $175, and he gets down to 145. And
That's
he was
insane.
struggling to get down to 55
It's not
before he came to
good.
Dolce.
Either way, there's going to be diminishing
Yeah.
return. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not.
Yeah.
I don't care what Dolce says, and I love Dolce as much as the next guy, but no matter what you say, that can't be healthy.
I'll tell
Does
you
he
what,
have
though.
to be that big?
I don't know.
No, but there's healthier ways to do it.
The healthier ways, but it still
Yeah.
can't. There's no way he's performing at.
He
his
says
full.
He says that
capacity.
the way
I think you're right.
the way Nick Lentz cuts, though, he was saying yes, he walks around at 175 or whatever, and he does get to 45, but he does it.
Oh, we heard him again. Oh,
Oh.
Jesus.
These boys are scrapping.
These guys are going
Oh.
after it. Oh. Horiguchi's a bad motherfucker
Yeah,
on his
he is.
feet, man.
Super
Jesus
bad.
Christ. Nasty striking. But De Los Rios got him on his back again. Oh, but he's getting eaten up. Oh, these are hard shots.
Oh, he's in trouble now
Oh,
when
this
you
might
roll
be
like
it.
that.
This
They usually
that's
stop it.
That's it. That's it.
That's
Oh,
He's a
the
bad
kid is
motherfucker.
in the
Oh,
house.
shit. The kid
He
is
made
here.
it.
The kid is
Bryan
here, dressed
Callen
like he's
in
going
the
to take the
building.
SATs.
Is that a bottle of wine? You savage. Of course he did.
Yeah.
He would bring wine camping if you let him.
Sophisticated.
He'd be that guy on our hunting trip.
What's up, my brother? Dude, I got all my gear.
Brian, I'm on your side today. Okay, I'm not gonna gang up on.
I don't mind you gang up.
It's us two.
That's
It's me and
how
you,
he
kid.
likes it.
Me and you, kid, against these guys.
He
Yeah,
likes
hey,
it.
you never have to worry about my feelings.
Brian, before you came in,
I feel too bad. Seriously, I can't sacrifice
you
my
guys
own
came down on me a
integrity.
little hard. You didn't believe my nose story. I mean, it was very, very
bro,
bad.
before you came
Oh,
in, though,
look at that
before
left
you
hook.
came in, Eddie
Oh.
goes, "We should sell koozies. We should sell koozies." I was like, "Nah, I don't think so, man. Ask Brian."
Yeah,
I
Eddie
love it.
Bravo was thinking you should probably sell like some sort of hot tub type equipment. Maybe
I thought he meant jacuzzis. I'm like, what a dumb
Hot
idea.
tub equipment. Hot tub
you
equipment.
just missed this. Haraguchi's a bad motherfucker, dude. These are
Super
flyweights. Can you believe these are 125ers?
I can't.
No,
Maybe
that's
it's a
not true.
perspective issue. Yeah, apparently it is.
They might
Apparently
be
they're-
4'5".
No, there's the height is up there.
Crazy.
It's on the thing. One guy's 65 inches, the other guy's 66 inches.
Well, I have,
What
a new,
is that?
I have a new boyfriend, so it doesn't really matter.
Oh,
And
Brian loves Akiyama.
That's my
He's
new
obsessed with
boyfriend.
Akiyama.
He's a beautiful man.
he's a beautiful man.
He's a well. You know he sings.
Voice of an angel.
Do I know he
Oh,
sings?
yeah.
Yeah, YouTube
Gigantic
him.
superstar.
Correct.
In like Korea, right?
Sells out auditoriums.
Is it
He's got
Korea or
I think
Japan?
he's
Japan.
Japanese. He's got an amazing voice.
Well, he's a Japanese guy, but he's of Korean descent, right? I believe so.
Sent from
So,
the heavens.
Akiyama, I believe, is a Japanese name.
Yeah, I think for some reason he's got some sort of a Korean background. I'd look, but my Jamie, can you look
Yes,
that up?
he's actually Korean.
Hey, Jamie, do you have any wine glasses?
He's half Korean, half Japanese.
No wine glasses, dude. This
Or
is
he
a
could
man's
be-
place.
he could
You
be
use a
full
goddamn
Korean.
coffee mug. You use a goddamn coffee mug. You don't need a special glass for your fucking fruity drink.
Yes, I do.
Brian
he
Stan looks like
believes.
Dikembe Mutombo.
Dude, look how
that's how you
look
know
how
he's
much
25
bigger
years.
Brian Stan
Oh my
is to this
God.
guy.
He's enormous.
He looks like Godzilla compared to that
Yes.
dude.
Oh, so that's why it's a perspective issue.
Oh,
Yes.
Hell yeah. I'm with you.
That guy's a bad motherfucker.
Super bad.
Wicked striking. There is no room for anybody but bad motherfuckers at
You
125.
better be a black belt in everything.
Everything. And in a black belt in cardio.
70 and below, you better be a black belt at everything.
Yep.
Oh, you want to be in the
Because when
UFC?
you're that small, especially in wrestling and jiu-jitsu,
Technique.
you have to be so technical to just
Oh.
survive in the sport.
Look at that
You're
left
right,
hook.
brother.
Bam! Yeah, in everything, right?
You have to be
in
soaked.
everything. In everything.
I actually like watching the lighter weights.
Dude, when you got a guy like a Hector Lombard out there,
What?
I
Everyone's
mean-
terrified of that guy.
who's not terrified of him? Hector Lombard is terrified of himself. That's how scary Hector Lombard is. Dude, I never saw anybody ragdoll Jake Shields the way he did. When he
Hector
tossed him
Lombard.
around, just smashed him in the first round like a fucking hurricane. Like refrigerators were flying down the
Literally
street
like
in
a
Kansas.
fucking tornado.
He was just Jake Shields is tough as fuck.
He's beat
Almost
some of the
caught him.
best.
Jake Shields almost caught him at,
At
the
the
end of
very
that
end,
barrage.
the guillotine.
He almost caught him in the guillotine. He had him
Nuts.
locked up and the bell rang. The fucking buzzer rang with Jake on his neck.
When you look at Hector Lombard, you can't believe he gets down to 170.
He's a beast.
He's got
I told you when I
cakes
saw
for
him on the
days.
street from a distance.
Nicest ass on the planet.
Yo, Bryan Callen, I was like a
Hands
glass
down.
of wine.
Oh, Bob, I'm sorry,
The
man.
fuck,
Well, I'm
buddy?
so sorry. Hold on.
The
Hold.
fuck, buddy?
Hold. Get a little 2005 Bocayo in your.
Hey,
Do you
Brian,
actually know
Brian.
what it
It's
is?
the 2005 Bocayo.
Did you like buy it on purpose? Like
Yes,
you knew
I
what it
did.
was when you went
Yes,
out to
I
buy
did.
it? How did you find out?
You'll see. Taste it and you tell me.
No, I believe it's good. I'm
Yeah,
not
because
questioning
I'm
now.
a
Just
freak
saying,
for
what do you
wine.
know? What do you know about wine?
Because I like old world wines. What's that mean? The Europeans like earth in their wine. You taste that earth? You say that? It's like cheese, meat, mushrooms,
This
leather.
tastes good.
Yeah.
I don't taste any of those things. I taste wine. Fucking
can't-
people are so crazy.
The American palate likes an obvious, jammy, big wine for the most part. I
Brian.
go with the old world wines, ladies and gentlemen.
Serious question.
Yeah.
Who has the best ass in MMA?
Without question, 100%.
Whoa, I've been doing a lot of deadlifts. Watch your mouth. Watch your P's and
without
Q's.
question, a
GSP.
couple of honeydews with cotton stretched
right,
over them.
he's right.
Without question, Hector Lombard.
He's right.
I couldn't peel my eyes from the man. He was in the airport and he was going through security and he took his shoes off and I could not peel my eyes from his ass.
Well, you know, there's a few guys like that in the UFC that move. They move it like a notch over everybody. Like
Yeah.
Woodley, Tyron Woodley, when Woodley's on.
Correct.
Like when he knocked out Jay Heron,
Yeah.
the movement, it's like, get out of the way. Just
Right.
get the fuck out of the way. When he's got this rush, there's certain guys that have this rush, and Lombard has it too.
You know they asked Woodley to fight Lombard, and he's like, "Nah, I'm cool." Straight up.
By the way-
Dana said he was like, I asked him. Dana was like, no. He literally was like, "No, I'm good." Same thing too. Roy McDonald. They wanted to fight him. He's like, "Nah, I'm cool, man."
How crazy is that?
That's not necessary.
The baddest dudes on the planet are like, "Nah, I'm cool."
I'm good.
How crazy is it that Dana will bust these guys out like that?
Well, hey, I mean, that's for his business. That's the best move.
But it's not even like, the guys are like, "Oh no, hell no." It's like they won't even consider it.
Right.
Oh no, never.
No,
Well, it's
not
also-
gonna happen.
Is that 100% true?
What are you? Here's the thing. What are you selling? If you're selling a product like the UFC, I can see two arguments. I can see one argument where you're like, you shouldn't talk about that because that's private. That's the fighter's business.
Right.
What's fight? But you're selling the baddest motherfuckers on the planet.
Right.
And the push is always like the Tank Abbott, anyone, anywhere, anytime. That's one thing everybody loved about Tank Abbott was the fact that he'd fight anybody.
Get off a bar stool. Just
TJ
step off a bar
Dillashaw.
Cowboy Cerrone's like that.
Cowboy Cerrone's exactly like
It's
that.
a double-edged sword, though. It's a double-edged sword.
Of course.
Ask Rich Franklin about that.
Oh, well, it depends upon your success. I mean,
Now,
ask anybody
are
who
there
fought in the
guys-
UFC about
are-
the benefits.
What were
Are
you
there
wait,
guys
wait,
out
wait,
there
finish your
in the-
point. What were you saying about Joe? You were saying you were
the
talking
baddest
about
dudes in the planet.
But him saying that someone turned down a fight.
Right.
It's like now you will believe him when he says this guy will take any fight. I'll tell I can call him up at
Right.
any time, like Donald Cerrone.
Right.
He'll say that about Cerrone. I can call Donald Cerrone up and say, hey, I'm setting a fight with fill in the blank. He goes, all right, let's do it. he probably has a Budweiser in his hand. He probably finishes the Budweiser,
100%.
then goes jet skiing, then probably fucking shoots some guns.
What were you saying
gets
about?
laid.
What were you saying about that?
it's
What
a
were you saying
double-edged
about
sword.
TJ Dillashaw?
Well, he's another one. He'll fight anybody. TJ fought. I mean, they changed his fight to Joe Soto the fucking day of the weigh-ins. The day of the weigh-ins, Barao can't make weight, falls, hits his head. Joe Soto, who had won the Bellator title, lost it to Joe Warren, got signed by the UFC, won a bunch of fights in a row, good fights, came to the UFC. His fucking debut, his UFC debut, he fights for the title against TJ Dillashaw. And Dillashaw's like, I'll take it.
See, that's a little different. I think that's a little different.
It is a little-
One, it was day of the fight. He's in shape. He's in camp. He's looking for a fight. That guy steps up. That guy's kind of screwed. It's a different kind of animal to call somebody like, yo, Hector Lombard, you got 8 weeks. Like, cool, I'll take it.
That
You know what I'm
is a
saying?
different
Hey,
animal.
Brendan, do you think there's
But-
fighters out there that get off on fighting the scariest guys?
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Who's like that?
For
Who gets
sure.
off, like they want the scariest
Nick Diaz?
guys.
Mark Hunt. Mark Hunt.
He wants the scariest guys.
Yeah, like literally, like when me and him were going back and forth on Twitter, the stuff he would say to me and like DM me, I was like, "Damn, this fool's for real." It's like I'm just looking for a blockbuster fight. He just wants to whoop my ass. I'm trying to get paid and get a title shot.
Yo, dude,
and
those
he just
New
wants to whoop
Zealand's-
my ass.
By the way, this guy
Kiwis.
Conor McGregor
And
it seems like the kind of guy who'll take all comers.
So is Dustin Poirier, man. Dustin Poirier's a bad motherfucker. That's a significant test for McGregor. I think
Very much
McGregor's sensational.
I agree.
McGregor's
That's a tough
sensational.
fight.
I'm a huge McGregor fan.
McGregor's boxing is phenomenal.
Well, his movement, he's like a snake, like his in and out. But I'm telling you,
We haven't seen anything
Poirier
like it.
is fucking legit.
I agree. I can see him winning.
The way he
you can see
beat
him win?
Eric Koch, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, that's a coin toss.
you
man.
know-
Anybody could
yeah.
land a big shot and change.
It's a really good fight, though.
Yeah.
Those guys are both really technical, and McGregor's very unorthodox, man. He fights from a southpaw position. He moves like a snake. He's got
He's
this
tough to
like
train for.
He's got this in and out style that's
Yep.
very deceptive, man. It's not. There's a lot of dudes, and you see them throwing punches and throwing kicks, but they're very mechanical. They
Right.
step forward and they just throw predictable.
get a rhythm
combinations.
on 'em.
But McGregor's got like this wiggle. He's got this wobble in and out. He can counter
Anderson
off
Silva
things.
almost.
He'll-
Anderson Silva
yeah,
like him.
he
He's
drags
fluid.
guys into these
Yeah.
things and then counters.
He'll just duck, come back with a right. He's
Yeah.
You
really
say
good
duck?
boxer. man.
Jack Slack did a great.
Slip. He slipped the guy. It wasn't in UFC. He just does stuff that you don't usually see.
I don't think he's ready for like a top level guy. I want to see him get built up. Dustin Poirier is gonna be a
It's a big
hell of a
test.
match.
It's a
Tough,
big
tough
test. Look, Poirier is no fucking joke.
Fuck
He's
no.
legit, and the kid has been fighting for a long time,
And he's not scared of him.
and he's young,
and he's not scared of him.
And a guy,
That's
yeah,
the difference.
it's true. And a guy like Poirier is a guy that you could see a giant jump from him in just 4 or 5 months because he's in this confidence groove now. He beat Coke. You know, he's at this stage where he's like he knew Coke was about to fight for the title.
Yep.
When the fight got called because of injury, Coke was like set to fight for the title.
Beast, yes.
Yeah, he was ready to fight for the title. So Poirier beats him. It beats him convincingly. I mean, that's a big fucking win, man. He's a beast,
Bro,
man.
you know how we're talking about guys who take whatever fight, just go, yep, give it to us. There's a fine line, and this is where management comes into place, because the fighter should always accept the fight. Always.
A fighter should always accept
Always
the fight.
accept
Right.
the fight. Anytime my manager
Let your
calls me,
manager say
I go,
no.
yep, let's do it. It should be a manager's job, like, probably not, homeboy.
Right.
Like,
the manager being the guy
Yes.
who is his ego is presumably not attached to any bullshit.
Because a true
Yeah.
fighter's gonna be like, yeah, I can beat anyone in the world. Give him
Right.
to me. But when you're dealing with say you have a client at 170 and they go, hey, we want you to fight Hector Lombard in Australia where he lives. We want you to fly down there for 20 hours to get that ass whooped.
You better fake an ankle injury right
Worst
quick.
case scenario.
A manager's gonna be like, I don't think so. I think we'll hold out a little bit.
Yeah, and there's I mean, you've I'm sure experienced it yourself, the difference between you now and you when you're on Tough. If you could go back and fight you when you're on Tough, you'd probably beat your ass.
Oh my God, I'd last 20 seconds.
See?
I thought I was such a badass. I was so shitty, just super confident, just crazy confident.
That's so funny.
What do you think
Well,
of the
it's
new
being a
Tough
young
with the
athlete.
girls? Did you see the first 2 episodes?
Yeah, I did. I
Fucking love it.
do you?
I heard it's really good.
Really
it's
good.
good.
You guys
There's
are badass
that
chicks.
Rose is a beast.
So I trained with her in Endeavor when she very first started. She's your next Showtime Pettis. She can jump off the wall. She can do flying arm bars.
How is her jiu-jitsu?
She's a little
Her jiu-jitsu
beast.
is good?
Dude,
Very
have you
good.
seen her
Very
flying
good.
armbar finish? You seen this flying? She is going after this chick. Have you seen it? Have you
Oh
seen
yeah,
it?
yeah. She's a beast.
She's
man.
going after this chick. I mean, they're going to war. And Rose is chasing her down with combinations. The girl clinches up with her. Rose throws a fucking perfect flying armbar on her and taps her immediately.
She's your next superstar. If she does well on this show, she's going to be your next.
What about
she's your next Ronda.
Her grinding, grappling on the ground and positioning?
I don't
and
know. That's
passing?
the only
She's
thing I
more
ever
fancy.
saw.
She's more fancy. You know what I'm saying? I know
I
what you're
don't-
saying. I
yeah.
know exactly
Because
what
then
you're
someone
saying.
might be able to take her
I
down
agree.
and stuff
A
her.
wrestler, yes.
Yeah, you
I
might
agree.
be right. You might be right. But God
She's
damn
like
it.
very flashy.
Well,
She's
she-
very
is she
See
flashy.
that
around
armbar
kickboxing?
though? That fucking flying
Ridiculous.
That
armbar
tells you
was
something. If she's
ridiculous.
doing flying arm bars, that she's got to be at least the pretty good blue belt.
Dude,
at least, right?
the way she did it. You got to see the way she did it. She did it like a goddamn black belt. It was
But
like
you know, sometimes there's those people with like they have one crazy move and they're like,
Yep.
"Oh, do a shrimp for me." Like,
Yep.
what the fuck?
That's
Yeah.
true.
Like, you
That's
can't
so
even
true.
shrimp, but
Yeah.
you can do a
Some
flying
dudes,
armbar. It's because
they're
they came to the
Kimura
gym.
kings.
Yeah, and the first day they came in, they showed them a flying triangle, a flying armbar,
Yeah.
That
but they
fir-
can't do anything else.
The first fight, that it was a huge upset.
There it is. There it is right here. Do you remember when Pedipano fought Vinny Magalhaes and Vinny Magalhaes caught him with a fucking
shit, look at
beautiful
that.
flying
Look
tri-
at that.
Look at that. How wicked was that?
Oh, she's athletic.
That bitch is wild too. Look at her. She's dropping
She has the
around.
right
She's
attitude,
wild,
too. She has the
man.
right attitude,
But
man.
Look at
if
her,
you watch
she's
that
crazy.
again, if you watch that again, if you watch it again, look at
Eddie's
where
not
her legs
impressed.
are on the
Eddie's
arm
not
bars.
impressed.
Look,
Eddie said,
let me see it
look,
again.
Eddie said,
Eddie
"Ish don't
watched
think so. Ish don't
no,
think so."
no. I'm
Okay,
just
let's see
saying.
it again.
I'm just saying.
Let's see it
her
again.
legs are in a very bad spot as far as an arm bar.
Let's
look,
see
look,
it.
look at her legs.
Look at this.
Look at her
Boom.
left leg. Look at her left leg.
It's between the two arms.
No, her left leg is between the girl's legs.
Well, when at the end of it wasn't though, right?
Yeah.
Let me see.
Yeah.
Let's see it again.
Yeah, I
I
just
thought
saw
it-
that.
I
I
thought
thought at the
still
end it
worked.
wasn't.
I
But
thought at the end she
did
finished
work.
it
Look
with
at
the
her
two
left.
arms
Look
in.
at her left leg.
Okay.
Look at her left
Boom.
leg. Left leg. Look at her left leg. Left
Oh,
leg.
you're right. It's trapped in
correct.
between the legs. Oh, shit.
I don't know what that means.
Eddie
Eddie
Bravo
Bravo.
I don't know what
knows
that
Hey,
means.
Bravo,
You might know a thing
grappling in
or
your
two
day.
about jiu-jitsu.
You might know a thing
I
or
mean,
two.
that's a glaring. That was glaring.
Yeah,
you know?
it's true. I
I'm
didn't
always
even know
I didn't
analyzing-
see it.
Well, you know,
Did it work
when
'cause
you
it was so
teach
fast?
every day, I'm analyzing like I'm in analyze mode the whole time. I'm just looking at everyone's techniques. I can't help it. Every time I'm just correcting it.
That's
So
so,
you- so
true.
you see
but
everything.
If she got into this situation, you think she should have tried to finish it before she got her leg free, or if she felt strong, should she have just gone for it the way she did? Because she was obviously tangled up like that. Which, I mean, if she
again, that's hard to
changed-
tell what was going on in her
Right.
mind. Like maybe she thought, I know my leg's in a bad spot, but she's not. She's just leaving her leg hanging, so I'm just going to keep it there. I don't know.
She must be
'Cause
pretty
look at-
confident in that.
See, that girl's right leg was just like dangling over.
God,
She
That's
wasn't
amazing.
using it to defend. But damn, how quick did she hit that fucking flying armbar, man? This shit was beautiful.
She has the attitude to be a champion. I'll put
She's
it that way.
wild, man. And that whole
She's-
wild dance she did after she won.
She's definitely the hottest one. That's 100%.
That's important too.
That's 100%.
That's important. For
Are you
real.
kidding? Are you
Okay.
kidding?
Beg your
If she's legit, she's.
And she's attractive.
She's pretty
you
legit.
got a star.
And she's
She's
beautiful.
hot.
By the way, she is beautiful.
I mean,
we saw her at the Tough
facially,
premiere.
her face is. She's
She's
like
gorgeous.
a little Angelina Jolie.
Yep, she's
Yeah,
a cutie pie.
Very
Yeah.
beautiful.
She's a
That's
straight up
Pat-
cutie pie.
Pat
Pat
Bear's
Bear's
girlfriend.
girl. Yep.
Yeah, so be respectful.
Good work.
Yeah, he did well.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got
so
Kichi
gay. You're so lame.
Hey, can we
Kunamoto
back up?
versus Richard
Thanks for the
Walsh
invite
now.
to dinner, bro.
What?
Thanks for the
Brian.
invite to dinner.
Brian.
Hey, guys, there's fights going on right now.
I know,
you
but
fucking
you know,
selfish bitch.
all right.
Kiichi Kunimoto and
Fight
Richard
companion to the
Walsh.
death, man, for
To the
life.
death, brother.
Fight
To the
companion to life.
Gentlemen.
Hey, Brennan, ex-friend.
Salute, my brother.
Salute.
Unbelievable.
Powerful Eddie
9:30
Bravo
or-
catching the bad positioning
Wow.
on the legs.
Yeah,
man.
right. I didn't even see it.
I'm with my family.
That was nice.
Fix that, Rose. Fix it. Pat, get on it.
Or just keep finishing bitches like that.
Pat, come on.
Oh, no.
Oh!
Kunimoto.
Pat for sure. Teach her that flying armbar.
Everybody goes to that deep half now, Eddie, huh?
Keep your hands up, bro.
I missed that.
A lot of guys go to the deep half on the ground now, don't they?
In and out. You got to go in and out. You don't have time to play around.
Oh,
Yeah.
these boys
That's
are
not a thing where you
trading.
can sit, right? The deep half, you just got to just go with it,
In and
right?
out. Boom, boom. Slingshot.
Bro.
Everyone's growing their beard out though, huh?
Sexy.
And I
It's
can't do it.
It's very
I can't
lumberjack
do it.
like.
You can't grow a
do
beard,
it?
huh?
I can't do it.
Too smooth, huh?
Travis Brown got me beat in that
Yeah,
area.
he does.
So when you grow a beard, does it just look like a homeless banjo player type beard?
Yeah, I look like Venice freaking
Got any spare change?
selling bullshit
Who's
art.
the giant asking me for spare change?
Kunimoto got cracked. Big kick.
Oh,
Get up.
man. Look at that.
Walsh is a beast. Strong striker.
He looks like Kit Dale.
He does. A lot.
Kuramoto is in Japan. He cannot lose.
Kid Tail's got a funny Instagram page. Oh, Kunimoto's busted up, man. Somebody's busted up.
It's
a lot of blood.
It looks like his nose though.
Oh, nice knee to the body. Yeah, that is like a standard, like masculine look now. The big crazy beard.
Everyone's
Yeah.
kind of doing
It's
it
funny.
though. Everyone's kind of doing it.
It didn't exist just a few years ago.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It was kind of like the tramp stamp
It
years
existed
ago.
in the 70s. It's all cyclical. Styles come and go.
Okay, Dad.
I wonder what that is.
what the fuck was that? What were you giving a lecture?
Trends come and go,
But why
boys.
is that? Why do some trends happen? Like, why do people all of a sudden
question.
start growing beards? Why?
How about bell bottoms? How the fuck did that happen?
Like, what is it? How does a trend
Skinny
start?
skinny jeans.
Right.
Now you got big guys wearing
But what
skinny
is it?
jeans.
What it's so interesting how I think it's a culture.
Kumamoto
It's
got
something
hit in the
happens
balls.
in a culture, and it manifests itself in how people
Pop
decorate
culture.
themselves.
Pop culture. They see celebrities doing it, and then they jump on it.
Brendan, are you using the Diamond Cup? What do you use to protect
Diamond
your
cup.
cap?
Yeah, diamond cup.
Yeah.
Why, is that really good?
Only the best for this hobby.
Have you? I hear you, brother. Have you ever fucked around with a Thai steel cup?
I have.
Yeah,
I have.
what's-
and I feel
what's
like
better?
it gets more in the way of things,
Yeah?
especially grappling. Have you grappled in a lot?
Well, that's what I was. No, I have never grappled in a Thai steel cup. But I would imagine that. First of all, you know, I rolled with. You remember Amir?
Sadala?
No, the other Amir.
Renovardi?
Amir Renovardi.
My bad.
I rolled with Amir Renovardi at Legends, and he used to roll with a Thai steel cup on, and he would mount you. He'd use it as a weapon. It was really rude.
They
Arm bars,
Really?
arm
What
bars
would
are
he do?
intense with it too. The
Yeah.
Well,
leverage.
he's
one.
a strong guy
Dude,
anyway. He's a strong guy
it's
anyway.
so crazy. That is so crazy that the IBJJF outlawed cups. You're not allowed to protect your balls because cups are so dangerous.
I agree with it.
I agree with it.
agree
You're
with it.
not allowed to protect
the
your
leverage
balls.
is intense, man.
See, I agree, but I think like a cup that doesn't hurt, like a diamond cup, like a softer plastic cup, I think should be
That
okay.
leverage,
there should be
bro.
a foam
That
one.
leverage.
There
Yeah.
should be a foam one.
Yeah,
where-
but
you know what I mean?
God damn it! I broke my balls once. I had like dick bleeding once.
Bro, you know,
Dude,
I only
please.
wear
Huh.
a cup
You know
when,
about
when
this.
I'm fighting. I
You know
only
about
wear a
this,
cup
hey?
when I'm fighting. I
Unless you
never
wanna
wore a
throw
cup
up.
in football all the years.
Really?
Only when I fight, I wear a cup.
Because
Wow.
you might get kicked in the balls.
No, well, you have to wear it in the UFC.
They
Well,
make
there
it-
was
I
a,
wouldn't wear one if I didn't have to.
one of the Militich
because
guys
why? Because it's a liability.
lost a ball. One of the Militich guys, God, I forget his name.
Got
He's a
kicked in
really
the ball,
talented
lost one?
fighter, and in training, and it was one of those things where you're like, I don't need a cup. We'll just go
You
light.
told me
Hog
you told me
Watcher
this
lost
before,
it.
Yeah.
and you sent me. You got me hooked up with the diamond cup since you told me this story. I still don't give a shit.
What's the
God,
difference?
protect
Look what
your
Lance
hog,
Armstrong
son.
did with one nut.
But what is the difference between a regular
Hog
Think
Watcher,
about it.
Hog Watcher has one nut.
Well,
Remember that?
well, if you think about like Lance Armstrong, man, first of all, Lance Armstrong, like you could never do what Lance Armstrong was doing in the UFC because you'd get caught. You would get caught simply. Like they're gonna do random
are you
tests.
saying because he's taking a lot of drugs he won the Tour de
Crazy
France?
talk.
I think that maybe him taking a lot of drugs was one
I
of the
thought it was
reasons
because
why
he had
won
one
the Tour de
nut.
France.
I thought it was because he had
Dude,
one nut.
I'm
Maybe.
thinking some chemicals were involved.
Could have
No, I
been.
feel you.
That guy
Could
was
have
a
been.
fucking science experiment, man. He was a fucking science experiment.
What if
Everyone was, though. Let's be honest. Everyone was.
Absolutely. You're 100% right. Chael Sonnen said it best. You know, Chael Sonnen was talking
He
about
would
it.
know.
He's like, look, the guy was the best cheater. He goes, that's what he was. He was the best cheater. He probably had some
Everybody
genetic
does it.
advantages,
That's the
but he
thing.
was
That's the
best
thing with
cheater.
baseball too. They're like, oh, these guys steroids, blah blah. The pitchers are on steroids too, man. I hate to
Yeah.
tell you, it's a level playing field.
Oh, it's over? We missed the ending. We're talking all this shit. Oh, he hooked him with the left hook.
That guy is tan as shit.
Oh, nice. Oh, beautiful.
It's gotta hurt. Ugh. It's tough though.
Yeah, if there's anything to suck at in MMA or to not be as good or suck in comparison to your opponent, the scary thing is striking. God damn. That's why a guy like a Lombard is so fucking terrifying, because he does both.
He does both.
You ever see that video of him breaking that dude's leg in a grappling competition?
No.
You hear it snap. You've seen it, Eddie.
Ugh.
which one?
Hector Lombard
What
snaps
part of
some
his
dude's
leg?
I don't remember.
What part of his leg?
I don't know. It looked like an ankle lock, so probably his ankle.
God.
Or down by
That's horrifying.
the bottom of his leg. I mean, he just snapped this dude's leg. You hear it. You hear the crack. I don't remember what kind of leg lock it was, but it was nasty.
Did he hang on to it like Palahari style?
Just snapped it. The guy screamed and it was over. He's a fucking freak, dude. Okay, this fight is not over, man. That was just in between rounds.
Jesus.
Wow, that guy is still in there. By the way, who is fucking tougher? Like, as a if you had like a generalization about a nation, for like guys who can take it.
I know what
Japanese guys can fucking take it.
Well, I actually know that
Sakuraba,
Samoans are no punk.
they've actually done.
They're the hardest.
They've done some
White
studies
guys
on the
kinda
people that
suck.
can endure the toughest.
Don't forget about the
Damn it,
Mexicans.
the toughest soldiers.
yeah.
Ooh,
But
come
the
on,
toughest
man.
soldiers, they say, traditionally are Koreans and Turks. Their
Wow.
their legendary ability to endure hardship and stuff.
That's interesting.
But then again,
you would think that
Mexicans
there's
are tough.
There's some
Mexicans, man.
Korean
Mexicans are
fighters
tough.
that are really good. There's a few Korean fighters that are really
Yeah.
good. Korea's started to build like this really good base now.
Well, Korea was
Stun Gun
invaded
Kim.
400 times.
Ho-Man
so-
Choi making a comeback.
Is he?
Yep. That's
Is
what
he-
I heard. Looking for a scrap.
Is he getting his pituitary gland operated on? Like,
He's
a lot
like,
of those guys
He's
had
like
to do
600 pounds. Who's gonna fight him?
that. Nobody.
No
but
one.
like Bigfoot was like way over 300 pounds. Remember he fought that dude, the big jiu-jitsu dude, Eric, guy from Hawaii, Eric Pele?
Oh, yeah.
Remember Eric Pele?
Yeah. Huge guy.
Huge
fought
guy.
him?
Bigfoot did.
That's right.
Back in the day. I think Eric Pele beat him. I think he knocked him out, right?
Was that in
forgot.
Elite XC?
God damn it, I don't remember. Find that, Jamie. Eric Pele versus Bigfoot Silva. Man, I can't remember what happened with that, but Pele was huge. He was like 300 pounds.
This
Big giant.
Yamamoto
They say
Cylinders
Mark
fight,
Hunt.
dude.
You see, Mark Hunt started camp at 340 pounds.
Yeah.
What?
It's
What?
light. It's nice and light. For Mark
Oh,
Hunt.
no.
It's beautiful. He's in good shape.
340
That's perfect.
pounds.
That's what you want. You
Barely,
want
barely made weight. Had to cut
healthy.
weight.
That's the average.
Feeling
That's the average
plump.
14-year-old Samoan.
Keeping all that weight
just
on.
the blueprint of healthiness. Just
He's an animal.
Dude.
I'm a Mark Hunt fan to the end.
I'm a Mark
He's
Hunt fan.
so fun.
I think everyone's a Mark Hunt fan.
You have to be.
You have
He's
to
so
be.
fun. And by the way, he's got some of the most beautiful walk-away KOs. His KO is Stefan Struve.
Tusher?
And yeah, Chris Tuchscher. And how about Chak
Congo.
Congo? God damn, that precision with that left hook he landed. Just blap, blap.
Scary dude, man.
Oh, he's tough as fuck. And by the way, barely throws any leg kicks. He's got legs that are like fucking telephone poles. They're the most frightening legs. You think if that guy
he doesn't
kicked
really
you,
throw him.
Bone.
if he
doesn't
put
really
it,
throw 'em.
he would fuck guys up. If he threw a lot of leg kicks, I mean, he throws them occasionally, and they have a lot of power behind
He'll
him.
throw a head
His
kick
legs
every
are
now and then.
enormous. They're fucking enormous.
Even if you block it, you're gonna get fucked up.
Dude, anybody who doesn't incorporate leg kicks in their game, if they could have been there when I was first starting to do commentary and I got to see Pedro Hizzo fight when he was in his prime.
Oh, kicking Randy Couture's leg off and shit.
Everybody would be doing leg kicks. It's such a ruthless weapon when it's in the hand of a guy like Pedro Hizzo. Jesus Christ. I never heard anybody's leg kick sound like that before.
Correct.
They inspired me to go and kick the bag like hundreds of times more. Just being there from him doing that made me want to work out.
Your leg kick's pretty crazy, my man.
I guarantee you.
When we trained with Dwayne at your house, you were kicking it all hard. My best friend and my brother were there. You're like, Brendan, your turn. I was like, God damn it.
Joe can kick
like a
ridiculous.
motherfucker.
It's ridiculous speed and power.
It's hard to kick after him, right?
That is
it's
weird
Like trying to follow him in comedy. It's the same
Yeah,
thing.
I was trying to be funny. I made some joke. Here I go, everybody, or some stupid.
We've told some stories before, man. We got
in the car, and my brother was like, Rogan gets hard on you, huh? I'm like, yeah, man, better kicker. Fuck you guys, all right? Big deal.
Hey, check this out. What do you call it? Maybe 15 years ago, I was hanging out with Joe. We dropped off his car to get a new stereo, and we had to kill like 2 hours. So there was a gym across the street, a kickboxing gym, owned by some Middle Eastern brothers that were good at kung fu and kickboxing.
Awesome.
We just go. We show
Perfect.
up. We show up, and Joe's just hanging out. And I asked the guy. I made it seem like we were interested in joining. So I asked him. I go, "What kind of kicks do you guys throw here?" And he goes, "Oh, we throw a lot of we do these kicks and those kicks." And I go, "Can you show me what kind of kicks you throw here?" So he's all warming up, stretching out, and he's about to kick this bag. And he looks over at Joe, and he sees Joe like shadow boxing a little bit.
Flexible.
And he asked Joe. Joe didn't want to. I wanted to set. I was setting him up. I wanted him to kick the bag first, and then have Joe kick and look at his face. I've done this before, like at John Jock's. There's like an old thing that I did, and I was setting him up. But before he kicked the bag, he looked at Joe and says, "Have you ever trained?" And Joe didn't want. He goes, "Yeah." And he goes, "In what?" And Taekwondo. And then he goes, "For how long?" I was like, "Quite a long time." And he goes, "Let me see what you got." So then Joe said, "Okay." So Joe murders this fucking bag. He destroys the bag. And after he gets done with this flurry of hurricane kicks, the guy goes, "Hey, listen."
Fuck that noise.
He goes, I do this for a living. If I have a kicking contest with him, I can get hurt, and it affects my classes. I'm going to teach. If you guys want to come to the class, I'll show you the kicks in class.
Guy.
Dude,
smart guy.
Am I lying?
Dude, 100%
The Instagram
he wouldn't kick it.
where he's kicking with Mike Delagrate.
Mark Delagrate.
Whatever his name is.
He doesn't even know the guy's name.
I watched that
He's on
dude.
a fight podcast. He doesn't know Mark Delagrate.
I watched that fucking. Shut up.
It's tough.
Shut up, both of you. I watched that video 15 times.
Oh, you only
sometimes.
work with a fucking professional fighter.
It's
no
Mark
worries.
Delagrate.
No,
You only
listen,
work
man.
with a top 10 heavyweight. No worries.
I've seen a lot of guys kick. I've grown up in gyms. I've seen Dwayne. I'm just saying. The hardest kick I've ever seen, I'll go on record saying this, is Joe Rogan. It's not just because he's my boy. It's the hardest kick I've ever seen.
It's
We
the
got in the
craziest shit
car,
I've ever seen.
and I thought everyone was going to be talking about my boxing, right? But no one said shit. Everyone's talking about Rogan's kicks.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, fuck that guy. Anyways, and just, it's like, damn, man.
It's
like,
nutty shit.
It's
man.
insane. If you
I've
haven't
never
seen it, check
anything
it
like
out.
Well,
I
It's on
started-
Instagram.
I started doing it when
to-
I was a little kid.
So what?
man.
When I would
So did I.
commentate for King of the Cage back in the day, this was like in 2000, I would work with Joe every now and then. He was trying to show me some shit. And man, I was holding bags from it. I felt it. This is like 2000, 2001. And I'm thinking, are kicks from a guy this size supposed to be this hard? I didn't know. He was showing me how to hold bags. I'm like, this is I could only imagine if I didn't have the bags how they would hurt on my arms.
You know your arm would break.
So I at John Jock's, there was a bag, one bag in his jiu-jitsu school. And it was filled, the class was filled with guys that were black belts in karate. They were trying to add jiu-jitsu to their system. We had a bunch of black belts. So I wanted to know if maybe this was just normal. Maybe all dudes can kick like
right?
this. So I would have guys go, "Dave, can you kick the bag right here?" Dude who owned a karate. So he would kick and I go, "Joe, now you kick it." And then everyone would go, "Oh,
It's like
shit."
a shotgun.
And then we're like, "Oh my God, it is incredible." So then I kept doing that over and over. I wanted to
Just to
make
compare
sure, just to make sure I was telling, I knew what I was talking about. So I remember commentating for King of the Cage, and Rico Rodriguez was backstage, and we were hanging out, and he was the only one I saw that would throw turn-in side kicks. And I felt Joe's turn-in side kick. He's right away. He was showing me how powerful it can be, And I remember taking a video of Joe doing turning side kicks in his old house in the garage, showing it backstage at to Rico Rodriguez. There was no YouTube or anything. I'm like, look, dude, you got to take lessons from Joe Rogan. You got to throw it. And I remember him looking at the screen, and you couldn't really tell on that little. It was a little LCD screen from my video camera.
Yeah.
My video camera. I'm showing. And he was like, I'm trying to show him there's no technology in 2000 at all. I had to show him with the LCD screen, and he was like, interesting. And you know, and he thought I was crazy. The guy from Fear Factor can kick like better than anybody.
I watched that Instagram video. I showed probably 50 people that.
You know who can kick like a fucking mule, and I would beg him to kick. Shane Carwin. I said, when you fight Brock Lesnar, throw this fucking kick.
Well, he built in that weird way. His like everything is too big. His shoulders are too big. His hands are too big. He walked into fucking the Boulder Jiu-Jitsu school.
Yeah.
He walked to Mall Easton's place.
Mall Easton, yeah.
And I swear to God, it took me a half a second to realize it was Shane Carwin because I thought I was watching like a movie.
God.
I thought I was watching a movie where like The Thing shows up.
He's that giant.
Bro,
He's that big.
He was practicing kicks, and we kept telling him, we got to use him. This is right before I won the Tough House. This motherfucker decided to start using them.
Oh my God.
Tore my MCL the week before I went to the Ultimate Fighter house. So I went in the house with a torn MCL.
Oh my God.
He kicked me once. I said, no more, you fucking
I can only imagine if you look at how big his hands are, if you see how hard he punches, the punching power is going to directly translate to kicking power. If a guy has freaky punching power, he's going to have freaky kicking power. Almost always. It's just a matter of has he put in the same amount of time.
Wow, this Japanese guy hung in there, man.
Yeah, he's got this dude.
This is his chance.
On his back.
If he chokes him out, this would be incredible.
Eddie, how funny is it that almost everybody goes with the body triangle now when they take the back?
Isn't
it funny though that used to be a thing? We used to say that all the time.
I'm never going to disagree with Eddie Bravo ever. I'm just saying, for my game personally in MMA, I'm not a fan of the body triangle.
Why? Flexibility sucks?
No, I can do it.
Why aren't you a fan?
I just feel like, especially guys are so good at defending. A blue belt in the UFC with those big gloves can defend forever. So it's almost a stalling technique now. If you unless you're just Henry Gracie, Hiron Gracie, Eddie Bravo, Verdun, fucking nasty on someone's back, you gotta move. You got to move. You got to transition to arm bar. You got to transition to side control from it. Neck crank.
I have no problems with that.
I'm not disagreeing. I wouldn't disagree with you.
If I was going for the kill on the back, I would definitely put the body triangle in. I would. But if I wasn't, if I was thinking he's too fresh, in MMA it seems like if you get a guy's back and he's fresh,
it's tough to finish, man. The big
forget
gloves.
about it. I would transition to spiderweb, the armbar position. I would go right to that. Just with Ronda. Ronda don't mess around with the back. But if you get someone's back late and they're kind of tired and hurt, that's when you put the rear naked choke in.
That makes sense.
Because guys it's hard with the gloves, like you said.
They grab the glove though. If you notice, and you're not allowed to, but they grab the glove, so it's super tough, man.
And it's tough to sneak the hand in around the neck because of the glove.
Yeah.
Do you think that there could be an argument because the fact that they're not fighting with anything on their feet and they're kicking each other in the face? Like, why aren't they punching each other in the face with no gloves on? The reality being that if you punch incorrectly and if you were more wild and reckless with your punches, you would have to pay a price for it. So we're really more protecting hands than we even are the fighter. And in fact, it's probably better for your brain if you're getting bare-knuckled. If you're not allowed to tape your wrists up and you're not allowed to put anything on your hands, I'm sorry. You just can't hit as hard. You just can't. You're going to have some movement. You're going to have some movement in your wrists. When you punch, you can have a lot of movement. With your kicks, you don't have any fucking movement. You're shinning people in the head.
Bone.
There's no movement. And
thicker, denser bone.
And like Terry Edom, when Edson Barboza wheel kicked him, there's no movement in your fucking heel, man. Nope. None. So the amount of impact that you can make with a heel like that, like a hammer.
You're saying people should maybe wear pads on their feet.
The hands. No, I'm not saying
get
that.
rid of the gloves.
I'm saying get rid of the gloves. I think there's an argument for getting rid of the gloves.
You know why there's not? Mainstream media
Right.
Would you be like, what?
Bare
knuckle.
Bare
You
knuckle.
fucking morons! It's a 4-ounce glove. It doesn't do much.
It's just perception. I think honestly, it probably protects the hand more than it protects anything. I think Bellator
from
gloves,
breaking the hand.
Bellator gloves, they have a good idea because it's more curved and it's more padded and it protects the hand.
And
better.
why would there be padding in the
Fingers.
back of the hand? Why do they have padding
Because
right
you can
there?
back fist dudes. You get spinning back fist
Oh,
guys.
Jesus. There should just be pads on the knuckles, not on the back of the hand, that big, thick thing. It's harder to
That's a
get rid
good
of the
idea.
jokes.
It's
It'd be
true,
better grappling,
but
too.
the Bellator glove, the reason why it's so fat like that, the idea being that it's everlast.
They gave it to
Yeah.
the
They have
Japanese
the-
guy.
Pat.
Of
uh-oh.
course. Of
Whoa!
course I did.
Whoa! Maybe he won that second round.
I don't know. We didn't. We were really barely paying attention.
Dude, that first round should have been 10-8.
Hey.
There's no way. This should have been a draw.
I think what I was saying is the Bellator glove, it supports
And
the
there's still
metacarpal.
4 ounce. There's still 4
Yes.
ounce.
But there's more support because there's more. You would hate it even more, Eddie, because there's like more stuff on top. It's like
Yeah.
thicker on top. And the idea being, I think
That's
they.
what she said.
Oh shit, Brendan Schaub. I think they found that they had way less handbrakes though. Once they started using it, they had a bunch of
The
handbrakes.
Bellator gloves.
Yeah, they protect the
That's
knuckles more.
significant because the handbrake can keep you out. They take you out for
It
6
can,
months, right?
right? But Eddie, do you see my argument or my not? It's not even an argument. I'm not married to it. I'd be happy if they kept fighting with UFC gloves. But I think there can be a debate that it would probably be just as safe with no gloves, and probably maybe even possibly safer and way better for grappling.
Have there been less pokes to the eye or more, or has it been basically the
There's
same?
always like a steady amount. It happens all the time.
Yeah.
I would say with no gloves, if it's easier to knock a guy out, good for the show, good for the sport. If it's easier to get submissions because you don't have all that shit, that's good for the show. If it adds KOs and adds submissions, get rid of them.
I think that if you have gloves on, you probably can KO people better. I really do.
Yeah.
I think you have way more protection on your wrist. That's a big thing. Your hands are wrapped up. You feel real confident with it. It's nice and tight.
Yeah, anything to get more knockouts and more submissions. That's what we
Yeah.
want to see. We're not paying for decisions.
Yeah, I mean, and also it's like how much work is getting done? I mean, how much work is getting done with those fucking gloves on?
Spend a lot of time wrapping the hands for what really again?
Yeah.
Got to protect those hands, man. Those hands are precious.
Yeah, I mean, think about
Fuck
like
the
looks like a
cheekbones.
killer.
Fuck the
Looks like
cheekbones.
a murderer.
Let's
Fuck
just
your eye sockets.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's.
This is kind of weird, right?
Why won't they pad up the eye socket? Have like
Well, this is all. I think it's all remnants of boxing. You know, I think we have like a lot of ideas in our head. We have their scoring system. We don't have our own scoring system. Our scoring system is based entirely on the boxing scoring system, the 10-point must system. We just arbitrarily started using 10-point must because the athletic commissions had already prepared for it. They already had judges that knew how to score a 10 for the winner, 9 for the loser. If it's a bad round, you scored an 8. I mean, this is a way different game than boxing. It needs its own type of fighting.
I'm super into
Score-
that.
I know you are.
Sorry, man.
Don't you think that we need a more complex scoring system?
Fuck yeah.
Nothing gets-
What about
nothing
you,
gets
Eddie
changed.
Bravo? When we worked together, Eddie Bravo used to do the in-round scoring at the UFC, and it was fucking great because Eddie had a system.
unofficial judge.
Unofficial in-round scoring.
you know what the hell's
So he
going
would
on?
sit next to us. He would sit next to us. Then in between rounds, we would, we'd show a highlight or something, and then I'd say, Eddie, what do you think? And Eddie would say, I gave it to this. I think Verdun did that, and blah blah blah. And he would break down why. And he had a sheet, and on his sheet, he would write kicks on one side, takedowns on the other side, submissions on the other side, and he would write like what type of submission, how close it was, and he had all that stuff laid out, and then afterwards he would give a detailed reason why. I thought that Kane won that round because of this, and he would go over all the various
You got to write it
aspects.
down. It's so hard. I didn't write it
So
down at
many
first.
factors.
There's so much that went on in that round. It's hard
Okay,
to
but
tally, but if
here's-
you could visually see it, I
Here's
would
a
write
question:
it down.
If somebody attempts 10 takedowns, and the guy stuffs 10 takedowns,
The aggressor is more valuable.
right?
Yeah.
But then he gets one.
Well,
Then
look,
the question:
What about
he wins the round for sure. He's winning the round if he's attempting more. If the
Right.
guy's stuffing it, the guy he's not giving up too much.
So
'cause he's stuffing it.
aggression should count as
Sure.
Yeah.
Should be something.
What
You're the one
about
forcing
what
the
about
fight.
if I'm a submission artist? I pull half guard, and I'm throwing all these submission attempts, and the guy's kind of getting out of them. I'm getting nothing. The judges see the guy on top; he's getting the points.
It's true, but I see
Say
your
that
point
again.
with that.
Say that again. A guy's trying to submit
So
you.
let's say you and I are fighting. You pull guard, and you're throwing omoplata, triangle, arm bars nonstop for 5 minutes, nonstop. And I'm just the whole time I'm defending, I win the round. That ain't right.
What? That ain't right, but
And I'm doing no damage.
But let's say for in that Ben Saunders fight, let's say that exact same thing happened every round. He ended up taking him down and just assaulted him with those elbows and rubber guard, but he didn't finish him. I think when it's that clear, the judges will give it to the guy on the bottom because it has happened before. It just needs to be clear with some serious threats from the bottom.
That's up for debate. You would think they would. I bet it'd be 50-50 depending where you're fighting.
They should.
How fucking crazy is that,
They should. Yeah, they should.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Because
think if the NFL, NBA were like that, where it's 50-50.
Yeah,
where it's
let's say Ben Saunders.
Don't leave it up to the judges.
Yeah, let's say Ben Saunders didn't get the omoplata. The guy survived and the time ran out. Who would have won that round? You think the judges would have really gave it to the dude on top?
Probably.
He was in deep shit the whole time.
I know, but all they do is a lot of them are just mentally geared towards he's on top, he's winning the round.
Yeah.
Because they're uneducated with jiu-jitsu.
You know what ends up happening? I'll tell you, some of these judges, man, they look at the replays. And if in the truck they're showing one dude doing all that stuff, they go, okay, they must in the truck think that dude's winning. So they do that.
You think so?
They do that for 100% for sure.
100% for sure.
Million
100%.
Not all of them.
1,000,000%.
Not all the judges. Not all the judges.
But a few.
But I know it's happened.
Dude, this is the fight I'm looking most forward
to. Brendan Schaub has a weird fascination with this fight.
I know.
I don't think it's about fighting.
I'm gonna just.
weird.
I don't think it's about
I get
fighting.
this weird
She's
feeling.
a thick young lady. She looks.
Look at her picture. Look at her picture up for the UFC. You see how thick she is? Like a little Paula Harris.
Look at her arms.
I think
Holy
Misha
shit.
Tate is very attractive.
They're-
She might be
they're
the most
both
attractive.
very
She doesn't do
She might be the
steroids.
most attractive female athlete.
She doesn't do steroids. No way.
Who?
Look at that Japanese.
No, hold
chick
on,
right
hold
there.
on.
Look at that. And then tell me
She's a cutie pie too.
No, first of
Look
all,
at her.
Rin grew up doing gymnastics, judo. She trains every day. Takes only 1 day off a month. She trains 4 hours a day.
Yeah.
She has that freaking crazy work ethic.
Yeah, I don't.
She's
I think-
undefeated too.
Yeah, look at those arms, dude. Come on.
She's undefeated.
Undefeated, 16-0, one
Dude,
draw.
look
She's
at
no joke.
She's nasty on
I'm
the
a
ground.
huge
No
fan.
joke.
Right now, I'm a huge fan. All of a
Right?
sudden, I hope she's awesome.
Me
I hope
too.
she doesn't get smoked.
Well, what is that thing that she does?
Look how
like
yoked
those
she is.
weird photographs that she does. She does
Oh,
like
you mean
weird
the
modeling.
awesome, sexy pictures
Yeah,
she
yeah,
takes,
yeah.
Joe?
Hey, I'm not saying it's bad.
You
It's
mean
called
the awesome-
marketing. It's called marketing.
Look,
You mean
I'm-
the awesome?
I'm just saying.
I'm
if
getting
it was
more wine for this.
If it was your mom, I would say it's odd.
Hey, I got a question for you, Brandon.
Are you going to a store, Brian?
No, bro, it's in my car.
Okay.
I forgot.
It's
Hey,
weird you have wine
Brandon.
stored in your car.
If your opponent,
gonna go to
let's
another
say,
party
let's say
right now.
Travis Brown wanted to fight you in a rash guard, and the commission, since they're allowing girls to fight in rash guards, they decide, let's make it, it's up. Leave it up to the fighters. Would you allow, if it was up to you, would you allow Travis Brown to wear a rash guard in your fight?
No.
Why not?
Because
Girls wear them all the time.
it's true.
Why
But
would you say no?
But they're
Would you,
both in them.
would you say no, or would you say whatever he wants? It doesn't matter. What would you say?
I would probably say no because if he wants to wear it, there's some sort of advantage that he thinks that he's going to have by wearing it. So he must be hella comfortable in this rash guard. If I pull the power move, I'm like, nah, son, take that rash guard off because I'm not wearing one. You know what I'm saying?
Brendan Schaub playing mind games.
But
Yeah.
you can't. You
Oh,
would,
yeah,
you
cut
would
that-
think.
cut
you
that
would
bit,
think-
too.
Look.
But what could be the advantage?
I don't know. You're nasty in a rash guard.
What are you talking about nasty? Look at this. No, behind you. Brendan Schaub.
Dude, she's yoked.
Whoa.
There's your girl.
Look at those legs.
There's all the photographs of her.
She got a butt on her, son.
What about look at her arms, man? Her
It's too
arms
much.
are
It's a little much.
massive.
I know, a little much.
No, because I think she would be kind of submissive. It'd be kind of hot because she's like this super strong.
telling you, look
So
at
what
Asian
kind of advantage do you
martial
think he
arts
would have?
killer.
probably maybe a grip advantage.
How
in the
would he grip
beginning?
you?
Because let's say you're fighting a guy like Fabricio Verdum, who you're worried about is you're gonna get a really good sweat and warm up on before, so I'm a little more slippery. You know what I'm saying?
You want to be slippery.
Yes.
Oh, I see. So you think that it would be an advantage because it would limit your defense.
Yes.
Especially with a guy like Verdum, right?
That's what I'm saying. You're
Such
dealing
a
with a
sneaky guard.
like,
So what she's wearing? What if Travis Brown wanted to wear that? You would object to it?
yeah, I'd slap him in the face.
Really?
Yeah, at the press conference, slap him in the face for even considering it.
I don't
What
think
if the
that
guy
would
you were
go
fighting?
over
Okay.
well.
What if the guy you were fighting?
Help John Jones in D.C.
What if the guy you were fighting? Let's see. Who could it be?
Did it help him?
If he wants to wear a mask, I'm down
Lucha
for
Libre
that.
What if you were
I'm down
fighting-
for that?
Dos Carlos wore that in Pride?
I'm down for that.
Hey, what if you were fighting Crow Cop and he wanted to wear a rash guard? Would you allow him? Think about it. He was not going to try to submit you.
I know, but I kept taking.
You would
him
want to
down.
submit, but
I fought Crow
No,
Cop.
oh wait, that's right. You beat him, right?
Yeah.
Knocked him out.
I forgot.
Yeah, and not only
Yeah,
that.
that was a bad example.
It would be a bad example because a kickboxer would want to have a really good guard. Like you would want to have that
And
extra
he wants
grip.
to get up.
Yeah.
But if you're on the bottom, how is that going to help you with
The
the
extra
guard?
grip holding a guy onto you.
No,
You know, 'cause
it
a
would-
lot of those
it'd
guys
be-
would just try to get stood up.
Yeah. Yeah,
bought
that's all.
2 bottles of
Orlovsky and Crow Cop did the same thing, just held on.
So you,
Yeah.
so you would be against if you had to sign a petition against. Are you for or against rash guards in MMA for men?
I honestly don't care that much. But if you wear a rash guard, I want to wear wrestling shoes. I'm gonna kick you in the face.
Wrestling shoes. What if you were going up against a guy like Paul Harris? Then no wrestling
no wrestling
shoes.
shoes. No wrestling
Very
shoes. I'm
sweaty
gonna
ankles.
oil these things up.
Oil them up
Yeah, we're.
And put a little cocoa
There's a
butter
guy-
and
on.
make leg locks illegal.
I want to
What do
say
you
the
think-
dude's name, but I know a dude who would lay in a mineral bath. He would take mineral oil and lay in the bath the night before, and then he would take a shower and dry off, and then he would make weight.
Soak
and
in it.
even though he was not wearing any oil on him, he was so oily from the night before that as soon as he broke a sweat, it would all come through his
Boom.
pores,
Yeah.
and he would just be like a fish,
Seal,
Like,
just a seal.
like
Just
an eel. What?
Brendan, do you think you could beat in an MMA fight? Do you think you could beat Gabby Garcia?
Are you being for reals?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think
How
you could
dare
beat her?
you.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
the
just
hell
curious.
yeah.
You're talking to a man.
I would beat
Can
her in
you,
a
can you
jiu-jitsu
punch up
match, my
Gabby
man.
Garcia? Look how big
I'd
she
be-
is.
I know, I'd beat her in a
Gabby
jiu-jitsu
Garcia.
match.
And then put
She's-
images.
She lost weight. She got slim.
She's
I don't care.
shredded,
I don't care if she's
shredded,
300 pounds.
She's shredded.
Real quick, I like
Okay.
Misha Tate. I think she's very attractive. However,
Rin Nakai.
yes, Rin Nakai, I just feel like she can
She's the
win
real
this,
deal.
and it's going to be good for the sport.
Could you imagine if she became the welterweight or the bantamweight champion? If Rin Nakai, if she's got all these freak pictures of her in her underwear, you know, wearing fucking like little fucking bunny rabbit slippers and shit.
This
sticking
is
her
a
ass up
dangerous
in the air,
fight. This
and
is a
she's the
dangerous
best.
fight for
She's
Misha.
got head
man.
movement.
Oh,
She's
weird.
It's a
jabbing
dangerous
like,
fight for Misha
she's 10
because she
yards
doesn't know
away.
what to expect.
Yeah, but she could be
Look
setting
at this
her up.
little bulldog.
What is
She
she
could be
doing?
setting her up.
This Japanese bulldog.
It doesn't necessarily mean she doesn't know what she's doing. She
No.
could be setting her up.
Oh,
Very.
no.
She's gonna try to get her down. Oh,
Oh, she doesn't know what she's doing.
Come on. her
Okay.
striking.
No, she's stiff. But she could still land, man. But she looked very stiff. there.
Nerves. You got first UFC
Fuck
fight.
yeah, fuck yeah. USC.
Oh,
No,
I bet she's
Misha
real
Tate.
strong.
Oh, dude, Misha Tate's gonna fuck her up. Misha Tate's
Hey,
looking
hey,
very
Brian,
good
for
here.
sure quit
Very
chewing into the mic.
Aggressive. What
how
the
long?
fuck
How,
is wrong
how long
with
you been in show business,
What the
my
fuck
man?
is wrong with you? He wants to be on that mic so badly.
I got hungry, sorry.
Even when he's eating, he can't push it away. But it's my friend. It's right
My
there.
friend.
It looks like Misha's going to dominate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does. Misha
She looks
said.
very
Misha
strong.
said, "Oh, you train every day except for one. Check this out."
Misha looks very strong and very aggressive. And you know, there's another thing that she's coming off of a fight where she wasn't.
Oh,
that's what I'm saying.
Wow.
Ragdolling her.
Yeah.
Misha's jiu-jitsu is pretty solid too.
Yeah. Well, her overall technique is very solid. I mean, she's the only person to ever put Ronda in a compromising position in a fight.
Liz Carmouche.
Liz Carmouche.
Oh, that's true. That's true. But that was when Ronda she still does. She does that hip toss where she grabs a hold of the headlock.
It's a headlock. Yes.
And she gives up the back all the time
It was
with
the-
that.
you know why? It's because she wasn't trained with a cage, so she wasn't used to it and got in a weird position.
I just feel like she's so confident that she feels like it doesn't matter if they get her neck or whatever. She's going to fuck them up. That girl has such incredible, like, laser beam focus towards victory.
Dude.
She doesn't have any doubt.
It's
So
gonna be
rare.
that Betch Correa.
Correa.
That's gonna be a great
Is
fight.
that gonna
man.
actually happen? Is that the next fight?
She's got Ronda so
Worked
pissed
up.
off. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's she's
Real quick, to
demanded
me,
that
she looks
fight.
like a giant.
She's tough. Well, compared to this chick, Rin Nakai. Well, Nakai's very thick, but it doesn't seem to be working out.
Rinikai better figure something out here.
Yeah.
Not that impressed. I got to be honest.
Well, she's very stiff. I mean, she can still win. Anything can happen. Fights are
she
crazy.
can win with a submission.
She's not gonna win.
She's not going to win
She's not gonna
striking.
win.
You never know, man.
No.
You never know.
She's not going to win striking unless
No
she
way.
just has some.
Oh, she got tagged with that knee. Misha's
no.
lighting her up
Misha's-
now.
no
Oh,
way.
Misha looks very smooth.
Yeah, she does.
Good
Misha
shit.
looks
Everything's getting
great.
close to taking her down.
Oh.
Look at that.
Oh, but I'm telling you, dude, weird things happen when people are durable. And this chick seems very durable. I'm not saying she's going to win the fight, but weird shifts can happen.
Misha's
I'll tell
a
you what.
professional.
I'll
She's
tell you
not.
what.
She's too good.
Rinikai's being like, holy shit, I'm in
Yeah,
the
she's
UFC.
getting lit
That's
up.
what she's thinking right now. Oh
Yeah.
shit, I'm in the UFC.
Well, this, by the way, this is like one of the best versions of Misha we've ever seen, if not the best.
You don't think it's
She
the
looks very
opponent she's
good.
facing?
I'm sure that has something to do with it. No, but seriously, she looks very good.
Schaub, be nice.
No, he's being honest.
I'm being
You're
dead honest.
Dead honest.
It's
You're
like when
dead
Overeem
right.
fought Frank
Yeah,
Mir.
but
I'm
you're
the
trying
biggest
to-
Frank Mir fan in the world. Everyone's like, oh my god, the Reem is back. Or was he fighting a human punching bag? Frank Mir did nothing.
Well, Frank's had a long career, man.
Dude,
and he got hit
I
by a
love
fucking
Frank.
car.
I love
I do too.
motorcycle accident, right? Yeah.
Got hit by a car. He was on a motorcycle, and the car literally hit his leg. The car slammed into his leg.
Yeah, but he
and
had
sent
great
him
fights
flying
after
through the
that.
air.
He still had great fights
He had
after
good
that.
fights. He had good fights after that.
Brock Lesnar?
It took him a long time to recover. I think that that was a devastating injury. I
For
mean,
sure. Frank's one of the best ever to do it, ever.
Well, without a doubt, one of the best submission artists. Without a
Oh,
doubt.
she's hurt. It's
oh,
over.
she's hurt.
It's over.
Oh,
she's really hurt.
It's over.
Oh boy,
Misha's just too
Chick's
good.
durable, man.
very durable.
The sport needs Misha.
It helps.
Women's fighting needs Misha Tate.
Wow, Brennan Schaub.
Imagine
going
what
out on a
Ronda
limb.
would do to her.
I'm telling you, because she's attractive, she speaks well, and she has some skills.
Yeah. Oh, she definitely has some skills. Oh,
No doubt.
shit.
She's about to.
You know, what is a chick like Misha, though? Like, what does she do with a girl like Ronda out there? That is kind of a problem,
Just
right?
stays in second
you're always
place.
going to be second place. But
Always second place.
Second place isn't that bad. It's like shake and bake. It's shake and bake.
Shake it, bake.
Shake it. Ronda shake. Misha's bake. Bake. Hey, Bake still lived in a nice crib. Yes, he did. Bake still had a nice crib.
Bake wound up fucking Shake's wife, remember?
Yeah.
Shit got crazy.
Shit gets crazy.
I like to
Shit
party.
got crazy. I like to party? That was what a
What
great
calls him up?
movie.
He goes, hey,
Why is the
Talladega
TV on? Why do you want
Nights.
the TV on the radio on the same time?
like to
Because I like to party.
Hey, how do you get the sound of the
God.
stereo
He's
but
telling
still
him
watching the
how to
TV?
work his fucking home system. That's such a good movie.
Great movie.
Shake and bake. But nobody, I'm telling you, man, they're not good friends.
Look at my face.
Ronda always belittles her.
No, they fucking hate each other.
So
No, I'm just
being
saying shake
second
and bake, but
place
they
to
hate
that
each other.
Yeah, but being second place to someone as ruthless as Ronda, like when they were doing the Ultimate Fighter together, and they were doing that thing where they were climbing the wall,
Yeah.
and Ronda wins, and she goes, "Fuck you, bitch."
Hates her.
She fucking hates her. Nobody does that. Everybody else, if it's Gilbert,
Even
and
guys don't do that. Guys, Ronda's a different animal, man.
I think Nick Diaz does.
She literally has hate in her heart.
Oh yeah.
I don't hate anyone in the UFC. I don't hate anyone.
Yeah.
No one. Ronda literally hates Misha Tate or hates
She's
a
on
few
some
people.
bitch.
She's on some next level shit.
She's on some demonic next level shit.
She's got some fury in her, and
and you don't want to be Misha Tate on receiving on the other end.
but you need to be. Not only do you need to match her skill set, which is good fucking luck, but you need to be able to match that intensity, man. That intensity is a motherfucker.
I'll tell you who's really fucked is this Rin Nakai, okay? She's fucked in life. Because we're talking about Ronda right now. This girl's over here
getting
attempting
lit
this
up.
half-ass double leg. She's freaking, I don't know what she's doing.
You turned on her.
I did,
In
man.
one round.
You turned on
Oh my
You were
god,
ready to date her.
Dude, you were
Bro, I was
crying.
man!
I was planning out our kids and shit.
I know you
Not
were in
with,
love.
Not with head movement like that.
No.
No.
Oh!
Excuse me, sir.
She doesn't have
Come
what
on.
it takes to take her
Get
down.
this, and Brennan might like you more.
No, she's not
Come
going to
on.
finish
No,
any
I'm
take.
all
for
over
big
Look
Misha.
at that.
Misha's
She's checking her
affection.
oil.
She's checking her oil. She doesn't have any oil in there, man. It's
her oil.
lube.
Misha was knuckle deep in that ass.
That's oil.
Knuckle deep.
Women, it's not an oil situation.
The knuckle deep meter hits red hot Friday night.
Misha's gonna TKO her with a knee.
Dude,
for
can
a
you imagine
takedown.
lube made from real butt oil?
Well, if a guy has oil, does a gal have oil as well? Would you call
No.
it checking your oil?
Yeah,
You need to come
everyone
up with
has
a new
butt
thing.
oil.
Checking your honey. Checking your honey pot.
Come on, butt oil is
This is
Checking your honey
pathetic.
pot.
This is a pathetic conversation. But
Checking the
just-
Kool-Aid.
But as
10% butt
listen,
oil.
Let's not do this because this is bad for the sport.
I agree.
But if this,
We're on a weird path, man. I was trying to stay out of it, but you guys dragged me in. I was trying to stay out of
none of
it.
our faults. It's none of our faults. We've been drinking and we're not responsible for our words.
Correct.
No,
But-
I am though. I'm just drinking coffee. I'm sober as shit.
But things like
But
that,
it's late.
like getting kicked in the junk. I don't ever know what to say. If a girl kicks a girl, I'm not coming up with a
Have
new
they shown
thing
it
to say.
slow motion?
I
Have they
goof
stopped the
on-
fight? Have they stopped
No,
the fight?
Never.
no.
What about
What's
a
gonna
titty
happen when
shot?
they do?
Happen.
What
It's
about a
gonna
titty
happen.
shot? That would hurt. For
What's
It
going to
must.
happen? Are you going to show it in slow motion? You show the ball shots in slow motion.
That's my point.
and
That's
everyone
my
goes,
point.
oh, the whole stadium goes,
And-
oh.
By the way, I joke about it sometimes. You know, I'll make light of it, like,
Yeah.
oh, that is not fun. You know, I'll
Yes.
say something like that, but I'm not going to say that if it's a girl.
If it's a cunt punt.
Hey, you said that, Eddie
Excuse
Bravo.
me.
Oh, Nakai's on her back. Nakai's on her back.
How did that happen?
What did
How
I
did she
tell
get
you?
her back?
Bro, what did I tell you, man?
Oh,
Weird
no.
shit happens when people are durable.
Oh,
She is
no.
the
This, this little fire
shit
hydrant just keeps
happens.
on keeping
Oh,
on.
Brendan Schaub's
I'm back
on
on.
the Brendan Schaub.
He wants her
He's
back.
back on.
He's back, baby.
You get this, we give you Big Brown.
But listen, she's shaking her.
easy.
Sorry,
She'll
she's
take
doing a
another
good
win
job.
than that.
Sorry to pimp
You
you out.
don't win one and get the brown.
That's
Let's
not
see
good.
if
That's
she
not
can
good for
hold this
Misha
back
right there.
position. Let's see if she holds the back position.
too
Or
short.
Misha
She's
can-
gonna shake her off.
She's
gonna
trying to
shake her
switch to
right
a body
off.
triangle. But no, look, she's hanging on, man. She's kind of hanging on. Well, she's going to be in her guard
She's
now
gonna
for
end up
sure.
in guard.
But let's see what kind of guard she's got. Maybe she's got a
No,
good guard.
those legs are too thick.
I bet
she
she-
ain't got no guard.
You
She might have some
say
nasty
that.
leg locks. She might have some nasty
Never
leg locks.
know.
No.
Well, Misha's a very good grappler.
Yes, she
She's
is.
a better grappler than she is a striker.
100%.
Man, oh man, but you're right.
Look at
Rin Nakai
Nakai.
is a
She
She's a
can't even
gamer.
close her
Rin
guard. Oh,
Nakai
there
is
she
a
goes.
durable little gal.
She's game.
Yep, taking shots.
Yeah, but now she's got Misha
Oh.
on top of her dropping bows.
Oh,
Ouchie wawa. She's trying to set up an
Ouchie
armbar. Look at this. She's good hips.
going for it.
She's got good hips, man. Active hips. This is a tricky situation for Misha. She better be careful.
Oh.
This chick's legit. Legit off her back. But Misha, good defense. Good, strong. On top again. Here comes the knees, son. A
Oh.
little attempt there. The more she can slow Misha down on her feet, the more she turns into a grappling match. She got some good positions, man. I mean, she didn't come close to finishing.
She's winning this round right now. You're in Japan too.
Yeah.
Remember
So
the
she's-
last fight was some.
I wonder if they're using Japanese judges.
I got a text from Dana saying that in the fight that we were talking shit during the whole fight, the referee grabbed the guy's glove. I don't know what the situation was because we were just laughing and having too much fun.
Just right now?
We missed everything.
Yeah, we missed a fight.
He's listening to it?
Yeah. Dana was going crazy, and he texted me, and he's like, "I'm sure, that if I saw it, I would have called it." But I told him in the text message, I go, "Dude, we didn't even see it. We were talking so much shit. This is the worst way to watch a fight ever. with us.
I don't know what we got on some weird tangents.
We're barely paying attention to amazing fights, but it's so fun. This is my favorite way to watch fights ever. Oh, and Nakai's got that single.
Oh boy.
We were doing this
My comment. Oh boy.
we were doing this video breakdown of Bryan Caraway the other day, and it's funny. Bryan Caraway on his resume, like they have the resume, like the fighter's resume they give me. Like fought in Strike Force, fought in Elite XC, 13-4
Said
record.
girlfriend Misha
Coaches,
Tate.
it said boyfriend of Misha Tate. It didn't say girlfriend of Misha Tate.
What?
It
I
said-
thought I said girlfriend Misha Tate.
It said boyfriend of Misha Tate.
boy.
That was in his bio. That's and he's a good fighter. He's 4-1 in the UFC.
Yeah.
He's a very good fighter. He's beaten some very good guys.
It's just his
He's
girlfriend is hot,
hot.
and they
She's
want the
so
world to know. They want the world to know.
Misha saved his mom's. She had an asthmatic attack, and Misha,
In, like,
Misha
Mexico or
saved.
some shit,
Misha
right?
saved her life.
Wow.
Yep.
Misha saved whose life?
Her mother-in-law's
Bryan
life.
Caraway. Oh, look at this. This is what she went for. She went for a takedown, and Nakai got her back.
Come on, wasn't it about
Damn, I like it.
Jay.
There's
That was
something
fun.
right there. Do you see something right there? What do you see right there?
What do I see where? Here? Well, she's completely on the side. Arm triangle position. You know what I love, Eddie? Tell me about this. Are you doing that arm bar where the arm's in? That arm bar where everybody's doing it now? Like a lot of guys are doing it in MMA where the arm is trapped inside the legs. Like they pass the arm to the side.
From side control, you're saying?
Yeah, the arm gets passed to the side.
And it's like this.
Yeah. It's totally stretched out, and then the guillotine goes on over it. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know what you're talking about.
A lot of guys have been doing it where they're getting the
on
arm like
Bryan.
completely pinned up to the
on
side.
Bryan.
He gets scared.
I think this is one to. I think this is 1-to-1.
He gets
I tried to
scared.
grapple it.
Real quick, I think
Didn't
this
go
is 1-to-1. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
You guys, have you seen Bryan Callen's wheel kick? He does a wheel kick
beautiful.
with a wig.
It's a beautiful wheel
Oh,
kick.
look at that.
She got her
Oh!
back again.
Damn, she likes jumping on backs. That was a good little combo. She turned it on there.
Japanese bulldog.
That looks like a very shiny outfit, man.
Misha's clinging to that
Shiny.
Kimura attempt here. This chick is so strong, man. Look at her. Ragdolled her to the ground.
She's coming back. She's
She
jumping
is in
on the
shape,
back
man.
Oh, now
really
she's
quick.
got it flattened
She's
out.
jumping on the back really
Wants
quick.
that hook, wants
That's
that
a
hook.
good sign. That means
Dude.
she
Dude,
likes
you're right.
backs.
She's durable.
I'm telling you. What did I tell you, boys?
You're right, dude.
I got instincts. I've been doing this a while.
Never
Yes, you
count
have.
out the Japanese bulldog.
Oh,
she's about to trap that.
Trap the arm. Oh, almost trapped down.
Her legs are too
Are
short.
you rooting against Misha Tate now, bro?
Me or Brian?
Any one of us?
I'll
Is
go
anybody
with-
here rooting
No,
against Misha
yes,
Tate?
no, I love Misha Tate.
Okay, if you
I
could
just
choose
find
to
her so
be on a
attractive.
tropic island with one of them for
Misha
a year,
Tate, Misha Tate.
Don't do this to me,
Misha
bro.
Tate.
Don't do this to me.
Don't do it.
you have a thing with the Japanese chick. You would have like
She's
a
a
whole
cutie
family
pie.
by the
I
time
think
the rescue
they're-
party came.
She is a cutie
Look at her.
pie.
She's,
I'm too light
she's
in the
on that
ass for
back,
her.
son. She's on that back.
Brandon, you can handle it.
They're both very attractive.
You find
And
her
they're both-
attractive.
Both of them.
Well, let's admire them for their skill, gentlemen.
that's
This
why
is
it's
a great
attractive
fight.
because their skills are
Oh,
ridiculous.
oh, Misha's out, but she's struggling, man. Oh, elbow,
Ooh,
big
Misha
elbow.
looks a little tired.
Misha is tough.
A little
Misha
angry,
is-
man. I thought she looked a little annoyed.
That whole combo where that takedown to the back, that was really smooth.
How
She put
much
it together
more
beautifully.
difficult is it
She's
for
smiling.
a beautiful girl?
She's tired.
How much more difficult is it for a beautiful girl to fight? Oh, big elbow.
It's a lot more pressure.
Well-
I met this girl the other day who said she wants to get into fighting. She was
Oh.
and she was stunning. And I went, why?
But
Why
this
would
is
you
what
do
I'm
that?
saying. Like a girl like Misha, she has a beautiful face. Whereas, like,
body to
look
go
at
with it.
Vanderlei Silva. Yeah, I mean everything. She's beautiful. She's a great person too. Very nice person.
Smart too.
Yeah, but let's think about like Vanderlei Silva is also a mixed martial arts fighter. Now I've been a fan of Vanderlei Silva from the golden days. Retired today. His face has changed so much from impacts and scar tissue
Yeah.
and damage. And we remember like when he fought like Dan Henderson, he had this. He was actually a handsome guy.
Yep.
He had this one look. And then over the years of just getting smashed, his nose completely flattened
Unbelievable.
out. And then he had to get an operation to open his nose passage up. He had zero, like Mayhem Miller's the same way. Mayhem can't breathe out of his nose. His nose just doesn't work.
So crazy.
Just smashed from over. Now, a girl like Misha Tate, that was my point. She is in the same sport as them. It's very possible
She's
that
not
could
getting
happen
hit
to
like a
them.
man though.
She would if she fought that Betch Kohea. She'd get hit. She when
You're
she
talking-
fought
you're
Kat
talking about the
Zingano,
exception.
When
You're
she
talking
fought
about the
Kat
Kat-
Zingano, Kat
She
Zingano
ate a
stopped
knee.
her.
That's true. She ate a
Beautiful
horrible
elbow
knee.
too. What
Great
about that elbow?
That's true.
Nasty elbow.
But at an average, Wanderlei Silva is going against
Yep.
Crow Cop. All
No doubt.
these monsters.
No doubt.
Where
Monsters.
a jab can break your nose.
Yeah.
It's true.
It's a little
true.
different.
It's a good point. It's a good point. But still, you're a girl.
Still,
like a scar,
wouldn't let my daughter fight.
Like, look at the scar on. Let's like think of a big scar that happened in MMA. Okay, like Joe Lozon. He's got this big scar that he had
It's
to
true.
get. He had that get that Graston method
From what?
From a knee. I believe it was a knee or a kick from one
Yeah.
of his fights.
What's a Graston method? What
They
is that?
take like a piece of metal, and it's all about breaking up the scar tissue. They use it for injuries. Athletes use it for. It's like a high tech form of that Rolfing stuff.
Right.
It's like breaking down. Which have you ever done Rolfing?
Yes.
Fucking painful,
Yeah, it's
right?
painful, but it's good.
effective.
It leaves
Yes,
a
it
mark
is.
for forever. Yeah.
Rolfing.
You're fucked
And
up.
you're saying a girl like Ronda Rousey or Misha Tate who has a really pretty face.
Yeah, man, they could get a giant like fucking gash across their face. Like we haven't seen that yet, but how weird is it going to be when there's a chick that has like Jean-Jacques? Jean-Jacques has that cut from fighting Frank Trigg. He was shooting in for a takedown. He got caught with a knee, and he had perfect surgery done on it. Like, you can't pay attention. But Jean-Jacques is a manly man.
Yeah.
If he has a scar, it doesn't hurt the way he looks.
Makes him more handsome, really.
Makes him more
A
handsome.
girl, you're like, ooh.
Yeah, a girl with a 4-inch scar.
Hey, Scarlet
across her
Letter. You
face.
know what I'm saying?
It's not going to change much. Guys are so horny. A scar's not going to stop them.
She keeps going for that single leg.
Look at there's some. See that?
Well, actually,
Think of a girl like Gina Carano, though, man. That face.
a guy.
Now, hold on.
Super
Was that,
pretty.
did that?
Yeah,
you see what that's happened?
beautiful.
Does that count as a point when she takes
There's
her
no
down like that and
points,
stands right
Brian.
up?
If Gina Carano had a Tony
not bad.
Montana
No,
scar,
they
it wouldn't
scored
matter.
like a boxing match.
Fuck.
But I'm saying that should be scored, right? When you take somebody down with a
Yes,
single
it
leg.
counts. I mean, you
When they
gotta count
pop right up, though, it
There's
depends
a
on the
whole
judges,
Well, that's what I'm
Pete.
saying.
It depends
so if
on
you
the
take
judges.
somebody down, somebody stands right up.
Take
it's
her
kinda
down,
neutral,
little
right?
thing.
The
Take her
guy's
down,
still
little
hanging
thing.
in there, man. Damn. Oh, wow.
I bet you they
That's a
give
good
it
fight.
to Rin. Bet
Oh,
you they give
you're
it to Rin.
crazy. Really?
They might.
2 rounds, right?
She's
She
a
got the
superstar,
back.
too. She got the back twice.
You know what
Two
I like?
takedowns.
I like the
Wow.
Ultimate Fighter, how they have 2 rounds and a third. If they go a third, the third decides it. That's a great idea. Don't
It's
you
not
think?
a bad idea. They used to do that in K1, too.
I think
Yeah.
that's a good idea
They do
because
it in Glory,
eliminates
too.
it eliminates that.
Misha's disappointed.
Those fights where you have 3 rounds and the first 2 are kind of close, but the judges gave it to like the same dude, and then the third round, the other guy ends up
damn.
beating his ass, and he still
Damn.
loses.
It's true.
You know what was weird, though, in the Tough House when I was on it? When you go 2 rounds, I'm like, you wouldn't know. You go back to your corner, like, we're going a third. Like, Jesus, man. You know?
I think it's easier to score that way.
I agree.
Yeah,
For
And
the
what I
fighter,
would do-
for the
what I
fighter,
would
it's
do-
kind of cool, too.
You know what I would do if round 1 went by and it was like uneventful, could have went either way. I would just not even score that round.
I
I would
agree.
wait to the next round. If we had another round like that, I would give them 1 apiece.
I agree.
And then you know what I mean? Why would you automatically give someone a round when it could have went either way and they
Misha's
didn't land
literally a
anything?
head taller.
Okay,
Who they going to give it
who's
to,
literally
Joe?
a head
Who they going to give
taller?
it to?
Man, I don't know. We were talking so
They're
much
gonna give it
shit.
to Rin
We
Mackay.
would be the worst judges of all time. We don't even know who the guys were.
We'd be
They're
worse
gonna
than
give it- they're gonna give it
Vancouver,
to Nakai.
174 judges.
Dude,
They're going to
it's-
give it to
it's-
Nakai.
Misha Tate. Shazam.
Shazam.
Let's see.
Unanimous
Let's
decision.
hear boos. Are there any boos? They don't even boo in
Japanese,
Japan.
though.
She needs to work on
They
the
just
fighting.
respect the warrior
Watching
spirit.
fights in Japan is awesome, man. Because while the fights are going on, everyone's dead quiet. It's really cool.
She going to call out Ronda here?
She needs to go to wild card and work on her striking.
Powerful Brian Stan looking slick.
Got that bob cut.
Look, it's not my favorite sexy accent, but goddamn Japanese is pretty hot. There's something
Not
about
in my
it.
top.
It's not my favorite.
Not my top
but there's
10.
something,
Not
there's
me.
something
Not my top 10.
uniquely sexy about it.
Really?
The
Yeah.
English accent.
It's
that's
very-
the,
it's
that's
very,
the best
um,
one. A chick
submissive-
with
it's
an
very
English
submissive,
accent.
very
That's the best
submissive.
shit.
Well, Spanish is pretty hot too.
Yeah, Spanish,
I'd say
Italian.
Nah.
I'd say Spanish.
What do you got? Well, you're Mexican.
Although-
man. That's
Although
not
that
exotic to you.
Modern Family chick, that Cuban chick.
Oh my
Sophia?
goodness.
Sophia Vergara?
Oh, Jesus
It's
Christ.
impossible to get hotter than
I'd
that.
have kids with her right now.
right?
If
It's
they called me,
impossible to get
I'd
hotter.
do it right
I
now.
want to know the
agree.
story. They need to do an
Yeah.
episode
I
1
agree.
special. Like, how did he get hurt? They need to rewind
Boom!
and go back.
Who got her?
Like
Oh, the
how
guy,
Ed
Al
O'Neill
Bundy?
got it.
Al
Yeah.
Bundy,
Cash.
black
They need to
belt-
get into
black
that,
belt
like that
jiu-jitsu.
story. How did
That
they
story,
meet?
yeah.
Where did they?
Maybe
How did he
he's-
pull that off?
Maybe he's rich as shit and she's a freaking.
Maybe
you know?
he's got a dick like Donald Cerrone's arm.
It's true.
Just a big
Donald
veiny
Cerrone.
white
Maybe he's a
dick.
black belt in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Like not giant, not like
Rich
Shane
as shit,
Carwin's
just a
arm.
thick dick.
Just like a fucking strong 155 pounder,
By the way,
strong, lean
exactly.
155 pounder who throws hard
with
knuckles.
an aggressive attitude.
That's what his
Baby,
dick
on,
looks
on,
like.
on weight
Bends
cut
backwards.
He
day.
just pulls it out.
Just veiny.
He pulls it out like he's fucking fighting a fire. Just holds it up.
a vein the size of my index finger.
And she
He's
just sees
fighting a
it.
fire.
It's hypnotic.
Just a big old angry piss hole.
like a fucking one of those snake fish.
What's with your
One
piss
of
hole,
those
bro?
fish that can crawl out of a lake and walk for a mile.
Hey,
That's what it looks
And you
like.
can see it breathing. It's just breathing. It's like,
It's got gills where the cock flares out in the mushroom head. It's got gills and it's slimy. It's always slimy.
Always just wet.
In the middle of the desert, he pulls it out. His dick is glistening.
has a runny nose.
Carries-
A runny nose.
carries
Like-
salmonella.
like alien's tongue. Remember when the alien pulls his tongue out,
it's all-
everything drips? That's what
What
the
if-
guy's
what
cock
if-
looks like
what
every
if,
time he
like,
pulls it out.
fitness dicks was a
Fucking
sport?
tomato
where people,
red,
you get judged
tomato
on the
red.
veins and the
Yeah.
length and
Here's
the
your boy, Brian.
Fitness dick.
Yoshiro Akiyama!
Vascularity.
Come on, Yoshiro
There's gotta be
Akiyama.
something
By the
like
way,
that already,
Amir
right?
Sadala,
Brian?
if I'm not
What's he been
incorrect,
doing?
he has been out for a long time.
2 years.
Jamie, pull out Amir Sadala's record.
He's been out for 2 years.
for sure?
Pretty sure.
Wow, he was a really good fighter. And then he fought Ludwig, and Ludwig kind of picked him apart. And that was a big loss.
Ludwig broke him.
Ludwig really lit him up because he was really becoming a very good striker.
Bro.
Very high volume. He was into that Muay Thai style. But
There's certain
Ludwig was on
guys.
another
There's certain
level.
guys where when they begin their career and they face a guy where they can't do anything and they never come back from it.
Well, it was
It's weird,
It was
right?
a style matchup. He had lost to wrestlers before it came back stronger, but Dwayne Ludwig, when he's on, was one of the most technical, most proficient, and most educated strikers
Ever.
in MMA.
Ever, yes.
Ever. He's so educated, which
He's
is
got
why he's
Japan
such a
and
good.
Korea on both sides of his.
Is why
sword.
he's such a good trainer.
Sorry.
The reason why he's such a good trainer is because he's so educated in
technical.
all tactics,
And he's
all
been there.
movement.
And he's been there.
That
Most
time-
trainers
yeah.
haven't.
When we were working out with him, man, I saw him correcting all these little things with you, and all I
Yeah.
could think of is, God damn, if Schaub could work with this guy every day, if you could work with Dwayne every day, it would change your game a lot. You're a sponge. And when you're with that guy and he's showing you stuff, and he's a freak.
I love
so a
Dwayne.
sponge and
I
a
love
freak.
Dwayne.
He's trying to just fill you up, and you're like, come on, show me what you got.
Yeah.
And you guys that was a fun workout session to watch,
That was so much fun.
But that fight was just a bad fight for Amir. It was the wrong style. Dwayne was too goddamn good on his feet. And Dwayne came into that fight healthy. You know, that was like,
That was always Dwayne's thing. He always cut too much weight. He's never healthy.
Got
He trained
injured.
too hard.
Yeah.
He's been fighting for so long in kickboxing and fucking, you know, it finally caught up to him when he got to the UFC. And Dwayne's a guy where if he came in now, you're talking superstar with his skill set and
Really?
his work ethic. It's just he was a little too late. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Obviously, coaching's worked out for him with TJ Dillashaw. And work.
tremendously.
I'm just saying you fast forward and start Dwayne 10 years later, he's a superstar
well,
with
you
his
know what?
work ethic.
Dwayne is not genetically gifted. He's got a regular athletic body. It's his intelligence and his knowledge and his drive
And his demeanor.
focus.
His demeanor.
His demeanor.
Listen,
Yeah.
when we'd come into the gym and they were sparring, Dwayne would be the first one in the cage. Me and Shane would look at each other like, I ain't going with him, you go.
Is that
Like, "No, I
right?
ain't going with him, you go.
It was
We'd
so
argue
good.
who had to go
Striker.
first with him. He would walk through everything, keep going. Whack, 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 kicks, whack.
Yeah, he was a fantastic striker.
with heavyweights, with guys
With
your
heavy,
size.
and he would
That's
talk
crazy.
to us like, "You better not, don't take me down. Don't be a bitch and take me down." And I'd be like, "Okay, better not take Dwayne down."
Damn.
So I'm sitting there striking with his ass.
Damn.
What do you think
This is my
about?
favorite here.
Are you practicing turning side kicks or wheel kicks?
Not wheel kicks. Yeah,
By
we
the way,
talked about
can we
that.
listen to his
we
walkout
have?
music, please?
Well, he comes out the Sopranos music, Brian.
Oh.
It's boring. I hate that old
You've
music.
so you've actually taken a
It's-
lesson from Joe
No.
on turning
no.
side
no.
kicks. Man, that would be a good fucking idea. He's right here. He's your boy.
Well, we did a little
I know we
kicking
did
stuff.
something.
Think about how hard he
I'm-
kicks.
I'm telling you, this
Think about
December
how hard he
6th fight.
kicks.
I'm telling you,
He's got it.
we got some stuff.
I believe you.
We have I will have the best training. The amount of guys I'm bringing in to mimic Travis Brown. I'm telling you, we got it.
You'll be just fine.
We're working on dealing with that front side kick or the
everything,
front snap kick he
Yep.
does.
Well,
It's the
everybody's
biggest-
doing that
it's the
oblique
biggest fight
kick
of my
now
life.
too. That Jackson's camp, they're hitting that oblique.
He's not at
kick.
Jackson's anymore, though.
but he's still going to train there.
He's
train-
not.
He's not.
He just
definitely
announced
not.
he's doing the whole camp in Glendale.
Okay.
At Rhonda's camp.
Well, look, he still learned a lot from
Oh,
Winklejohn.
100%.
And he still likes to use that
he's
oblique
still
kick.
gonna have that stuff.
Jesus Christ, how jacked does Akiyama look at 170?
Bodied up. We
With
call
a
that a
voice.
dime piece.
Fought
Damn
most
right
of
we
them.
do.
He's 11. He's
And,
an 11. We got to make a new meter.
Those
He
trunks.
certainly is an
he
11.
makes
trunks.
GSP look like a little pudgy.
He does.
And he's got a beautiful
He
voice,
does.
ladies and
No,
gentlemen.
nobody does.
no.
That's kind of impossible.
Golden
But
tonsils.
He no bullshit. He is fucking unbelievably
And those
shredded.
gold trunks.
Did you see
What a tan,
GSP in
too.
Captain America? He did a good job.
Oh fuck yeah, he did.
Yep.
He's
Not
good
a
at
bad
playing a
movie
martial
either.
arts killer. Who would have think it?
Yeah.
Who would have thunk it?
Yeah, by the way.
Greatest welterweight of all time is also good at playing
A
one of
guy
the
who
greatest
can
fighters of all
punch
time.
you. Yeah.
What are the
Damn,
odds?
those trunks
What
are
are the
badass.
odds?
The kid's shredded. Look at Akiyama.
Nah, he's doing very well.
That's
He's
the
always
right weight
shredded.
for
That's
him.
what you get
but
when you
he's
sing.
usually at 185.
When you practice singing, your body has to be in very good shape.
I
How
think
much
he's only
vagina is
had
he
a
getting?
couple of fights at 170. If not, this might be his debut.
think this is
at
his
170.
first,
What's he
yeah.
usually
Is
fight
it?
at?
Yeah.
185 his whole
185.
career.
Big
You ever
boy.
see the fight with Lieben? Lieben Akiyama,
I did see that
crazy
fight.
One of the greatest fights ever. As far as entertainment value,
Entertainment, technique-wise,
no,
no. Entertainment
Look at the
for
back
sure.
of
his
him.
back.
Look at where
Holy
his lats
shit.
are. Look at how
Jesus
low
Christ.
those lats
Yeah.
are.
Did you see that
judo,
line?
son.
Those are chimp lats.
That's
Come
judo,
on.
son.
Is that what it is?
That's judo. That's
Whoa.
He's a
he's
famous singer, and he's a famous Japanese
And he's
MMA
39.
fighter. Do you think he's the married? I'm going to be faithful celebrity, or do you think he's just running shit?
We don't know,
What
dude.
do you
but
think?
I think he's
culture.
running.
I hope he's running stuff.
Vicious trains
Murdering
on Japanese women.
Murdering
They do
shit.
some.
As
They
do
do
I.
some. They do some weird shit
Yep.
where they like shit on each other.
Hey,
They dress up
Brandon,
as
Brandon,
bunnies.
it's a family
Bad
show.
for the sport.
Brandon,
I'm not saying he
bad for
does
the
it.
show.
I'm not saying he
you've
does
gone
it.
too far, man. You mean
I'm-
when they
I'm
wrap
saying-
their
I'm
heads in
saying-
saran wrap and they breathe out of
This might be the shoutiest podcast
Sorry.
ever of all shouty
It
podcasts.
is 2 a.m. almost.
It's
It
2
is.
a.m.
It
and
is.
we're lit up like Christmas trees in here.
Well, no, I'm only drinking coffee, my man.
I'm drinking.
But when you do wrap your face in
Look at
saran
the
wrap,
bottom of his
Jesus
lats, the line.
Christ.
dude.
He doesn't have a lower back,
And
dude.
by the way, I got a nice back. It's hard for me to give it up. He's got a beautiful back.
His judo's insane. But he was always like a very fit, thick guy. But at 170, he looks like a fucking alien.
Wow.
He's shredded.
Look at him.
Strong
bowing.
Boyfriend.
Dude, I'm going to start bowing before my fights.
Wait a
every
minute. It
time.
says boyfriend on his banner.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
what-
his girl probably right there.
Japanese
they
people
said,
are
oh,
weird.
Amir Sadal, he took 2 years off. Hey, we got one. Fly to Japan.
Wolf
Fight
Menninger's
this
got
dime
some
piece
ears.
for us.
But the dime piece is taking some time off too.
dime piece is busy making bank singing.
Singing. But
having
yeah, that
orgies.
doesn't keep you
Stadiums.
hungry. You gotta
Singing to
stay in.
stadiums.
I agree. That body keeps you hungry.
What's
though.
Amir Sadala been doing for a living these days? He hasn't fought in 2 years. He's been teaching.
Lats of the year. Come on.
I don't know,
Who
but
has
he
better
looks like-
lats
he looks
than
pretty
him?
bouncy.
Who has better
movement-
lats?
Amir's movement was always good, man. It was just Dwayne was just a step ahead of him in that fight, and Dwayne hurt him with like a left hook, I think.
Left hook, yeah. Amir's never been known for his power. I
From-
feel like Akiyama's going to have some power.
Yeah, that is true. Akiyama has some
Although
brutal,
that's a big weight
brutal
cut for
power.
And he can
Akiyama,
toss
isn't
him.
it?
Come on, seriously.
Well, in the beginning, he's
I've
gonna have
never.
more power.
Am I just stoned out of my mind, or am
Oh!
I'm tripping on his
Sadala with
lats?
the kick. No, he's very big, Eddie.
Those lats.
And he
yeah.
has a chin, too. Akiyama can take
Oh
some
yeah,
punishment.
oh, he took him down.
Guys, I want to use this expression.
But,
he's a
so-
high-level judoka.
But Sadala has some good jiu-jitsu. He won some fights in the UFC in his the Ultimate Fighter.
Dude.
He won some fights with
Arm
arm
bars.
bars.
He's fighting a
In
high-level...
the tough house,
he's
right?
fighting a high-level judoka. With beautiful skin.
Akiyama,
God, it's good skin.
Who's
It's
Akiyama
almost gold.
submitted?
It's
It is
almost gold.
Dude, it's not almost. You can take almost out of that statement. He's got gold skin.
Fuck Big Brown. How about Big Gold?
You're
over
damn
here?
right. That guy,
Jesus,
that's
man.
medium gold. We call him medium
It
gold.
makes me look like
He's a beautiful man.
Well, there's some Asians that cross into that like darker realm.
They got a little
of
Polynesian
skin.
in him. Is that
Yeah,
what you're trying to say?
Polynesian.
He's literally
Thai.
gold.
Polynesian.
Well, the ties can get really dark.
Or maybe he's just straight Japanese and just
Dude,
fucking goes to the
he's-
tanning
well,
salon.
he's Korean.
He
He's
can go to the
Korean.
tanning salon.
You know what?
You know what I
Can
mean?
I tell you
Yeah.
guys something?
It's 2014.
He
You can
comes
get
from a
that
different
shit.
land. He's a golden
passing
man.
guard.
He's
Passing
got a
guard.
deep Brazilian
That's
passing
my,
skin.
that's
guard.
my boyfriend right there.
Passing-
Oh, he
step
jumps
back in.
right back into it.
Why would he
How
step
weird.
back in? You guys are grapplers.
He
Why?
didn't. He didn't like it.
Okay.
Didn't like something. He thought maybe he was going to get his back took.
No, he had
lose
the
control.
underhook. He had the underhook.
wouldn't.
He's,
But why didn't he? Why would he go backwards? then?
that's the sign of
He's short, say body friend.
unsure passer.
Some
That
guys
shows-
like to hold his position too, right? Randy
Because they're
Couture
not,
said
they're not comfortable
Out
in
of half
side
guard?
control.
he likes half guard for ground and pound.
Guys who are heavy top grapplers stay in half guard. They're
Yeah.
comfortable there. They can do damage and control.
Randy
Side
said he
control
would-
guys have more
I think-
escapes.
I
Yeah,
think
that's
a
what
sign-
Randy was saying.
I think
His skin is straight
that's
up
just
gold.
undeveloped.
It's distracting.
Jiu-jitsu,
It's,
that's all.
all I can see is this gold skin.
As well, that's the only thing that matters in this fight.
How about the gold shorts to go with the gold skin?
Oh,
Just to
I
let
love
you know.
those shorts.
Gold on
Oh,
gold,
shorts are
bitches.
perfect.
It's like a black on black Mercedes rolling down the street with high tint.
And that boyfriend patch on his shorts is just.
What the fuck
oh
is
my
that?
God.
What is the
sexy
boyfriend?
Akiyama?
Do you remember when Sakuraba used to go into the cage with a shirt that just said water?
Water, yes.
And you're like,
Water
okay.
and glasses and weird fake
To
glasses.
the Japanese, water
The
just
greatest.
looks
The
so
greatest.
good. It's just like an ancient symbol. Like
He'd
the
walk
word
in-
water, like it's just.
He was
looks
just full of
beautiful.
irony. Full of
The,
irony.
the symmetry to them.
The
it looked like
words,
it looked
right?
like hieroglyphs.
Wow, we
Hieroglyphs.
wear goofy shit. We wear Japanese
Hieroglyphs.
shit. Dudes have Japanese things tattooed on them. They don't even know what it means. Brian got in I think it was Chinese. He thought he was getting Bryan tattooed on his arm, and it says waterfall. He didn't know.
Bryan's headband?
He wanted his
So
name
funny.
tattooed on his arm, and the dude fucked it up.
Waterfall.
Probably an American dude. Oh, Big Elbow by Akiyama.
Yeah, Akiyama looks heavy on top.
Well, he's such a good grappler. You know that those judo guys are so goddamn strong.
Yep.
Gonzaga's similar to this. He's
Judoka.
Ooh.
Judoka.
Well, Gonzaga's another one. Like Shane Carwin in a lot of ways,
So
his knockout
heavy.
power. When he gets onto the scale, like when he walks onto the stage where the scale is, it's a different thing. It's like a stone man is walking on.
He's fighting Mitrione.
I know.
Dude, you know what?
Trione
Sadala
can
just
crack.
turned that standing
Turned it
clinch against him, you know?
Yeah, he's back up. Look at this.
I think there's a real legit judoka, Amir Sadala.
Oh, back kick, no
Back
extension.
kick.
No extension.
No extension.
He hit it and then he pulled out of it.
Well, Amir
No
kind of
extension.
jammed it, right?
Well, it's not that. No, these guys, they don't have the extension. They're doing the technique in a way that works.
Too close?
But it's not the most. No, even when it's in close, man,
Still extend.
you got to extend it. Whenever you throw that kick, it's never bouncing off, ever. You never bounce off. You
kicking
always
through
extend.
and landing.
Always. It's just a matter of them doing it wrong. It's a complex technique. There's a lot of steps to the spinning back kick or turning side kick. Whatever. They're two totally different kicks, really. But everybody started. We always called it the turning side kick in the Taekwondo schools. But when I started doing kickboxing, they would say, "Show them that spinning back kick." So I would start calling it spinning back kick because I figured that was the karate guys. That's what they called it. But it's a side kick. The knee comes up high and there's an extension. That's how Akiyama threw it. There's the back kick version, how Chuck used to throw it with the toes down and the heel up, and that's a powerful kick too. It's like a donkey kick. It's a little different, but you can fuck a guy up with that too. It's all a matter of reps, and most importantly, when you do the reps, you have to extend, and a lot of guys don't extend. They bounce off of it.
Your
short says
turning
body
side
friend,
kicks,
by the way.
all of
Body
them,
friend.
all of them, all the ones he throws, if they land perfectly, very hard to survive one full like.
Thank
the
God I
full-
have a video of
right?
me hitting somebody with one.
Right.
That video from that Taekwondo tournament. I finally have
You
something
got to use
that's
it
online.
as a defense.
That was
too.
a nice one. It landed.
It was good. He just didn't extend. See how he bounced off?
Yep.
Yeah.
When it should have been the opposite. He should
should've
have
went
gone
right through him.
The right leg should have been forward. At the end of it, it should have been so much force going forward that his right leg was forward. It should have been a no denial thing. And if you throw a front kick is a perfect example because it's a pretty easy technique to master. You pick the knee up. It's very normal mechanics. But when you throw a front kick, you almost always go forward with the kick. You very rarely throw a front kick and then pull it all the way back behind you.
Right.
It's not a natural movement because to do the front kick and put weight into it, you're going to naturally step forward. Well, you should do the same thing with a turning side kick. It's just they just haven't been taught right. That's all it is. There's the one thing that drives me nuts. Nice high kick by Sadala. There's the one thing that drives me nuts out of all martial arts techniques. It is that one technique, the spinning back kick or the turning side kick.
Drives you nuts.
It's the one that drives me nuts because I know the potential of it. And then I've shown it to people, and they go, I didn't even know this. And I'm like, I know you didn't know. There's a lot of people that don't know it. It's just a matter of doing the technique correctly. Like Dennis Seaver, he does it correctly.
Fuck yeah, he does.
When that
To
guy
the body.
throws it, that motherfucker extends. And you never know it's coming because he'll throw that shit only like once or twice in a fight.
Wouldn't
As
you
you're
say
coming
you and
in.
him have similar builds for that kick, though? That's why you're so good at it?
No, because my friend Larry Jones had a better turning side kick than me.
And how big's
Larry was
Larry
like
Jones?
6'3", 6'4", somewhere around then, and he fought at heavyweight in Taekwondo tournaments.
Word.
Larry, I was always short, but Larry he had these ridiculous legs. They would go up to his tits. And he would throw this front leg side kick like you couldn't fuck with it. It was the reason I developed my front leg side kick
'Cause
the
him?
way I developed was because of my friend Larry. His is way superior to mine. There was like 3 guys that had these vicious front leg side kicks. And
Like Conor McGregor almost, right?
no, way better. Way better.
But he's pretty good
Yes,
with those.
he's good with it. But
He
it's,
throws them. And
You see
you
guys who've been doing
I'm
it their whole
telling you,
life,
there
like
was this-
Taekwondo guys, they can break it. They break your insides, man.
yeah.
your
And they use it
insides.
as defense. As you come in, they'll time it and use your body as you move in. They'll
They just
back
don't
kick
have
you.
all the other stuff.
Yeah.
They're just missing all the other stuff.
Akiyama keeps getting hit with this head kick, man. This left high kick.
Yeah, but Amir's just grazing him with it.
I know
you
he's not committing to it.
My friend Leroy Rodriguez was he had kicks, front leg kicks that were so fucking fast. When people would spar him, like when he was in his prime, he was like one of Jay Kim's top black belts. When he was in his prime,
big
he
right.
Nice
tagged him.
right.
He tagged him.
Nice right.
Akiyama's got a vicious right hand, man.
Heavy.
Oof.
This dude, him and Larry Jones, this other dude, his name was Major Battle. That was his real name.
Larry Leroy Major Battle.
Black
You
guys and
walk
Puerto
into the
Ricans.
gym, don't fuck with Larry Leroy Major Battle.
Meanwhile, three of the nicest guys you would ever want to meet. Leroy's still a good friend to this day. But if you saw those guys throw front leg kicks, it would change your whole idea of what's possible with those things. Especially, he's hurt.
Oh, no.
Amir's
Oh,
in
boy.
trouble. Oh, Amir's still throwing that kick. He got tagged again.
Amir's tough, man. He just
Amir's pretty good at
hangs in
keeping
there.
guys
He's
off of him, but
durable,
he's
yeah.
getting
I don't know about
tagged.
this.
He's got to get some distance here.
Good ground and pound, man.
But look, Amir's
The
got the feet on the
balance.
hips. But those judo guys are always so good standing up,
so
man.
heavy.
Dude, he's got him dead to rights here. Look at this.
Oh, look at this,
that.
Amir.
He's going for a triangle.
Throwing up some shit.
Not going to work.
Oh man. Yeah.
And make him
Akiyama
think.
said, "Oh, you
Look.
guys put words on your shorts? Fuck that! Check this picture of a watch out. Huh. I have gold skin, bitches.
I got gold skin.
Picture of
gold
a
I'm
watch.
the chosen one.
Check on my dick. It's right between your legs.
Amaterasu, the sun god, Amaterasu has chosen me to be his messenger.
But my point,
Amaterasu!
when I was talking about these kicks, Schaub, you got long ass fucking legs, dude.
Yeah.
You could throw some vicious kicks. If you ever met my friend Larry, who's like your size,
Yeah.
and you saw what that guy can do with his front leg, he would fold bags in half with his front leg side kick. Just shoom, just
crazy.
extend. You know, he's a big black guy and just long fucking legs and just extend.
Ugh. Folding bags.
Fold-
in half.
and you couldn't-
Ugh.
well, I
with
saw
a
him-
front foot sidekick?
He would kickbox guys and dudes who had never faced a guy that had a front leg like that. They had no idea what to do with him.
Right.
They couldn't figure out how to
Right.
get in on him.
Really hard.
But the problem with it though is it was all being developed when there was no leg kicks. So I think like a good Thai guy would just start attacking his legs, and it would limit a lot of the techniques you could pull off. But those guys were all above the waist kickboxers, and he was fucking them up. And all that tells me is that that's a technique that's not being utilized. Ooh, good up kicks by Amir.
Thai guys don't use back kicks, though. And you can
Sometimes
time
they
that.
do. Some
Yeah.
of those guys do, especially the guys, the Muay Thai guys from Holland.
Yeah.
They'll mix shit
Yeah,
up.
those guys are-
Badr Hari, that motherfucker throws wheel kicks. He knocked
I
out
hate
Stefan
how
It's almost
when
Leko.
better
guys do
if you're
that.
going to raise a fighter from the time he's 5 and on. It's almost better to get him into Taekwondo early, so to get him used to the aerials and all the fancy,
But
crazy
that's the
kicks.
question.
And then at 12, get him into Muay Thai.
Yeah.
So he'd be learning
Yeah,
Muay Thai,
distance,
but he'll
different
still
distance,
throw. He'll still throw those.
But they're both
spinning
two
kicks.
different distances, and it's two different techniques. Like
Yeah, but it's not.
very. So if you had a 5-year-old and you had to train him, what do you start him with?
Well,
And what
you
do
start him with
Taekwondo.
Taekwondo, yeah, because he's
And
not
gymnastics.
It's also you're gonna develop the dexterity for those weird moves that are super dangerous when you get really good at them.
Right.
Like Eddie always equates. Oh, look at Sadal gets out from the back door. Almost is he out? Yes,
I put
nice.
my kid in jiu-jitsu at 5.
Well, Eddie always equates it. That's not a bad call either. But Eddie always equates it to like rubber guard techniques, because like if you teach someone rubber guard techniques and it's the first time they've tried it, they're like, oh, this shit isn't going to work. I'm not flexible enough. Well, that's the same thing if you show someone a wheel kick. You tell me the wheel kick's never going to work. Hold a pad for a guy like Barboza. Hold a pad and let him wheel kick you.
Right.
And you hit that pad and you
Right.
go, oh, shit,
Yeah,
I need to
changes
know
everything.
this.
Yep.
Because
It
all
makes
you have to do,
it forces his opponent to really focus on that and
you gotta
take
be
time away from other shit.
You got to be terrified of that wheel kick.
Yeah.
You
I
got to be
got the
terrified
bladder
of.
of us,
You got to be
80-year-old.
terrified of all of his kicks.
It's part of the training camp.
Yeah.
Is stay away from that.
Stay away
motherfucker.
from those fucking crazy kicks.
Every day they're going to be dealing with it.
Yeah,
My feelings
Barboza
are hurt, by the way.
stopped 2 fucking guys in the UFC with leg kicks. I mean, his kicks are brutal.
Look what
wheel
John
kick
Jones
ever.
is doing. John Jones, I would suggest, and I don't know shit because I've never fought in MMA, but I would guess, I would hypothesize to, if you want to be a striker or you want to be a fighter rather in the UFC,
grit, man.
if you're interested in
good,
fighting in the UFC and challenging for the belt one day, do what John Jones is doing as far as everything on your feet, including the wrestling and the striking especially. He's throwing everything. John Jones is throwing everything. Spinning back fists, spinning back elbows, turning side kicks, kung fu kicks to the side.
Improvising.
There's not a kick that he hasn't thrown. Maybe the jump spinning inside crescent kick, we really haven't seen that one. Only in Jackie Chan movies. That's the last kick. That's the last of the kicks.
Well, you know, there's a spinning crescent kick that's really effective.
Do you know what I'm talking about? When you're coming in with this side like this.
Oh, no, I know.
Like, we haven't seen that one.
It doesn't work too much. For me, at least, didn't work too much this way. Like the inside crescent kick, I gave up on a long time ago.
What if you hurt a guy standing and he's kind of, and then you finish with that motherfucker?
Have you ever
because
seen
of the angle?
Have you ever seen me do a spinning crescent kick? I never showed you that.
Yeah, you showed me everything. I'm sure.
No. I bet I haven't. It's like you hit like this with the outside of the foot, like that. You spin.
We
around
haven't seen a knockout
like
with that either. We haven't seen a knockout with that.
It's a close range kick. It's a weird kick. You do it from a different range. I never did it, but my friend Ed Shorter was really good at it. My friend Ed Shorter knocked out guys with that. He had a wicked spinning crescent kick. He would throw that more than he would throw the wheel kick. But it was an awkward technique.
I think John Jones throws everything except those. I think we saw those are the last new kick. I think was to make a big impact in all of MMA and how everyone trains is that front snap kick and the rear snap kick right to the jaw, right to the chest. Travis Brown be throwing them. I know you've been studying that shit. And also Josh Thompson throws them a lot. Cerrone throws them a lot, and of course Kakuno is known for that shit.
Yep.
Just so now that is the hottest kick right now. That's the newest, hottest kick that people are actually spending time trying to master it. When before there was no special time spent for that front snap kick, but now it's real. And we even talked about that on video. That's the craziest thing.
Yeah, we talked about it years ago.
Like the question was, I asked you in your gym.
I didn't think so.
I said, why haven't we seen the front snap kick to the fucking jaw? And then you said some great shit about it. And then boom, that's when Anderson
landed on Vitor.
Yeah, that was the first one. And then Machida on Randy Couture. And then now everyone's fucking throwing them.
And then your boy Travis Brown on Alistair Overeem.
Yeah.
You know what I think the next one is? The axe kick. Axe kicks are very effective.
We don't really see them. Holly Holm throws them.
There was this guy, this Canadian guy. His name was Jersey Long, and that was one of the reasons why I realized how effective and powerful axe kicks were. There was this guy John Lee who had a really good axe kick, who was a national Taekwondo champion.
Why haven't we seen it in MMA more?
Because we haven't seen a guy who's really good at it. There's a guy named Jersey Long that was from Canada, and he had a fucking axe kick that was like a rifle shot. It would be up and on your jaw before you knew it was happening. Just like, bah! He just had this.
We're going to see that.
He would be sparring, and he would just step in, full split, and slam you on the head with that heel. And
Jesus Christ.
He knocked my friend Larry Jones out cold.
Or maybe, in the beginning.
Larry?
Maybe in the beginning.
My friend that I was telling you how good he is?
Yeah.
That's the guy who got knocked out cold by this guy. Jersey Long.
You know, we've seen it in K1 a few times, but so it's legit.
Well, Andy Hoog. Yep. Andy Hoog had also had a technique we haven't seen, the spinning wheel kick to the leg.
Yes.
Hoog was the master at that. He would dig that heel into the leg.
It was a straight movie kung fu kick.
Yeah.
Where he would get down, squat down, do like a spinning breakdancing move, and do a wheel kick to the guy's thigh. A low wheel kick. It's like doing a wheel kick, but almost on your ass.
Sadala trying to set something up. What was the greatest crazy movie technique of all time? I say it was Rio Chonan submitted Anderson Silva with that fucking flying heel hook.
Yeah.
I think that was like the greatest all-time movie technique in an MMA fight.
That's happened in grappling.
Yeah, but in fighting Anderson Silva in an MMA fight,
it's true. That's
and you're
crazy.
Rio Chonan. You're fighting
an underdog.
The guy at Shoot the Box. He caught him in a good time. Anderson wasn't at Shoot the Box anymore. You know, they had
he was at Anderson at the time, though, was he?
No, he wasn't quite. He wasn't quite.
The match before me and Hoyler went the first time in 2003, he went against a guy named Charles Pearson, the match right before me. And that guy did a fucking the exact same heel hook that Rio Chonan did on Anderson and almost had him. He almost tapped out Hoyler Gracie. A lot of people don't know that. Hoyler escaped by the skin of his teeth and then got his back and then choked him out.
Oh, my God.
Have you spoken to Hoyler since the fight?
We talk all the time.
Okay.
Yeah, we hang out, party and shit.
Just checking.
He got you again, you fuck. The guard. Oh, you weren't here for the guard talk. Eddie Bravo has the weirdest sense of humor, man. He sneaks things on
all the time.
Eddie Bravo, no bullshit. if he wasn't such a great jiu-jitsu fighter and he wasn't so into musician.
I'd make a great troll.
He would be a great fucking comedian. He just didn't have the time to get into it.
Right.
I talked him into going on stage. He went on stage like 8 or 9 times.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
I dick a few times.
Whatever.
I dick.
Of course.
A couple times it didn't work out.
You know
but
this
look
one-
at he stopped.
I
him.
had this-
Did we? What
No,
the
he
fuck
won.
happened?
No,
He
Akiyama
dominated.
won. He dominated though.
Why did he get on
Dominated.
top? Did they just end the fight? Did
Dude,
we have
look
the
at the
worst
They just end the
fucking
fight. They just end the
commentators
fight. I've
ever?
been watching it though. I've been watching a
the
little
worst
bit.
Totally like
thing.
missing the fight.
Imagine if fucking like the UFC said, "Listen, man, we've been
Wow.
thinking about your
That was
commentary. We heard you've been doing this fight pass thing. You're fucking terrible. You guys are awful. You don't even pay attention to the fights." Well, Brian Stan's doing these all from now on. Oh, that was good movement by Akiyama. Very relaxed, even though the head kick was coming, just slid out of the way.
Oh,
Nice
God.
right hand.
Akiyama just dominated this fight.
He's such a stud athlete. But see that? Like, that's like some blue belt shit.
yeah.
But that's also on a moving target. You know, he's also
He's
exhausted.
tired,
He's
yeah.
he's fighting an MMA fight. It just
Yeah.
that's the one technique that I think and I'm telling you, man, there's
Ooh, Amir
there's
looks
gonna be some Francis Carmont dude who knows how to throw a fucking axe.
See, they
kick.
cut Francis.
I believe it.
Can't
I
believe
believe it. One by one, every kung fu kick that was once laughed at is the one by one. They're all coming back.
I'm telling you, that's
They're
the
all
one.
coming back.
Damn,
All
you
of them.
guys love you some kung fu and taekwondo.
do.
in
It's
this
all
bitch.
coming back.
I won a taekwondo tournament.
I love that shit.
taekwondo tournament.
Isn't
with
that
an
more
axe kick.
exciting
can-
than it does
you can
actually
knock guys
work?
out.
Love some of that up in
It's,
this
it's
bitch.
way better that all those kung fu kicks
Gosh,
actually
yeah.
work than they
Get
don't
up.
work.
Brandon Schaub, could you imagine if you fucking axe kicked Travis Brown in the head? Do you imagine how nutty the world would go if you had the first axe kick KO in the UFC? You step in and
On a
blam,
6'6" guy.
and catch him.
How crazy would this be if for
I'm
6
not
months
bullshitting.
Brandon Shaw fucking goes nuts? You decide for 6 months to just really dive into kicks, and you wanna in 6 months you wanna transform yourself into this fucking vicious kicker. Wouldn't
Dude,
that be crazy?
Dude, you're a sponge.
I mean, I could do it for
You're
sure.
a sponge.
You just
if
live
you
in this
found the
fucking
right,
garage.
I don't have no time for that shit. You'd have to find a real trainer.
Live in this garage.
If you found the right trainer who could teach you that style of kicking, dude, you would be fucking guys up.
How
the
crazy
amount
would
of
that be?
power you have in your legs. I've seen you
And you're
sprint.
tall?
I've seen you lift weights. I've seen you do deadlifts.
Yeah.
All these things you're doing. What are you building? You're building up your core, your whole column, but you're also
building
building
up
up your
this apple
fucking
bottom.
legs.
This apple
that apple
bottom.
bottom's ridiculous. And that
For
apple
retirement.
bottom is launching bones at your opponent. Just launching bones. That's what you're doing.
bones.
You're launching shin bones. Like if there's one bone you wouldn't want to get hit in the fucking face with, it's the shin
God,
bone.
Number one,
What
yeah.
a terrible blade of a bone. That's
a
the one
bad
bone that's
situation.
shaped like a weapon. All
Yeah.
these other ones are covered up with meat.
True, that's
you know,
just
even an
there.
elbow. Like you got to catch a motherfucker on the point of an elbow. Otherwise, you're hitting with a forearm smash, and there's a lot of meat involved in the forearm smash. When you shin someone to the dome, that's a fucking that's a weird edged bone, man. This is a weird feeling.
True.
That fucking comes at you 60 miles an hour on your head. Whomp, whomp, whomp. Especially
Hey, man,
from
you're
some
getting intense, bro.
creepy fuck who really knows how to kick hard.
Creepy dude. Who
Some
lives for
manhoof
kicking.
dude. Melvin
Manhoof.
Manhoof type dude.
Some manhoof.
Oh, some scary fucker. Just throwing these laser beam
Threw
kicks at
his
your head.
manhoof at you.
I'm telling you, anybody who doubts me, you just needed to see Pedro Hizzo in his prime.
Brian, where'd you get those golden pickles from?
Hey,
They're
bro,
inside. They're in that room.
They're good, right?
There's a couple
They're addictive.
bottles.
You want me to get 'em out?
Get them out,
Should we
man.
get 'em
Go-
out?
Yeah, get them
Should
out.
we get 'em out?
Get them out.
Get
We've
'em
got
out,
many,
Brandon.
many jars in there. Grillo's pickles are very generous. They sent me a giant fucking case of them. They're the best pickles of all time.
that's so
Real
good.
quick, this is the latest I've stayed up in, about 10 years.
Dude, you're going to be
Since
fine.
college. Oh, yeah, I'll be fine.
It's only 2 o'clock in the morning.
I know.
You got training tomorrow?
We're in
No,
California.
I did double today to make up for it.
If you were in Hawaii, it would only be 11 p.m. That's how you got to look at shit,
Shut
man.
up.
We
What-
should all be in Hawaii. Right
what
through that
did he
door,
say? Did he
bro.
say-
Right through that door. There's a curtain. Pull that back. Go through that. There you go. We should all be in Hawaii. Let's be realistic. If we could all make a choice to bail and go to one place and bring our families and everybody exist, it'd probably be like the Big Island. I want to be BJ Penn's neighbor.
I'd love it.
Just
dude.
all hang out together, make
What
our
do
own
we do
little
during
village.
the day? Just hang out.
Bang Hawaiian chicks. No, we can't do
Hey,
that.
dude.
Our wives are there.
You
Shit,
said that out loud.
we're married. We're kidding. These
We're
are jokes.
married.
What I think we would do is have a good time by the water, be with our families. Oh, did you guys collide?
scared each other.
Eddie Bravo.
Well, by the way,
and
Eve,
Brendan
Eve
Schaub just scared
Edwards
the shit out
and
of
there's
each
a
other.
rumor. Hey, Brennan, there's a rumor that
Wait, you guys want to move to Hawaii right now?
No, the
We're
Tyron
thinking
Woodley.
about
I'll move to fucking Hawaii.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what we would do to some?
That's
Hey,
not
bro.
what I just said.
Hey, we're married,
I just
bro.
said we won't do that.
Whoa, what are you saying?
Well,
over
you
here?
guys can
fishing.
You guys can
Right.
put mask on and watch me.
Okay,
no
fine, I'll
bullshit.
hold the video camera.
I was there a few months ago.
Oh shit.
Oh, Miles Jury
Miles
and
Jury's
Takanori
undefeated.
Oh shit.
This dude was telling me that you got to go there like in March or April to the Big Island. He said that's when the whales, they're either breeding or giving birth. I don't remember which, but he said they're everywhere. He said it's almost dangerous to be out in your boat because you're out in the boat and the whales will breach like 20 yards from you. Boosh.
Guy was killed on a sailboat that way. Killed on a sailboat.
That guy was a pussy.
The whale came out
I would
and
have saw
landed on
I
him.
would have saw the whale. I wouldn't have panicked.
No.
I would have dove in
I
the
would've
water.
jumped in the water.
I would have
Jumped
just
on his
gone
back,
in the water.
rowed ashore.
Just
hold
gone
the
in the
whale
water.
up. Hold the
and I
whale
would have
up.
yelled help because their ears are really good, and they would have come by.
Here's a trivia question we've already asked. How much does a blue whale's heart weigh? Ready?
Same as my dick.
Much as a
exactly.
car. As much as a car.
It
If
weighs.
you put my dick next
No,
to a blue
close.
whale on a scale, it would balance out.
Blue whale's heart weighs 1,500 pounds.
That's about what my dick weighs.
Close.
That's about.
Well, my dick is made out of dark matter.
Gomi fought Nick Diaz, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he fought Nate and Nick. Both of them lit him up.
Yep.
Nate lit him up with strikes, then I believe caught him in an armbar, and Nick caught him with a gogo plata.
Bro,
Yep.
how big of a star was Gomi back in the day?
Nick tested so high for marijuana, they believe he might have been high while he was fighting.
Oh no.
Oh yes, he won. You know, and people were arguing like, oh, you know, that like the pain that he got when he got hit with those shots, he didn't feel it because he was high on marijuana. That's the one thing that you have to argue. Like, well, marijuana is prescribed for pain.
Yeah.
I mean, it is.
True.
Right? I mean, I would imagine it would help your
That
ability
is an
to absorb
interesting-
pain.
You
That's
guys-
a
you guys
real
tell-
argument.
You
That's
guys
a
tell
real
me.
advantage.
You tell me.
That's
You,
it.
got,
Well, I
you
never-
guy knows the Mary Jane
When
better
I
than
was
anyone.
sparring, when I was doing kickboxing, I wasn't smoking weed back then. I've
If
never.
that was true, everybody'd be high fighting.
Yeah.
But they can't. They get tested. Everybody gets tested. That doesn't make any sense.
But getting punched in the face hard with a right, I don't think weed's gonna help you with that.
It helps if you're Nick Diaz.
Yeah.
I bet Nick Diaz gets in there lit up. I bet he doesn't give a fuck.
No,
I
people
just
would be
feel like he
sparring
wouldn't
that
give a
way all the
fuck
time.
anyway.
Maybe they wouldn't be
A lot of
fighting,
guys
but off
do.
the off season.
Nick Diaz,
A lot of Muay
Nick
Thai
Diaz
guys
would eat
spar
your
high.
jab sober
Really?
or high.
A lot of guys don't like to train technique high, though. It's kind of interesting. They say they don't learn things as good high. Like when someone's trying to show you like a stutter step and an attack, like sometimes they get a little bit twisted up. But when they can just flow with what they know,
Once it's in the DNA, that's where the weed comes in.
Right.
yeah.
Because when you're high,
Muscle
you
memory, right?
work on instincts way. You flow and
Yes.
your
You're
not
instincts just
thinking,
take
'cause you're not
over.
thinking.
Yes.
Yeah, but when you're not high, there's glitches here and there because you have too much shit on your mind. You're
I
thinking about
actually
stupid
came up
shit.
with some bits when I smoked some weed and drank some wine. I actually
that 10
I was
years ago?
on stage and I came up with some bits.
Are you saying that as if it's a new thing?
It is.
That's how you do comedy. You get
I
high
never
and you
do
go
it
on
high.
stage and you come up with new shit. You're ridiculous. That's hilarious.
Hey, bro, what'd you say
Do
about
you,
10 years ago? What'd you say? Because I'm this Sunday.
What happened?
This Sunday, I'm doing my 1 hour. Come on down.
When he said
Irvine
when he
Improv.
said he was high making new stuff, I said, was that 10 years ago?
Are you saying that
Oh,
all right?
he's being mean to you. That's but
Is
that
that what
is
you're saying?
how like
I-
Joey
I-
Diaz
When was the last
does
time you
it.
saw me do stand up?
Is there
I've
something
seen you
going on
stand
here?
up about 60 times.
Yeah.
I'm saying if I come down to Irvine on Sunday
Yeah.
and I see El Gato, I'm going
Well,
to
he's
choke
got to
you
put
out
out
with this
Hey,
dick.
dude. First of all, don't kill my friend's confidence. He's about to go film a
he
special.
can't kill my
Second of all,
No, he
don't,
knows
don't
this.
bring up the nature of his bits, which will fucking ruin him for the thousands of people that listen to this podcast. So let's not.
It's not just that either.
Into any
It's that
material.
you're working thematically. So my 1 hour, you'll see completely new stuff. Totally new.
I'll be there then.
Oh, yeah.
Thematically.
You be there.
This makes my dick hard. I feel conflict between you two guys. Is this because
Well,
of the
because he
fighter
didn't
and the
invite
kid?
me. He didn't invite me to dinner tonight.
What? Didn't you have a set?
What's up, bro?
You told me you had a set, man.
said you have a
live-
set.
At 11.
You live in Phoenix
At
now.
11, bro. How come I don't get calls anymore?
You guys still friends?
I'm in camp, dog.
Yeah, but my feel.
He's in
oh,
camp.
now he's in camp.
He is in camp though. You can't get needy.
He's
the
weird.
guy's in
I know
camp.
it's weird when he gets in camp.
Well, he has to be.
It's the end of it. I know. He knows. I'm
really not in camp yet. What can you do, though? They tell you got to fight. I train
Meanwhile,
3
we
times a
gave
day.
Callen a hard time for chewing on Mike, and
I was-
everyone's chewing on Mike.
You hear that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I've been chewing on
We're
these
all doing
pickles
it.
like a fucking.
Schaub was giving him the hardest time, and he was chewing right into that fucking mic.
I was
Homie's
fucking-
35 years old.
Yes, he is.
I deep throated these hot ass pickles.
Those
They're
are-
delicious. They are delicious.
I don't like. I'm not into that.
You want a pickle?
Yeah, I'm not into these.
Those taste like caca.
No, we're out.
Those,
We're out.
those taste like caca.
Yeah, we're out. These are. I'm not a fan of these. These are sea salt pop pops.
Those pickles are
I ate
fucking
all the really
from
good
straight
shit.
heaven.
Those pickles are the best ever.
Aren't they good, Callen? You know what though? When you chew on a pickle though, the mic's gonna pick it up. They're so fucking crunchy and fresh.
Dude,
Like
I
you
wish-
could go in the other room. I can hear that shit.
So good.
I wish we had some of them sriracha cashews. God damn it! Right now, I could go for some.
It's like
fucking
we have to eat
sriracha
pickles, though.
cashews.
It's
Do you have
kind
a
of-
Warrior bar here?
I don't have shit here.
Everyone's asking for shit.
No,
Yeah,
man.
all we have is
We need
hot
to
ass
stock
pickles
up.
and,
We got
and
pickles.
stevia.
Pickles and stevia.
I mean,
Yeah,
so,
we need to get more
if someone
snacks
wanted to
here.
order a pizza, I wouldn't yell at you.
I don't think
saying.
pizzas are going to deliver at 2 o'clock in the morning, brother. Where we living in New York City? We're in the valley, son. Shit shuts down.
I live in Venice, son. There's
By the way,
pizza.
it's delivered
There's
at 2 in the
pizza
morning?
everywhere.
And the door to
Does it
your
really?
the door
Oh,
to
yeah.
your studio is kind of scary looking.
Of course it is. Should be scared. There's a werewolf in there.
Yep.
Open the door. Can you imagine you deliver a fucking pizza, you open the door, see that thing?
Yep. Ariani.
Yanni's working overtime.
Yeah, we gotta stock
everyone.
some snacks on this bitch. Well, I got a new nature box coming this week.
Nature Box.
Do
You guys
those
use
Warrior
that?
bars taste like sweet or what?
No. Well, it's cranberries,
It's cranberries.
and buffalo. Dude, it's super healthy for you.
But
140.
what does it taste like?
It tastes good. It tastes like a beef jerky type bar, but
Beef jerky,
but,
But
it's
like
easy
more
to
fresh.
chew. Yeah.
Like more fresh,
Yeah,
right?
there's no artificial. It's like there's no artificial preservatives. There's no.
Artificial sweeteners?
No. There's nothing. There's nothing artificial in it.
And it's brand new, right?
We've had it for a couple months
Bro,
now.
they
I would look and tell you exactly what's in it, but there's no
Cranberries. Bro,
Yeah.
they sent me 10 of them in a box. I ate them in 2 days.
Yeah.
I felt sick. I ate 10.
There's
in 2 days.
14 grams of protein, 140 calories. Jamie, go grab another bottle of them. Go, get another one, man. They're
Those
really
Warrior bars are something
really
else,
good
man.
for you too. Only 2 grams of fat, 140 calories, 14 grams of protein. It's just super healthy. And that's how they used to preserve them, I guess. They used to use cranberries and sea salt. When they used to have to get sea salt, man, they used to have to take salt water from the ocean and boil
Actual
it
sea
down.
salt. Actual
Yeah.
fucking sea salt.
That's how they got
So what do
their
they do
salt.
now?
I don't know.
But they still call it sea salt, right?
I mean, some of it is sea salt. Some of it is iodine. I mean, some of it is made in a lab, I guess. I don't know how the fuck they make salt.
Salt is a stone.
I know the Himalayan. Oh, Miles Jury.
Jury's
Big
a
right hand.
beast,
Oh,
man.
Gomi's fucked. It's
Oh,
over,
it's
dude.
over.
It's over. Damn, Miles Jury with a
Fuck,
big
he's
win.
good, man.
With a big win. Well, you know what?
Undefeated.
Trey hasn't lost yet.
The kid keeps getting better, too. He's putting in the work, man. He's putting in the work.
He trains
Damn,
down
that's
there
a-
at
that's a-
Alliance in San Diego, huh?
Yeah. That's a big KO. That's
He has a
big KO
jiu-jitsu
for him.
gym, too, in San Diego.
Miles Jury does?
Yeah.
He
Black
has his
belt
own
in
gym?
jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
No shit.
What happened there,
He's
man?
a black belt in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't
Oh,
know
yeah.
that.
Yeah, jiu-jitsu's his strong point. He's just a nasty-ass striker, too.
Damn, and he's a tall kid. Look at this. Look at this. Good movement.
Very smart fighter.
Bang! Oh, that was a
Wow.
nice right hand. Oh.
Nothing you can do.
Well, Gomi is this weird kind of striker. He's a knockout puncher, but he's like everything is home runs. It's all home runs, and it just doesn't seem like he's setting things up in any like
The game's
traditional
passed
way.
him by a little bit, let's be honest.
But is it the game passing by, or is he not as fired up as he was when he was younger?
Both.
He doesn't have the body
Both.
that he had when he was younger, too. Oh my God, these are good.
It's fucking tough.
These pickles are insane. The hot ones, too.
Yeah, I like the hot.
They got like habaneros and shit. If you got balls, you eat those after you eat the pickles. Dig in there. Powerful Miles Jury. The kid's really
He's
impressing me.
undefeated.
Me too. Super impressive. He's going to be tough to beat. Yeah, his jiu-jitsu's really good, Eddie.
Damn.
11th first round finish. That's
Boy,
incredible.
these pickles are not easy to get into, though. I got to be honest.
He
Still a
won
couple
the English tough. I forget. He was in
No. He's
No,
from
he's just a
America.
beast from San Diego.
He's from
He's
Alliance.
a Cali kid.
Yeah, Eric
What?
Del
I thought he
Fiero's
was
student.
English.
No.
Oh shit.
You're confusing him with Dan Hardy because they're both sexy.
He's a cutie
That's a
pie.
bad motherfucker right there.
Fuck
Holy
yeah,
shit.
dude. Look at his movement, man. Very nice. Look at this setup for this
See
right
his
hand.
movement
Dang it.
against Diego Sanchez?
Yeah,
Ridiculous.
very good.
Yeah.
Bam,
Good
bam.
ground and pounding.
That
too,
was
look
his
at that.
first big win. The Diego Santos, he's putting a lot of weight behind those punches, too. A lot of length and a lot of weight. Diego was his first big win.
He outclassed Diego.
It's a good fight, man.
Do you practice
Very
up
impressive
kicks,
fight.
Brendan?
I don't.
You shouldn't be giving this up on the air.
Oh, okay.
Travis Brown can text me if he wants.
No, because really the only thing to really
luck opening those,
counteract that ground and pound from the horse stance
Oh,
position.
you're saying
is
the
you
up
got-
kicks. Oh, yeah. My
up
bad.
kicks.
I thought you were saying from yeah.
that off.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
100% we
Yeah,
do.
You got to be good at those.
Yeah, you gotta be
motherfuckers,
really good,
because that's the
my
perfect spot
gear
for
today.
him to avoid submissions and be able to throw punches and
Correct.
stay standing on your feet and squat.
Yeah.
Because you could reach the face,
Yeah.
and right there, there's no submissions.
Yeah.
But the only thing you got to worry about is those up kicks.
Yep.
Because you're in a perfect spot for an up kick. So you would think that most MMA fighters would work on that a little bit, right?
Yeah, we do.
There's levels, man, because as I still haven't seen anybody throw kicks off their back as hard as Hoist, and
I'll tell you what, man.
Very
Crow
good.
Cop's freaking nasty at him. He hit me with a up kick to my knee and to the face. It was like boom, boom. I was like,
You
holy
would think
shit.
a kickboxer would be the best at them, right?
Yeah.
Bro, it was literally like that movie Rush Hour. Which one of y'all kicked me? It was like boom, boom.
Well,
I
you
was
know
like,
who the first guy was to kick really good off of his back? One of the most impressive early
Henzo?
day Henzo Gracie against
Yeah.
Oleg Tektarov.
Yeah.
Remember him? He KO'd him from his
Knocked him
back
out.
and then stood up and blasted him in the face with a punch and broke his hand.
Do you remember the story?
Broke his hand that punch. That was bare knuckle,
The
too.
story was nobody, like Henzo actually practiced up kicks to get really good at them. And Murillo
teach 'em in
Bustamante thought, because I guess they were close, thought it was a waste of time.
Look at that, son.
Until Henzo pulled it off.
Ah, Ben
oh,
Schaub.
shit.
Large portion of head strikes. Dude.
Is that to your head or
no,
from your
that's
head?
delivering it, son.
Damn.
Minimum 300 attempts.
Wow.
Not a big deal. It's whatever.
Not bad, brother.
We got work to do.
My man's in shape.
I'll go
obviously.
train right now, son.
I got some kettlebells here.
Don't tempt it, brother. I'm all hyped up on fucking bulletproof coffee, and I've ate about 17 hot pickles. I'm either gonna shit my pants or get a workout. in.
both.
You pick, gentlemen.
Or both.
Both are.
You
both will make you
decide.
sweat.
No, dude, I got
Is this
kettlebells
next?
here and an archery target. We
Look
get
at how
crazy.
thick
We
he
get
is.
fucking crazy. I'll pull
Look
all
at how
night.
thick that dude is.
You get into bows and arrows or what?
Nah.
Love it. It's
Really?
fun. It's fun, man.
Hey, I thought you were gonna make fun of me when we went
Wanna
to your
do some?
house.
Sure.
I got some.
When we went to your house and you released those chickens, I was scared as shit around the chickens. I told my
scared of my
brother
chickens.
and my friend Klopp, I was like, "Fuck, man, Rogan released those chickens. I was scared as fuck." Hey, but I was trying to act tough. I'm not used to like wild animals. We released those chickens. I was scared as fuck, man.
Well, I'm starting to develop a farm. That's my first step. My first step is having all these chickens. I got like 24 chickens. I think it'd be nice. I want to do it personally, but I think ultimately the best move would be, and I've said this before, the best move would be if like friends. You know Uriah Faber lives on a corner.
I agree,
they own
man.
all these houses. They own the whole corner.
The
So
whole
everybody-
neighborhood. It's like the whole neighborhood.
It's a dope move.
It's you and your homies.
If someone could figure out how we could all do something like that.
And
you
who
know how
lives with,
amazing
who lives
all-
with Uriah Faber? All his family?
Well, Uriah Faber has his own house, but Chad Mendez lives right next to him, and Uriah owns a few
Joey
houses too, and he rents
Benavidez,
them
he
out.
rents it to all of them.
Yeah.
It's all his training camp homies and his
Oh.
friends all live in the same area.
They call it the block. It's a brilliant idea. So they have like this whole area where they're all like, they go grilling together, they have parties, they have people come over, and they're super friendly dudes. So it's like a real warm, fun environment, and all this camaraderie. They all live together like that. And I've always felt like that would be the best thing if like all of our yards bordered each other, and then you fucking grow vegetables together.
That would be dope.
When I was a
Grow
kid,
vegetables together.
dude. When I
agree.
was a kid, my dad was in this thing. My stepfather was in this. It was like a cooperative thing in school, and they would grow plants together, and they would all work. It was in a university, and they would all grow like a bunch of different plants. And I remember going there, and thinking, this is what a great idea this is. Like, everybody would contribute. Like, some days, like, he brought me down there on, like, a Tuesday, and I remember it very clearly because this goat attacked me. This fucking male goat. Like, I was hanging out. I was little, man. I was like 7 years old. And this fucking goat starts headbutting me. And I'm grabbing the goat, and I'm freaking out. And then he came over and jacked the goat. And like, get the fuck out of here, bitch. And pushed the female goat, started attacking me when I was holding on to the male goat because she decided I was the enemy. I'd been feeding fucking
goats.
Dirty cunt. I'd been feeding her just a few minutes ago.
Fucking
Yeah,
bitch.
I remember. So I remember it very clearly. But I remember this thing, like what a great idea to have like a bunch of vegetables like growing right there. And if you do that and you got chickens, just vegetables and chickens, Joe, you got days of food.
Yeah. I'm down for the
Days.
chickens and vegetables, all that shit. How about we just get a bunch of badass cars? We like share cars. We get girls. There's girls. There's drugs. There's also
Someone's
dude.
already retired.
Hey, dude,
You're ready
yeah,
to
I know,
retire.
yeah.
What?
That's when. Wait till you retire at least.
Hey, but not in Calabasas. We'll just do it.
When
in
did Mike
fucking
Goldberg start
gnarly ass-
No,
DJing?
what I'm thinking right now is, oh no. Sometimes you forget you're on there.
That's a fucking slick DJ time.
That's the funniest thing.
Dude,
I've
Mike
ever heard.
Goldberg looks sharp. He looks
When
sharp.
did Mike Goldberg
he
start
could be like
DJing?
running the tables at Hakkasan. What is that? The one at MGM?
Yeah,
The
because,
back of Mike's head, he looks like he was taking a nap.
Oh, how dare you?
I'm
He's
just
wearing
saying.
headphones,
Oh, sorry.
man. He doesn't have the luxury of the shaved
You're the one
head.
who called him a DJ. Now I can't say it's a nap.
Sweet guy.
How dare you?
Why be
three-piece
so
I
suit.
like
rude?
him. He's
Three-piece
great.
suit,
Why be
man.
He's
so
a great
rude to
guy.
the guy? He's a
No, I
sweetie.
like Mike Goldberg.
He's a sweetie.
Oh, he's a good guy.
We were talking about. Was we talking about this before? Yeah, we were. We weren't on air. We were talking about Mark Hunt Bigfoot and the difference between what the kind of punishment that Bigfoot was able to take in that fight, which is incredible. And then his last fight with Arlovsky, 2 shots and he's down.
Oh, you talking about when he's off TRT?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy.
Crazy advantage he gives guys.
Is that the case, or is it just the case of the standard thing of seeing guys just have Daniel Cormier knocked him out? You know, there's a bunch of fights. He's taken a lot of damage in fights. Cain Velasquez fucked him up in his last fight.
I'm just saying, man, when you're on TRT and fighting down in Australia and you're eating right and left hands from Mark Hunt, and then you fight in Brazil off TRT and you get knocked out in one punch, God, it's a good argument, man. I'm not saying it is, but it's a fucking good argument.
Kind of, but isn't it also, look, the
Because
Hunt-
Arlovsky
the Hunt
punched me in the
fight-
face several times. Didn't feel shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right, but-
and Bigfoot's been taking punishment before. It's weird, man.
Right, but isn't it true, though, that, like, sometimes you get punched in the face and you're just getting punched, like, on the cheek,
True.
or you're getting punched
It's placement.
here.
It's placement, man.
You can get one dink, like, across the tip of the chin, and the legs just go.
You know, it's not even the chin. Most of the time, it's behind the ear, but on the side of the head or behind the ear.
That's
you know
how
what I'm saying?
Doug Marshall got tagged tonight. He got
Marshall
tagged
got hit
right
there.
behind the ear.
Marshall got hit there. When DC fought Bigfoot, he tagged him behind the ear. Cain Velasquez got hit behind the ear against JDS. I got hit behind the ear against Big Country. It's all about placement, man.
Big Country's really good at that looping right hand and lands
The
it
best.
casting style, right? He
I-
lands in a lot of different ways.
If I was a betting man and I had to, you made me pick, I would say Roy is going to land that. He's going to wobble Hunt, then he's going to take him down and TKO him
Wow. That's a crazy
in the second
thing.
round.
Do you remember when Roy was just a grappler?
Yeah.
It was a long time ago when Eddie and I first met Roy.
Long time ago.
No
he really
one-
doesn't use it anymore.
What's crazy? It's crazy because the dude didn't even start striking until
Oh, no.
2009. When I interviewed him in the boom, look how fucking hard he hits, bro.
Oh, God.
When I interviewed
And his
him,
mentality. He's
an animal.
ferocious.
His chin is iron, granite chin. The only time he's been stopped is Arlovsky stopped him. I think that's the only time. And that was a ridiculous situation because he had Arlovsky down
In a Kimura
inside
side control.
and they
In a
stood
Kimura.
him up. It was ridiculous. It was pathetic. But see, he didn't even start striking till 2009. I mean, think of that. He's knocked out Nogueira, knocked out Mitrione. You see, knocked out Dave Herman there. There's Tuksher. I mean, that was
That was
Hunt.
Congo.
Boom! Look at that right hand. Boom! Left hook. Boom! Dude.
This is the
Roy Nelson.
Roy's also a smart fighter. So when the going gets rough in this fight and they're trading bombs, Hunt has to keep trading. What's Hunt going to do? Take him down? Nope. Roy can't take him down. Roy's going to say, fuck this, abandon ship, emergency brake, boom, I'm taking you down.
Right.
I can win the fight. Hunt just says, nah, I got to keep throwing.
You fought Roy.
That's the difference.
Is he the hardest hitter that you've ever fought?
No. Well, it's tough.
Shane's the hardest you've ever been hit by.
Yes. Roy hit me behind the ear. Roy landed 3 right hands. 2 were straight on. I didn't feel anything. Like we said, placement. Hit me here, hit me here. Then the one I turned on the jab, it hit me behind the ear, and that was the ending shot. Wow. So I really didn't feel it.
He's so good at landing that shot,
But if you look case by case, Roy has to be the hardest hitter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's amazing. It's amazing
the
how hard
leverage.
he
It's
hits.
the leverage and the way he throws that right hand, just reckless as shit, and all the power.
And also this fucking confidence in his chin. I mean, Junior Dos Santos hit him with everything but the fucking kitchen sink.
How about Verdun?
Dude, he thought he won the Verdun fight.
Yeah, eating those knees.
He was like, that guy never hurt me. I mean, he's a fucking
So
animal,
crazy.
bro.
You know
He's
what's tough, though, and everyone here loves Roy. At some point, that crazy durability chin, it could be this fight, it could be 10 fights from now, it just goes away. It's like, oh, shit.
Or he is just that country motherfucker that you hear about that lives up in the mountain and chops wood with his face and doesn't give a fuck.
He could fight 170. I think I want
There's
to
no
know.
one like that, though, is there? Like, you would think Fedor would be that guy.
Right.
He could fight. He could fight 170. If you
No,
were, if
not
you were that,
170.
I'm kidding. I'm being silly, but I mean,
That's a set of
he's got
tits
a
on
lot.
him.
He's got a lot of weight on him.
Well, he's weighing about, like, what is he weighing in? In the
260.
260.
Is it possible that that beard could absorb punishment?
No.
Is it possible?
Nah.
No?
Otherwise, Kimbo Slice would be the
Nah.
champ. You know what I'm saying? That dude had a gnarly ass beard.
straight
Yeah,
up
the
belly.
best
I remember when I
ever.
would train with him, I like guillotine. I'm like, oh, God.
Jerry curls
Like-
all over your hand.
I mean, he has got a. There's no reason.
Kimbo Slice had the best look of all time.
You know what?
Giant,
Nicest
muscular-
fighter I know.
The greatest guy.
Nicest
He's
fighter I
a
know.
sweetheart. You know who I'm having on my podcast, man?
Kid
Houston
Cudi.
Alexander.
Aren't you having Kid Cudi
Yeah,
on?
I'm having Kid Cudi on
That's
Monday.
fucking huge. Me and my
Yeah.
brother are huge Kid Cudi fans.
Yeah, he's
when he
awesome.
sits down, he say, Big Brown loves you.
I'm gonna tell him,
You know
Big
what?
Brown loves
I'll
ya.
probably even walk out to one of his songs if he's cool.
Ooh,
Yeah,
dude,
for sure.
I'll tell him.
I'll
tell him
give
on
Big
Monday.
Brown a shout out. I'll walk out to one of his songs.
I'll tell him on Monday, man.
God, he's good.
Yeah, he's good. But I'm gonna get Houston Alexander on too. He's another motherfucker. God
He
damn,
had some
Houston
power.
Alexander had some
Hey,
power.
you want to talk about
Woo!
Styles makes fight? How about when Houston and Kimbo slot? Everyone's like, "Oh shit,
Well,
this
how
will be the
about-
fight of the century." Literally, the whole fight you watch like this.
Well, it was a tough fight.
It was so boring.
They're both
They were
exhausted.
both, and they both. No one committed because they both have knockout power. It's weird.
How about when Houston Alexander fought Keith Jardine? Nobody knew who he was.
Oh, I know.
Caught him.
Oh.
Woo! Alexander can punch, man.
Boy,
God
Mark
damn.
Hunt's a scary dude, man, and he's
Look
familiar
at
in
him.
Japan. Listen, if
He's
he
a star in Japan, dude. He was the
Superstar.
K1
Superstar.
Grand Prix champion.
he's fought some of the best of all time.
Yeah.
If you have a tattoo on your neck, do not talk shit to a guy.
Man, it looks like
Oh,
they
there's a lot of
packed out a
dudes with neck
stadium here,
tattoos.
huh?
I'll slap
Good
right
crowd.
in the face.
That's a good point. That's a legit point. There's a lot of guys in Venice with dirty feet with neck tattoos,
tattoos.
and like fucking all
Yeah.
skinny. I'm
Yeah.
just saying, Mark Hunt has a
Right.
gnarly ass tattoo.
He's just. I think that's his son's name. By the
Whatever.
way, that's his, I'm pretty sure that's his son's name that he had written in kanji on his neck.
You know me, I'm always coming up with like schemes or something to get a guy to fight me. I want this big fight, and with Hunt we're talking shit back and forth. I said, fuck it, let's put our fight purses online. I win, I get all your money. You win, you get all mine. Thinking he'd be like, nah. He was like, cool. Cool, man. We'll ask Dana. No, knowing damn well Dana's not gonna get. We'll ask Dana. We'll see how it goes. He shut that shit down real quick.
Well, didn't
Hunt's just so
Bisping
gangster.
just offer that to Luke Rockhold?
Stole a page out of Schaub's book. Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Me and Bisping talked about that.
Yeah, Bisping, he was being really funny about it, too. Saying, since I get paid about 5 times more, it's much more
true.
valuable to me.
Bro, let's talk about this, though. Mark
balls.
Hunt.
I'm really excited about this fight,
I
guys.
can't wait for this
Yeah.
fight. Let's talk about Mark Hunt real quick, though. Just a couple years ago, if you remember, he got taken down by Chris Tucker. He lost to McCorkle by
McCorkle
submission.
caught him in
McCorkle
submission,
caught him
yeah.
in
He pulled
submission. McCorkle caught him in submission.
Yeah.
He went to that weird fight in Denver with Rothwell where they call it the worst heavyweight fight of all time. So you're like, damn, Mark Hunt is not doing well.
Yep.
Look at this motherfucker now.
Yep.
Killing the game.
Great comeback.
Killing the game.
Well, that Rothwell fight, man, was in Denver. And if you don't live in Denver, good luck fighting in Denver if you weigh 260 pounds.
listen, if you're not in shape in New Zealand, when you get to Denver, you're also not going to be in shape. If you're not in shape in California, when you fly to Florida, your fat ass still ain't in shape.
That is true.
I used to fly train partners in, and they'd be crazy out of shape. Bro, this altitude. No, you're fat as shit, bro. No, it doesn't matter. Where'd you come from? Jacksonville? Yeah, you're fat in Jacksonville. You know what I'm saying? It drives me nuts.
How disappointing must that be for professional athletes? Like, they come in, professional athletes, to work with you, and their shape, like the kind of
We
conditioning
would send
they're
them home
in.
the next day.
Would you?
Yep.
Yeah.
Beat it,
Good.
nerd. Go kick rocks, geek.
Beat it, nerd.
Nerd.
So don't they
Go
say
kick
that the
rocks.
best way to do it is to sleep at sea level and train at altitude? They say, like,
No,
living in
sleep
San
at altitude,
Bernardino.
train at sea level.
Yes, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Train at where there's no altitude,
Right.
and then sleep.
Why?
Because your body, you get the harder work rate in at sea level.
Get more
There's
reps
plenty of
in.
oxygen,
More reps, dog.
more energy
Oh, okay.
exerted. Because you're not struggling.
Right.
But there is a benefit to living and training up there, but it's not as much of a benefit as sleeping up there, but training at
See,
sea
I
level.
used to train at obviously high altitude and live at high altitude. I feel 10 times better living in California. I get better training. My body recovers better. I
Do you-
breathe better.
do you ever
I'm
feel a
fucking
difference?
More oxygen.
flourishing in LA. What?
More oxygen.
Whoa, you're getting very excited.
Sorry, man. Those
You
sprinkles
are.
got me crunk as
It-
shit.
it's-
I'm also going to shit my pants any second.
It's also there's a habaneros in there.
I know.
That's what it is.
Beautiful.
And I drank 7 cups of coffee.
Do you, like, if you were going to fight in Denver, would you go to Denver and prepare?
Yeah, I would.
Kind of have to, right?
You know what? But Joe Silva said he's never going to put heavyweights on Denver card again.
Because of that?
Thanks, Rothwell and Hunt. Thank you, sir.
It's hard, man, if you're fucking not
Real
from
quick,
there, man.
Mark Hunt's 9-8, number 6 in the world. That's fucking gangster, man.
9-8.
5'10", 264.
Hey,
Well,
real quick,
there it
if
is.
you're in the NFL
record.
and you throw 9 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, you don't have a job. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but this isn't the NFL. This is Mark Hunt.
I agree.
He's K1 Grand Prix champion who knocked out Czech Congo. K1 Grand Prix champion who was the shortest fighter ever. Like, the difference between
God,
his
this is
height,
a good fight.
Fuck yeah, it
Man,
is.
they look exactly the same.
His fight and Stefan Struve's height, it was the most disparity in size
right?
ever in a heavyweight fight. And Hunt landed a leaping left hook that destroyed
Broke
Struve's
his jaw.
in several
Warm
places.
cheese against caramel.
This is an interesting fight, man. Very interesting. Hunt certainly has more weapons, but he's also
I
been
disagree.
in more wars.
I disagree. I don't think Hunt has
Stand
more
up?
weapons.
Stand
No, I'm
up
saying
he
overall.
does.
I'm saying as an MMA fighter.
No, he definitely doesn't
Got
overall.
some tits.
He's got more weapons
Had to
standing
say.
up, but
100%.
But
Some
Roy
tits.
arguably has more power in his one weapon. That one weapon.
And
man.
Roy isn't known as a good wrestler. He
He has
Mark
trips.
Hunt-
He has trips.
Yeah, but Mark Hunt has been working on his takedown defense.
Dude,
big time.
Mark
He's not that
Hunt's
easy to
left
take down.
hook is from fucking outer space.
Yeah,
he knocks
so
aliens
slick.
out with that shit.
Well,
Mark
it's so
Hunt's not
slick.
easy to take down.
Holy
He's harder.
shit,
Oh
son.
shit! He just tagged Nelson with some good
Oh, you
shots.
see that?
Shit.
Damn.
Can you imagine if this is the first fight
Remember-
where we see Roy get stopped? Like,
It
get
might
really
be.
lit
It
up?
might be. He might not be able to take Mark Hunt down.
I think Roy's too smart, man.
very good at slipping in and out of shit too. He's really good at that check hook. Oh, Roy goes for the takedown early.
What I tell you? What I tell you? I told my brother on the way down. I said, "Boys, gonna shoot
Interesting.
early."
So Roy's the worried
He's smart,
about
man. Oh, you cut all that weight. You're good. You take him down early. It's gonna exhaust him. He's not gonna have the same power.
Well, not only that, Hunt is a very skillful striker. He's not going to just stand right in front of you. Like, you see when Roy went to throw that right hand, Hunt slides right out of the range of shit. Just out of the range of
Poked
shit.
him in the eye. Wouldn't that be the worst? The fight stopped to an eye poke, and it's all the way in Japan.
Right now.
this entire night would be ruined.
Yeah, isn't that sad?
At least no one would have gotten hurt.
I fucking hate the glove situation, man. I feel like there's got to be a way to not, oh yeah, he poked him right in the fucking eye.
He said it too. He goes, sorry.
He said, "Enjoy your victory." With one fucking eye.
It's so disappointing, man. I mean, nobody means to do it. You try. That's a Muay Thai thing too, you know? They train that with the glove on. He's all right. He's all right. He's going to keep going. Beautiful, beautiful. They need to come up with a solution, Big Brown. What's the solution? Is it something that covers the fingertips?
Oven mitts.
Oven mitts, right?
Oven mitts.
Oven
like
Finger
it.
condoms.
Oven
It's
mitts.
obviously not no gloves. No
mitts.
gloves, no solution at all for that.
You have to have the fingers out, man, for grappling.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but is it?
Oh,
beautiful
snaps.
left kick to the body. God damn, he put some fucking pop in that.
Mark Hunt's a good right hand.
But
he
Nelson
caught him.
gets angry.
Remember, Hunt's been KO'd before by Melvin Manove
Yeah, he did. He did.
in 18 seconds.
Melvin Manove is a motherfucker.
Straight up scary.
Meanwhile, remember that fight with Robbie
Hunt
Lawler?
is so much faster than he should be.
He's beating the shit out of Robbie Lawler.
There's that leg kick, man. You just got kicked by a telephone pole. That's not a normal knee. What kind of knee is that? Look at the size of that knee. That's
Roy's
3 knees.
throwing some serious shit.
He is.
3 knees.
But you know what? If Hunt's smart and he keeps sliding towards his right after he lands shots, he takes away some of the right hand. Slide to the right. Because Roy very rarely throws lefts. His left is
He
a
sets
measuring
things up.
device.
Yes,
I
exactly.
mean, he'll throw like a left to get you thinking about it, but that right hand is the bomb
With
diggity.
me, he threw a double jab.
See, there's the right.
A double jab to a huge right hand. That's his thing. He goes pop, pop, shakes it, and then big right hand.
See, the thing about a striker like Hunt, like, look how slick he is.
It's slick.
Yeah.
He's basically 300 pounds right now, too. Moving like a fucking ballerina
So
elephant.
crazy.
Oh, and there's a clean right hand he landed. See, there's a disparity in technical advantages.
100%.
Like the technical advantage that Mark Hunt
His
has.
movement, too.
Yeah, his movement is, but that's also
It's
technical
fluid.
advantage. Yeah,
100%.
He knows
His
exactly
footwork.
where he's coming. And look, if he avoids the right hand, see,
Dude,
it's just
great
it's all
head
the
movement.
avoiding the right hand though.
Wow.
He doesn't have to worry about knees
Exactly.
or kicks. He's just worried about that right hand.
And at his level, if they go, all this guy has a right hand, he's going to go, oh, cool.
It's a totally different animal. You're dealing with a K1 Grand Prix champion.
But now you're talking about a guy who can stick in there and has better cardio than you.
Maybe. Who knows who's got better cardio so far. But right now, you're just dealing with Mark Hunt. I mean, Mark Hunt was fat, but it doesn't mean he's out of shape. Just because he's 290 pounds, he could have been starting off at 340 and gotten really good shape at 290 and had to cut down to 265 and still be able to kick some fucking ass for 3 rounds or 5 rounds.
Apparently, you're
Ooh, it's
right.
5 rounds.
Apparently,
I'm very
it's 5
excited.
rounds.
I'm very excited when I found out I knew it was 5 rounds, but I forgot for a second. That's what I wanted to talk to you
that's
about.
deep water.
Did you hear that? I don't know if this is true, but if it is true,
Oh!
Roy tagged him.
Roy got him with a left hook, too.
Fuck yeah, he did.
Left hook,
Someone
right
said
hand
that
combo.
Junior Dos Santos, the Stipe Miocic fight,
Oh,
he
shit.
requested a 3-round fight for
Yeah,
the
I heard
main
that.
event.
I
Did you
heard
hear that?
that.
Is that
Yeah.
true? Good body shot.
I heard he wants a
takedown
3-round
times?
fight. Why do you think that is?
I don't- Maybe those 2 fights with Kane, those fucking horrible 5-round wars, man. Maybe he doesn't want to do that to his body.
If I'm Stipe, I'm saying nope, 5 rounds. Biatch.
Ooh. The other thing that Hunt is good at is rolling with shit.
Hunt
he
looks
doesn't
tired
get
now,
stiff.
man. Hunt looks a little tired.
Not to me. He doesn't get stiff with stuff. He rolls. Like when things are coming at him, he rolls away from things. See that?
Yeah.
He takes a lot of the power off of those punches when he does that. And for someone who's not used to a guy that's that slick like that, it also... Ooh, look at that, Roy, with the
Ooh.
leg kick. Spun him around. It also makes you very tired because you're decelerating your own punches instead of hitting something.
Yeah, missing a punch makes you more tired than actually hitting someone.
Yeah. When you're fighting a guy, that's why Ali would wear guys out so well.
Yep.
Because he would just be standing in front of them and they would just be fucking eating air sandwiches. Look at that. Beautiful movement. You know what that is, man? That's just knowledge. Just knowing where the punches are coming from.
It's just
Yeah.
experience, man. Roy looks a little tired.
His head's always in the right spot.
Yeah. Well, it's
So tough.
if he knows that you have 2 weapons, right? I mean, Roy only hit him with 1 pretty good leg kick. It's a pretty good leg kick, though.
Not game changing.
No, but it's pretty good. Now, here's a couple
Roy
of good
landed a
combinations.
great left hook right hand. That was the
Yeah. Boom.
Ooh,
There's a nice right
good
hand.
hand.
Right to the eyeball. Boom. And look, slides away. Boom. There's one over the top. That tagged him a
he
little
kind of
bit.
rolled with it though. He
Yeah,
rolled with
he
the
rolled
left
with
hook.
it. But there's a good leg kick. But then he rolled with that too.
Yeah,
He
he
moved
rolled
around
with
with
it.
it.
Just went with it.
But it's like when Roy mixes it up, anytime a fighter mixes it up, he opens up all these other possibilities because he creates new variables. If you introduce new variables, like that's why GSP was so good. You never knew what the fuck he was going to do. So that extra half of a second when you're thinking, what is he going to do? Then he executes something. Just that extra half of a second is such an advantage. That along with the comfort level that a guy like GSP had from all those championship fights is one of the reasons that led him to be one of the great fighters of all time, is that he was so good at being unpredictable. You didn't know if he was going to strike or try to grapple. And guys would be thinking, what's he going to do? Fuck, he already did it. And then
Yeah.
you're always playing catch-up.
Yeah. I talked to Nate Marquardt about that, who was his main training partner, and he would always say, you didn't know if he was going to shoot a double leg on you.
Oh, he
Yes,
took him
Roy got his
down.
back.
Look at this.
See,
Look
Hunt,
at
Hunt
this.
rolls all fours.
Oh, what if he gets him? Oh.
He's high.
Look at how thick. Look at how
Roy-
thick his legs are.
Roy is very good, though. He's very good.
Oh,
He's almost out. He's out.
Look
Oh,
at
my
that.
goodness. Oh, my goodness. Hunt's out. And Roy had to adjust his knee pad. That's
Lord.
interesting. What's that about?
It was uncomfortable.
Yeah, but I mean, what's up? Do you think he's got a knee injury? Oh, back fist. That's a big moment for Hunt, right?
Yeah, getting up like that.
Is the fact that he was able to escape.
Dude, he's tough to keep down now. It's all he's training, it looks like.
He's so fucking strong, too. Look at the back on that fucking
Takes
dude.
a while to get it all together. Some people would have quit. He just kept going, and now he's finally he's hard to take down, and he's got a little bit of jiu-jitsu.
And he's 290 and 5'10". That helps.
Yeah, that helps a
That
little bit.
helps.
Did he get
Which
down to
is so weird.
265?
For a little bit.
Shit.
For about 10 minutes.
So he had to cut to 265?
Yeah, he
Yeah, for a
lost
couple
19 pounds in one day. They said he lost 19 pounds in one day. So he's at least,
It's a
fucking
solid 280
84.
something. Yeah, solid 280.
284. That's so ridiculous. That's so ridiculous.
What if he got down to 205?
But meanwhile, he fucking moves good. He moves good. But you know what? Mike Dolce made some really good points. He was talking about Cain Velasquez. He was like, yeah, he's the best of all time. Yeah, he's awesome. And Fedor, yeah, he was fucking amazing in his prime and probably, nice right hand. But he goes, he would have been even better if he lost that body
I
fat.
disagree.
Really?
I disagree. I think you need some body fat. Listen, and like I said, we all love Mike Dolce. It's not a bodybuilding competition. If Fedor or Cain Velasquez both had six packs, they wouldn't have the same cardio.
That's interesting.
I think you need some of that fat to have some of that cardio.
But when you're trying to cut weight down
Heavyweights
to
aren't.
135, yeah, heavyweights, yeah, for sure.
So why
good
would
point.
Cain go, wait a second, I have the best cardio in the game? Let me change my diet and get this six-pack because Dolce thinks I need to be lesser fat.
Plus, he's going to alienate a lot of people that love Roy Nelson because Roy Nelson looks like the average American.
Oh, big left hook.
Shit.
Ooh.
Oh!
That was
I've
a
never seen
big-
Roy like that.
Big left
Mark
hook.
Hunt's got
Oh!
a vicious left hook, but Roy Nelson fires back.
This is what Roy wants, man.
Man.
If you didn't know Roy Nelson was a UFC fighter and you saw that dude by a swimming pool and you talk shit to him,
By a
what
swimming
a
pool?
fucking colossal mistake that would
A
be.
huge mistake.
my goodness!
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my God.
That
Mark
is a
Hunt-
bad.
Mark
my God.
Hunt is a motherfucker,
Oh my
dude.
God.
He
Damn, he
is a
faceplant
motherfucker.
Roy Nelson.
I've never
Holy
seen that.
shit.
Faceplant.
I've never seen Roy Nelson take a shot like
Holy
that.
shit.
Wow.
Oh no.
That's fucking scary.
What do you mean? Oh no, you hate Mark Hunt?
No, I'm just saying. Wow, that was
You
crazy.
said, oh,
No, you
no,
said, oh,
motherfucker.
no.
You said,
That
oh
was
no.
brutal.
Explain yourself.
Eddie Bravo turned on you. He was with you at the
Explain
beginning of the
yourself.
show.
Like I'm
He turned
said,
on you.
no.
Look
Look
at
at
this.
this,
Look
look
at
I'm a
this.
big country operative. Oh no!
Look how Mark Hunt walks
It
away
looks so
too. I love
painful.
how he does that. That walk away. He's done that to 3 dudes now.
How
Look at this.
experienced
Look
you
at
be-
this.
Right
to
up
know.
Boom!
Look at this.
Right on the chin.
Look at that walk away. Mark Hunt is the king of the walk away KO.
He tripped right there.
Look at that. But that's the referee got in his
No,
way.
no.
Watch.
He
Watch it again.
he
The referee
tripped.
pushed him. Bullshit.
He thought
Watch
it-
this. Boom.
Look at he tripped right
my
The
Lord.
fucking referee
The
pushes
ref
him,
pushes
man.
him.
So what?
Hey Eddie,
He should have
what's up,
blocked
man?
him. He should have blocked the ref. Put a forearm in his
And
neck.
you
That
against the
shit
ref.
was
the referee
bananas.
ruined
Imagine if he would have fucking
a
Heisman the
beautiful
ref.
ending. That referee
That
ruined
was
a
a
beautiful
crazy-
walk-off KO.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Still
right in
a
the
beautiful
chin.
walk-off KO.
Got caught right in the chin.
Well, he got caught by one of the best strikers in MMA,
Yeah.
period.
Hardest
Mark
hitter,
Hunt-
by far the hardest hitter in the
Seriously,
division.
out
He's
of
a
all
wizard,
the
man.
heavyweight fighters, nobody moves like him with his
He
strike.
hits harder than
wizard.
Junior Dos
He's like
Santos.
a professional
What'd you
boxer.
say?
Velasquez,
Right?
Harder than Junior, harder than Kane.
100%.
But he moves so smooth. He moves like a big black guy, right? Just so smooth.
Oh, wow.
I'm not
Wow.
touching that.
Wow, yeah, that's all you, Doug.
with cream.
No, but you know what I'm talking about,
Black
right?
with cream.
You know what I'm talking about?
Cream in
Nobody
my
moves that
coffee.
smooth.
Roy's knows
Like
my
Kane
smooth.
moves
man.
professionally. Kane moves
Yeah.
professionally, but he moved like a brother.
Well, I think what Samoans, have, one of the things that they like, there's so many guys like David Tua, Mark Hunt, They have incredible ability to generate power.
Such a beast.
Like David Tua. Do you remember David Tua when he was in his prime when he
yeah.
knocked out
What?
John Ruiz?
What?
Jesus fucking Louises. He had
Ooh, I wanna hear what he says.
Louises, Jesus, Louises.
and no one has a bigger fucking jaw. Like who's got a wider Mount Rushmore
crazy.
jaw than Mark Hunt? He takes a
Crazy.
tremendous bomb.
How old is he?
I think he's like 38 or 39 or something like that.
Every
man.
bit of 38.
Thank you, Jesus.
My sponsors, TSC Security, and the guys from the sky, thanks very much.
He looks 29.
Who's that giant Samoan next
I'll
to him?
tell you what, he's in his fucking prime. That's a fact.
Mark, you've had some huge wins in your career. You just beat another top 10 opponent. Is there any heavyweight out there you got your sights set on that you'd like to fight next?
Rematch is always good for me, so anyone in the top 10. Can I just say, so my girl, my little baby girl, Laura, she's 2 today. So
Oh, that's cute. Oh,
You gotta like Mark Hunt, man.
He's a great guy. I hung out with him at the airport. Him and his training partner. He's a sweetheart. Really, really fun guy to hang out with and talk to. Very friendly.
Amazing.
Just so calm
Hardest
in
hitter in
there,
the
too,
division.
man. So calm in there. You know, what you were saying earlier about him, about his career being in... Here's one further. When he first got signed by the UFC, like they had his Strikeforce contract, they didn't want to honor it. They had his Pride contract,
Yeah.
rather. They didn't want to honor his Pride contract. Not that they didn't want to honor it, but they didn't want him to fight. They wanted to pay him off. And
I
he said,
remember
no, I want to fight. Not that they want to honor it. Of course, they would honor any contract. But he did. They didn't think that he was like, UFC material. What's happening?
Amazing.
What's going up? They didn't think he was UFC material. They thought, he'd lost to a few guys, and he said, look, I want to prove it to you. And then he loses his first fight, and fuck. Then they give him a second chance, and then, man, on a roll.
That was super impressive. That was insane.
He lost
Crazy.
how many straight?
Well, he lost to McCorkle, and then he lost
That's a
after
tough
that
pill
to
to
Junior
swallow.
Dos Santos. Is that the next loss, or was there a loss in between?
No,
there?
he lost to McCorkle. Then did he lose that decision in Denver?
That's a good question.
He won it.
Did he beat Brendan Schaub? I mean, no, not Brendan Schaub. He's right here. Ben Rothwell.
Ben Rothwell in Denver. I forget. I know it's a decision.
Let me pull it up. Mark Hunt.
Oh, damn, I've never seen Roy get taken out like that.
Fuck, that was beautiful.
Amazing.
Dude, that shit was beautiful.
Dope ass picture on Wikipedia.
I think that's the
Hey,
wrong
have you guys seen Josh Barnett
Wrong
and
one.
Renato Laranja do a scene from Brokeback Mountain?
No.
Of course I haven't seen it.
Have you seen it?
No.
Oh my God, dude. Go Renato Laranja show, episode 4, Josh Barnett, Renato Laranja doing a scene from Brokeback Mountain. It's
Brennan, what did I say?
It's
We need to
incredible.
start
Okay,
doing
what do we
it.
got here?
I said we need to start reenacting. Old
So the Silva fight was a draw, but wasn't that fight changed because of the drug thing? Didn't they disqualify?
Who FC?
Silva
It was
or
a draw,
something?
so there's no winner though.
Is that what it was? A draw.
He got
anyway,
he got
right?
Bigfoot's money and bonus money for the fight of the night.
So he lost Junior Santos. Before that, he beat Stefan Struve, Czech Congo, Ben Rothwell, and Tuckshire. So McCorkle was the loss,
Just
and
the
then
one
he
loss.
won 4 in a row. Then he fought Dos Santos, and then he had the war with Bigfoot.
Crazy.
Man,
But he lost a whole shitload
Look
right
at
there.
that.
But all the
he
ones
did
he
lose
lost,
1, 2, 3,
lost to
4, 5.
Musasi.
He lost 6 in a row.
Dude, he got submitted by Musasi. He was
God,
a middleweight.
look at the guys he was
KO'd
fighting.
by
Though.
Manhoef.
Look at the guys he was fighting in those
6
6
in a
losses.
row.
Alistair
Josh
Carmona
Barnett
Keylock.
beat him.
Fedor was an interesting fight, man. Remember when he had Fedor in an arm lock? Remember that?
Forget.
Yeah, he had him like a Kimura, but he couldn't finish it.
Those are some
And Josh
monster
Barnett's submission.
opponents.
Those early days, though, he was a pure striker.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
nothing, you know.
He didn't know what he was doing. He was learning. But he beat Mirko Krokop in Pride.
in his prime,
And he
too.
beat Vanderlei Silva. Man, he, a lot of people think he was the guy that ruined Vanderlei because Vanderlei fought him as a heavyweight, and Vanderlei was the 203-pound champion. He was fucking everybody up at 203 and went up and fought. And he actually, I believe, if I remember correctly, he was light when he fought Hunt. I think he was only like 199, and he fought Hunt.
That's crazy.
It was like light for him.
Yeah.
Like when he fought Krokop, he was super heavy. He was heavier than Krokop. If I remember correctly, Vanderlei was like 218 and Krokop was 214.
Wow.
Vanderlei was just
You said the Krokop was the strongest guy you ever felt, right?
Yeah.
What did he weigh when you fought him?
221 or something like that. Maybe 220.
And at that weight, he
And I was
felt.
240
Did he feel
something.
stronger than you were?
just like so like a rock. Like couldn't move him. Like not, you know how some guys you move and they'll like tilt, like kind of budge.
Do you think it's like
It's like a statue.
the legs? Like the guy has giant legs.
He has a good base. I just think he was like there was no fat on him. Just like that grown man strength when I fought him. You know.
Yeah. You know, you're talking about a guy who's been kickboxing for so fucking long. And I think I would imagine that a guy who's like a really strong kickboxer, like a Hunt or like a Crow Cop, those guys that develop those monster ass legs and they have good balance from throwing kicks. Yep. Once you teach those guys take down defense, it becomes very difficult. Just because they're dealing with such a ridiculous base.
Yep.
Like Crow Cop has some giant ass fucking legs,
Huge
man.
legs.
Giant quads.
You want to talk about a guy with a ridiculous highlight reel?
Stud. So tired.
Brian looks
so tired.
exhausted.
Why are you so tired?
I just had such a long day.
Oh, poor baby.
I had to wake up at 6. I was shooting the Goldbergs. I'm so cute.
Did you shoot it today?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you,
Such a fun part.
do you like sucking the
I'm
dick of
exhausted.
television still? Do you
Yes,
like playing
yes.
with television's
I like that
balls?
show. I have to say, I really like
Is
doing
it fun?
that show.
What network is it for?
ABC. I play the gym teacher from the 80s. Oh my God.
Oh, I can imagine.
It's so funny. I drink this protein shake. I had to drink. It's actually one of the best things I've ever done.
Oh, that's hilarious.
What's the name of the show?
The Goldbergs. It's such a funny. Jeff
It's a
Garland.
sitcom?
Jeff Garland's in
Sitcom?
it, and Wendy McClendon, who is in Wedding Bridesmaids, and it's a really funny show.
I heard Bridesmaids is a funny
So you're
fucking movie.
part of the show?
Fuck yeah.
Is it really funny?
Great movie.
Dude.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen it, Eddie?
It's on YouTube?
It's a fucking
No, it's on
American
ABC.
classic.
What's it
It's
called?
called The Goldbergs.
Okay.
You ever see Bridesmaids?
You're as tired as I am.
No.
Never saw it? It's supposed to be really funny.
It's a pretty funny movie.
It's supposed-
Amazing movie.
Dana
Amazing.
White tells me it's really funny.
It's
Dude,
funny.
it's a classic. It's
Yeah.
an American classic.
It's funny.
What year?
you
Megan
know
McCarthy
who else
starred.
hasn't seen Bridesmaids? Al Qaeda. ISIS. Fucking see Bridesmaids, man.
See Bridesmaids.
If you're
See
if
Bridesmaids.
you're an American, go see fucking Bridesmaids.
Is
man.
that new?
terrorist
Is it
win.
new?
No, not at all.
No,
Who's
dude.
in it?
It's been out about 3 years.
Hey, bro, you live in America. Bridesmaids was a huge hit.
Real quick, you a terrorist? Huge
Are
hit.
you a
yeah.
terrorist?
It's a great. It's actually a really good movie. I like The
Classic.
Winter Soldier, Captain America. I saw it recently.
You know the last funny movie that I saw was This Is the End.
It was
James
pretty funny.
That's a funny movie.
Pretty funny.
Fucking
Yeah,
hilarious.
it's great.
Funny.
How
Seth
funny
Rogen.
the fucking what's the dude from Eastbound and Down?
Oh my
Johnny
God,
McBride.
Danny McBride is
How
great.
fucking
He's
funny
so
is he
funny,
in that
that
movie?
guy.
Have you seen
That's
that?
his character, dude.
Yeah.
Have you seen Eastbound and Down?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
It's
he's
amazing.
awesome. I love
It's
that dude.
amazing.
Yeah.
That's a
He's
great
drinking and
show.
eating all their shit.
He fucking pours all the water. I mean, I don't want to
He
give
goes,
up. Spoiler alert.
It's been out for 6 years. Fuck a spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
It's a million o'clock. Nobody's up.
People get mad at me for fucking spoiler alerts for fights that happened like the day before. I'll say, "Oh, I just finally got around to watching blank fight. Wow, what a fucking huge win for
They're all,
blank."
"Oh,
they go,
fuck."
"Fucking spoiler alert!" Like, you're online, shithead.
It's weird.
You're online. You're reading the Twitter
Idiots.
feed of a fucking MMA commentator for the UFC.
Right. Like,
And
what
it's
are you
weird.
doing?
What did you think was coming your way, stupid? You looking for flower arrangement tips?
Right.
What do you
Stupid.
think I'm going to talk about? Why are you on my fucking Twitter feed? Do you go on MMA Weekly's Twitter feed too and go, "Whoa, spoiler alert!
Hey,
They're
man.
fucking news sites, stupid."
You know what has to hurt people's feelings when I see you talk shit to them on Twitter? You go, "Dummy." That hurts my feelings a lot. Ugh.
That's something you and I talked about a long time ago. Where like that's the most. That was when. Remember this? Sometimes when you call somebody a simple name, I almost cut this guy off. Remember that guy who's this huge guy's looking at me, and I pull up next to him, and he goes, "You got a fucking problem?" And he was this really big, giant guy, fat and really big. And I looked at him, he goes, and I go, "What?" And he goes, "You got a fucking problem, man?" And I go, "You're fat." And he goes, "Ah!" And I just drove away. Like little insults like that.
Bro, this-
you're dumb or you're fat.
I would
are
just start laughing.
Powerful. Those are
if I pulled up to
insults.
someone and said, "Hey man, you got a fucking problem," he goes, "You're fat," I'd be like, you fuck.
But it would hurt my feelings if they're like, "You're a fucking dummy." I'm like, "Damn,
dummy.
bro."
You dummy.
You fuck. You did that
But
to a
some
girl
people
who
are
was talking
dummies,
in your-
man. Some people are dummies. I did it to a girl talking in a show.
Yep.
A heckler.
You went,
Yeah,
no,
hecklers.
no. You're dumb.
I've had that more than once. So I'm not sure which event you're talking about.
being very rude.
Perfect. You're dumb.
You're dumb.
You know, that was a real problem with fucking doing stand-up at that comedy store. There's nobody does the crowd. Nobody takes care of the crowd. So you're
crowd
constantly comics shouldn't have to deal with that shit. That shit should all be done by like bouncers. They should have any improv you go to. That never gets out of hand. They squash that shit like that. They know what they're doing.
I think I can tell the story.
Yeah. What
happened tonight?
Tonight? What happened?
Yeah. I was at the Laugh Factory, and there was a dude in the front row talking like an asshole, and to the point where I kicked his leg a little bit. I went, "Hey, you got to shut up!" In the middle of my set, I go, "Hey, you got to shut up!" And he goes, "Oh, sorry," and then he kept talking. I went through my set. It was fine. It went well. And Dane Cook follows me, and I'm watching Dane, and the guy is doing the same thing, and Dane literally in the middle of it went like this. He just, and tweet if I'm exaggerating, Dane goes, "You shut the fuck up right fucking now, or I will knock you the fuck out. You say one more fucking word, I'm gonna knock you out and send you the fuck out of here." Like right in his
Sounds
face.
like Dan Cook's been doing some Tybo or some
"Respect
shit.
the fucking show, you asshole."
Yeah.
And the whole place started clapping. Because the guy was
How
such an
great would
idiot.
it be if the guy stood up and whooped Dan
Right,
Cook's
I was
ass?
like, Dane,
In front of everyone.
Here's my
but
prediction.
Dane was ready to go.
That guy was a plant put by Jamie Masada. He's like, "Buddy, Dan Cook is going to be on. I want you to warm up with Bryan Callen. You go, you tell a joke, you talk to girl, you speak on phone, and then when Dan Cook come on, he be so mad. He's like, this fucking guy heckle me, I'm Dan Cook." And then we get on TMZ.
Hey,
I have
Brian,
10 guys
not
in the
a bad
audience
Jamie Masada.
uploading it to YouTube.
I'm
Brian-
sure somebody videotaped it.
Brian, do me a favor. Tell them
He's so
the dream
tough.
you had that you told me.
Tell
Them the dream.
I think it's
you
appropriate.
tell me if this is normal.
I think it's appropriate.
Okay.
This,
I had a
this is
dream.
my business partner. Listen to this
I had
shit.
a dream. I had a boyfriend.
Okay, that's not Martin Luther King. Martin Luther
It's
King
not-
had a
it's
totally
not-
different dream.
I had a
It's-
dream.
it started
I had
similar.
a dream.
And what were you doing, Brian?
I had a
hilarious
boyfriend,
already.
and
No, listen to this shit.
and he fucked me.
He had a dream he was having sex with a
Okay,
man.
well, I'm glad you told me this after I told Steve Ranella that I don't want to share a tent with you. Because he asked me, he goes, "Is it okay if you
You
share a
snort too
tent with
loud.
Brian?" Fuck yeah, I do. I snore like a werewolf.
I've
dude.
never heard
I keep
anybody
away
you,
from
look like a,
predators.
you look like a snorer.
I'm a
Dude,
snorer,
you don't
bro.
even know.
I have an irregular neck.
It's the craziest, loudest snore on the.
I thought you
started
handled
going
that,
like this, I started
though.
going,
Didn't you
I
handle it
have
with
a
the mouthpiece?
new mouthpiece. I have a new mouthpiece
do?
since the
Another
last
new
time when
one.
we went hunting. Well, I got one about
This is like the
7-8 months ago.
third or fourth
Yeah.
version.
Bro, I think
The
I
other
have
one
sleep
wasn't-
apnea because I
wasn't
wake up.
fitting right, man. It kept falling out.
last one.
Yeah, it kept falling out. But the new one it's uncomfortable, but it fits great and it keeps my tongue in place, makes no sound.
He looks
I
exhausted.
sleep like a baby, I make no sound.
Brian,
None.
finish your gay story though. I
Let's
want
see.
other people
Yeah,
to judge you.
I'm sorry. I
Dude, it was so
talking about
vivid,
snoring.
and I was like, I'm straight, man, and I have a boyfriend, and this guy keeps fucking me. And this is bad. And I was like, in my dream, I was
he's
like,
dead
I'm
serious.
straight as shit, and this guy's fucking me, and I gotta keep this a secret. I'm not sure how to make sense of this.
That's a bit. Is that a
Dude,
bit?
no, it's not
but
a
it
bit.
should
It's a
be.
dude.
He needs
That's
it
a
to be.
great
Bro,
bit.
he needs
Fuck,
it to
it
be.
needs
He
to
was
be.
dead serious when he told me this, and I literally was just looking at him like this.
Bro,
Yeah,
this is your
change
next
things.
hour. It's going to
It's gotta
start
be, right?
with this.
Dude, I had a
Write
dream
it
I was
down.
gay.
Write it down
You
right
could,
now.
you could. The
do it.
possibilities are endless with this dream.
Is that not
This dream
weird?
can go wherever.
Have you
I'm
guys ever
writing it for
have
you.
you ever
Keep
had a
talking.
dream like that?
I'm your
No.
stenographer.
Never.
Keep
No.
talking.
Ever in my life.
Dude, I was like, and the guy had a
But I
big
believe
back.
him.
He had a back on him. And I was like, damn, man. And I remember, and I didn't tell you this part.
Damn,
we were
dog.
having cocktails. And I was looking over and I go, I gotta fuck this guy again tonight. And I was like, this is not normal. I felt like I was sliding down. I felt like I was sliding down an ice glacier. Yeah, I gotta fuck this guy again. Like,
All that's great shit.
it was crazy, bro.
Oh fuck! I
What
gotta
else?
fuck this
I was
guy
like, I'm
again.
straight, man. I'm fucking straight.
Fuck this guy
I remember
again.
the theme of the
This
dream
is
was
disturbing how many jokes you have, like arguing
that
your
are-
sexuality.
I know.
Because like a big part of your act is arguing your sexuality.
Dude, I was like,
I
was
said
literally-
he's 50% gay, and I don't have an issue with it.
no.
We got Brody Stevens up to 84%. Remember? He started the podcast.
Hey,
He said
bro.
he was probably 10% gay. By
I
the
was
end of
with
the
him.
podcast, he told me he was 84% gay.
I was with
On
Brody in
our
Thailand.
podcast, he said 15%. After that dream, I said full 50%.
Do you think you're gay?
No,
A little bit?
no. I wish I was.
When we went on, when we
wish I
went hunting,
was.
When we went hunting, we were gone for the first time we were gone for 6 days in Montana. The second time we were gone for 5 days in Wisconsin. That's 11 days of gay jokes. I mean, the kid is relentless.
Yeah.
It never stops coming. It's a storm of locusts that there's no end. It shows up on a satellite. It shows up on a satellite. It's like swarming
it's
across.
actually not a little too much.
Crops die. Rivers get choked. the rivers get choked, leaving like there's no water.
I never
gets
get tired
to
of
the
it.
Farmlands.
Never get tired.
Crops dry up.
You know,
there has to be something with that.
You know who is actually more obsessed with male beauty than Bryan Callen? That's Big
Yoshihiro
Brown.
Akiyama.
Well, yeah, I mean that's my boyfriend, but
Big Brown?
but Big Brown is.
Don't try
is,
pushing on me. No,
Bro,
Yeah, but it's a different thing.
you had
Bro,
dreams.
you're attracted.
You had dream.
to
You
men.
had sex with a man.
Yeah.
No one else has that shit here.
Yeah,
Wait a
That's
minute.
weird.
Brian, why are you saying that he's attractive to men? Because you're attracted to men too.
Yeah.
Are you attractive? You're attractive, right? I would imagine you're an attractive guy.
I'm a cutie pie.
You're a beautiful man.
Yeah. Not bad.
So
Right now, he looks like pure shit.
that's a good move.
I've never seen you look so tired.
Listen,
By the way, this is how
I'm
guys
exhausted.
are. Like Brendan gave me his cold. I was around his cold, and I had to go.
I
Perform.
was sick as
I
shit
had
for
to-
2 weeks.
Dude,
Crazy sick.
I had to perform in San Antonio, and I'm dying. I'm just slogging through. And I call him up. I go, bro. He goes, how you doing? I go, I'm not doing well, man. I'm sick. And I got 2 shows tonight, and you gave me your cold. And this is what I hear on the other end of the phone. I mean, you were dying laughing.
because
only
you're-
guys get a kick out of giving
You
each
know
other
why? Because
colds.
I got in his
yeah, I don't
fucking.
think chicks think that's funny.
No,
Bro.
but guys love it. They're
I
like,
got in his
"Fuck
fucking
you."
Prius. I get in there and he goes,
Oh, God.
I'm sick as shit. And he goes, I'm never sick. Sprays saline solution in his nose. And he goes, this is why. 2 days
kept
later.
telling me this.
2 days later, he's sick as
He
fuck.
kept telling me this for weeks. All I heard from him was, "There's a way you never get sick. I don't get sick anymore. I spray the saline solution
Yeah,
in
me
my
too.
nose.
Gargle
I
with
gargle with
salt water.
it."
Yeah.
Works
he
every
got,
time.
Then he got my cold. So 4 days later, I go, yeah, throat's starting to hurt now, moving down to your chest.
Yep.
He goes, yeah. I said, enjoy that for about another 8 days. I was sick as
Meanwhile,
fuck.
though, I wasn't sleeping. That's why.
Well, you
I'm
would
sleeping-
normally your immune system's so superior to the average
It's
male.
very true, dude. Thank you for saying that.
It's
I
different.
crush
He just
all
doesn't-
disease.
Well, he eats a lot of jalapenos, and
And I meditate.
he only
meditate.
eats factory farmed fish.
Right.
Nothing from the ocean.
And I'm God's favorite, too. That helps.
even his Brazilian character is a gay Brazilian character,
true,
right?
dude.
That's what I'm
Remember
saying.
that?
Yeah.
Dude,
That was one of the greatest
my 1 hour
impersonations
special is
ever.
gonna be
One of the
I'm
most
gay.
hilarious moments of our life. You got to write that down. Take that sheet of paper off the top, and that.
I had a dream that I had a boyfriend and he was fucking me.
Yeah,
That's
just
what
remember that.
Joe Rogan, my stenographer. Thanks for the idea. I had a dream I had a boyfriend
best
and he
part
was
is-
fucking me.
the best part is you
It's
go,
actually good.
Fold
though.
that up.
The
put
best
that in your
part is you
pocket.
go, I got to fuck this guy later.
I know.
You
I was
gotta
like,
tell that
damn
on
it.
stage,
Exhausted.
dude.
I gotta get fucked.
You must tell that
I
on
gotta
stage.
fuck this guy. He had a back. I remember his back was very wide.
And he fucks you throughout the dream, like
Yeah, it was
constantly.
bad,
Is there any? But
It
there's
sounds like
between
you're a
reels,
gay-
it's just like, and there's nothing you could do.
He's a
You
gay-
feel like running, and sometimes you do run, but you're like in slow
But-
motion.
Yeah,
and
I
he
didn't, I
catches you.
didn't like it in the dream.
And then you
That's why
try
I
to
know I'm
shoot him,
straight as
but the
shit.
bullet goes really slow. You ever have
Yeah.
a gun and you shoot and the gun falls apart
Yep.
and then the bullet's really
Yes.
slow?
Yes,
and you're like,
classic
what?
dream.
It's also no. A
classic
better
dream.
example is like if you ever been like
Guns never work.
Like when you see a movie that's really scary and you feel that chill up your spine where you're like, "Fuck, this is scary." Like you're so uncomfortable and scared. Sex with the guy felt the same way. I was like, "This fucking sucks," but gotta do it.
All of us are dreaming of guns and running. Brian's like, yeah, you ever that dream where you're jacking a guy off super slow and it just never ends? Isn't that weird?
My
No,
dreams,
Brian,
I'm always
ever.
breathing
No,
underwater.
And every now and then throwing that you tried to escape when you had the gun.
I should. I'll
And
lie.
then, but you just wanted to.
I'll
Add
lie.
shit.
I
There
tried
was
to-
demons
I
in my
tried to hip
consciousness.
escape.
They represented the mistakes of my youth.
And you're
I never
wherever you
remember
guys go,
dreams.
you're in your underwear. Like wherever you go, you're in your
I had
underwear.
For some reason, it's freezing cold. You have to huddle.
Yeah, yeah,
I hate
yeah,
you,
yeah.
but we had to cuddle to stay alive.
Naked and
Everywhere you
afraid.
went. Yeah.
An
He
all
kept
new
fucking me.
An all new
I'm like-
gay as shit, naked and afraid.
I was treating his frostbite while he was fucking me. I was like,
Mosquitoes and hard-ons.
oh my god,
Fuck, dude.
Listen, we ran out of time. We're 3 hours in.
Shit.
Powerful,
awesome.
powerful Mark Hunt. Congratulations to Mark Hunt.
Beast.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fucking phenomenal. And
Yep.
we
That was
kind of
fun,
saw it
guys.
materializing, right? kind of saw it materializing. Saw how smooth he was.
Meanwhile, the only guy in this room who has to actually contemplate fighting that guy is Brendan
Big Brown.
This guy.
Big Brown.
Not an easy
Fucking
job.
He's probably still
20
mad at
pickles
you.
deep.
Probably still mad at you for talking all
I'm
that
sure
shit.
if I beat Travis Brown, he could be next.
God
Let's get through
damn.
Travis.
That's a
then deal
crazy
with it.
job you have, bro.
Indeed.
A crazy
So you
job
want to be a
have.
fighter, huh?
There's only a couple more minutes to go, but if you had to think of like this Travis Brown situation where he leaves Jackson's and now he's training with Edmund, is that a good thing, or do you think that that shows any sign of like, you know, sometimes people are in a state of turmoil. You know, they feel like they need to change. They lose a little bit of confidence and they try to switch things up. Is it good to switch things up? Or is
it can be good. Listen, I moved
Right.
to LA and switched things up. Obviously, I know Ronda very well, and I know that camp pretty well, I would say. And I'm not going to go into detail, but I think it's a great thing for me that he's training there. I'll put it like that without going into detail.
What did you just say?
shit.
Can
It's
you
a
not
good
say-
thing for
can
you, or a
not
good
say
thing?
all
Wait a
Good
minute,
thing
it's
for
a good
him.
thing for you.
Good thing for him.
That he's
That's what he
training
said.
there.
Good thing for me.
That's what he said.
Whoa.
He would say that though, even if he didn't even mean it.
No, I promise I wouldn't. I would say I just wouldn't say shit.
Right.
I'm 100% dead serious with you. I have no reason. You know.
Think
Right.
he made a mistake by going to that team?
100%.
Whoa. What if he hears this and changes his mind?
Don't give a fuck.
Wow.
Brendan.
So do you think
Brendan?
I'm not worried about him. I'm not worried about him. Yeah.
you used
It's
to
more
train?
about me, man.
Did you used to train there?
Where? No.
Where he's training? You never trained with what he's doing.
No.
You never trained with Edmund, but you did
Oh,
do some
because you
training
might
at
have like
Jackson's.
you might have someone telling you how they're training because you know
No,
people
not
you have
at all.
connections.
Not at all.
Is that what you mean?
Nope, not even close. I would never do that.
So you know what the training is like at Jackson's. You know, it's like pretty high level training.
Yeah.
And he decided to leave that.
Yeah, Jackson's has training partners for days.
Can I just speculate? Do you think there was any issue with the fact that Overeem came into the camp?
No, not
No,
at all.
not at all?
Not at all.
No?
Because Travis beat him. Will never fight him again. I don't think that had anything to do with
Could
it.
easily fight him again, though. That could happen.
Nah.
You don't think so?
No, never. They would
Oh,
never do
boy.
that.
Well, if
Rank
someone
number
said,
3, and let's say, yeah, no. No,
Oh, listen,
I
man.
think listen. There's a
rankings-
chance. Yes, rankings don't mean shit. Yes, but the chance of them fighting again, them doing rematches, are not good unless you're at a very high level.
All right, here's my opinion. I completely disagree. And one of the reasons I completely disagree is that the depth
Overeem
of the
almost
heavyweight
won that
division. The depth of the heavyweight division is not that. There's not that broad. I mean, there's not that
Well,
many
he trains
people.
with Andre Arlovsky,
Yeah, it's true.
so you
But
think
does-
he was just like, "Fuck it, I'm out of here."
But look, because Arlovsky stays and Arlovsky's fighting Overeem, or Arlovsky and Overeem are in the same camp, just because they're both heavyweights, it doesn't mean that Travis Brown agrees with that. So Travis Brown could have been in the situation where he felt like, you know, he was one of the top heavyweights in camp. He beat Overeem. Then all of a sudden Overeem moves in. And then on top of that, he loses the fight with Verdum. He doesn't like how he felt in that fight, feels like he needs to add some things to his game. And one of the things that he said he didn't know how to fight. He said he knew how to go out there and fuck guys up, but he didn't know how to fight, like the technical aspects of fighting, which is kind of, you know, it's interesting saying that when he's like, you're dealing with Mike Winklejohn, you know, he's like an outstanding striking coach, like one of the best in the world. Winklejohn, I've seen Winklejohn coach
a monster,
guys.
yes.
He's a wizard. So Travis is working with him, and then he goes from that saying that he really didn't know how to fight, and Edmund is teaching him how to fight. I mean, it's interesting.
Well, look what Edmund's done for Ronda. She wasn't
Yep.
that good of a striker in the beginning.
Goddamn, she
and
looks
all of
good
a
now.
sudden,
Incredible.
Ronda can. It took her a while because I was even doubting. I was even thinking, "Damn, is she ever going to be a serious threat on her feet?" She's becoming a serious threat.
Fuck yeah,
And at the
dude.
rate she's going, another couple of years, 2 or 3 years, Ronda might just stay standing for a while longer. You know.
Well, that's that Chuck Liddell type thing, you know. If you can't take her down, what the fuck are you going to do if she can knock you out in the feet?
Yeah.
When Ronda blasted Sarah McMahon with that knee to the body, that was a big fucking message. You know, that was a big message. Sarah McMahon.
Last time we were here, you said you didn't feel that Ronda Cyborg was a good like you weren't happy about that potential matchup.
Yeah.
Have you changed since then? Because you know, has there been anything?
I just don't think it would be good for the UFC with Cyborg's history with steroids and Ronda being very pretty and being in movies. It's not going to be good if she were to lose to Cyborg. That's all I'm saying. I think Cyborg's a great fighter. I don't think as a marketing standpoint and for the future of the UFC, Cyborg as your champ is a good thing.
Do you think that she should be out forever? Because of the fact
No.
that she did that? I mean,
No,
wouldn't
no,
you
I don't
give her?
think she should be out
She
forever.
keeps winning. She keeps winning.
Yeah,
and
give her a
ultimately,
shot.
she's got to have a shot at the
Listen,
title.
everyone. Thiago Silva almost got a fucking shot.
She's
so I think she's
zeroed
gonna be
in.
all right.
Cyborg is zeroed in on Ronda. Like that's all.
Well,
she's
why
thinking
wouldn't she?
about.
Yeah, what else? Every
Yeah,
girl,
that's where the
every
money
fucking,
is.
but every girl.
It almost
is.
seems like it's inevitable. Come on.
Gina Carano, they're like,
You know how
hey,
much fight-
hey,
how much
you
money
want to be
there's
relevant
gonna be
again?
involved?
Why don't we bring you back? You tap out in like a minute or so, and we'll do all this marketing, and then you get out. Everyone wants to fight Ronda.
Yeah.
They know they're not going to win. The marketing they get from it's
But
insane.
the fight that most MMA fans want to see. from
MMA,
Ronda-
not mainstream.
Yeah, but it would be beautiful. Mainstream, all the regular
It wouldn't be
girls,
good.
they'd be probably behind Ronda because
All of them.
Cyborg's. Yeah, everyone would be behind Ronda because Cyborg. She had some steroid abuse before and all that stuff. But still, that's what makes it an amazing fight. Is you have a chick who's super yoked, crazy looking. Cyborg is the perfect nickname for her against Ronda, the pretty judo girl. I think that is going to be the fight of the millennium.
You know,
I don't wanna
she's
see
not
it.
built like that anymore. She doesn't look like that anymore.
Yeah.
She looks like a strong woman now.
Yeah.
She just does not look like she used to look.
Yeah, well, still,
Yeah.
still.
You
That's
seen the difference?
as far as women's
Pretty
MMA.
big.
That is probably the biggest money fight right there.
It's a big
money
fight.
wise.
Yeah.
That would be huge money wise.
Gina
I
Carano
don't
would
think
be
so.
bigger.
I think Gina
Carano would
Carano
be bigger.
because more people. The mainstream knows Gina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The mainstream doesn't know Cyborg at
But
all.
Cyborg-
they
that
see
would-
Cyborg
see-
and they're like, "Oh, I don't want to see
That
this."
would one
when I watch
countdown and
Cyborg
it's over.
and Gina
one
fight,
countdown and that's over. You know what I mean?
Well, I think
I
it's
disagree.
sellable. It's totally sellable. It's a terrifying fight. I think it's completely sellable. Not only do I think it's sellable, I think if she keeps winning, it's a must-have fight. I mean, I don't know if it's ever going to take place, but if Cyborg, if you go back and watch the fucking video of her beating up Gina Carano, beating up
that
a
was
lot of
tough
other
to
women,
watch. When she fought
tough to
Gina, you're
watch.
like, "What are we doing?"
Yep.
It was like bully beatdown.
We got like 30 seconds left, right?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's rough to watch,
It's rough
bro.
to watch. It's rough
You're
to
like,
watch.
what are we doing?
I
And
enjoyed
you
it.
want to be your champ? You think that inspires other little girls when they see bully beatdown style, Cyborg versus Gina?
if you're looking at it as a promoter's with a promoter's point of view, yes.
Real quick, that's all Dana
rather
looks
have
at. That's all Dana looks
But as far
at.
as the fans go, I think Cyborg
Pure
Ronda is going
MMA
to be the
fans.
biggest MMA fight of all time.
No,
We're
all
out of time.
time.
We're out of time.
No.
We're turning into a pumpkin. It's 3 hours in. Ustream's going to cut off. Thanks, everybody. Bryan Callen, BryanCallen on Twitter.
Come see me on Sunday.
Brown, a.k.a. Brendan Schaub on Twitter. SCHAUB, son. Come see him on Sunday at the Irvine Improv, running through
Yeah,
his hour
Callen.
that he's going to be filming soon. And then Edjibra, EDDIEBRAVO, 10th Planet JJ.com. Represent, respect, and recognize. We'll see you soon. Much love, everybody. Anybody got anything important to plug?
Just
No
fight
more
her
fun?
in the kid, son.
Fighter in the Kid podcast, Eddie Bravo radio podcast.
Yeah, EBI is coming up and on its official now as a
Holla.
sponsor. So EBI 2 will be at the Florentine Gardens Friday, October 10th. EBI 1 is on YouTube. Search Eddie Bravo Invitational, EBI 1. That's about it.
Good night.
Peace.